single team going this way, that's clockwise, has beaten every other team. So a lot of this comes down to the major players. And I want to give a big shout out to Na'Vi beating Vitality. I know it seems minor given how good Na'Vi are. Rogue could have never.
Nah.
Thank God for Na'Vi.
Yeah,
Shout out Relech. Some of these other ones also getting a little
okay,
bit
now
crazy.
YouTube should be
Doing
live.
their part in the circle of suck,
Please tell me
both
it's live.
losing to KC Blue, important to give them that crucial win to keep the circle going, but also beating Team Heretics.
Yeah, I mean, Heretics beating Giant X as well. And that's a Giant X that's beaten G2
Boom.
and beaten Koi. So this is not a slouching Giant X by any means.
But we gotta be real, right? There are two games in this circle that make absolutely no sense, and it's the only reason that this circle is possible. And it's this one right here. Shifters, who cannot, to save their lives, end a game.
Unless they're
any
against
kind of
Koi.
lead, unless they're against Koi.
Then it's a 26 minutes easy stomp with Paddock going 11-0.
They're the Atlas holding the circle of suck above their shoulders.
They did manage to lose to Los Ratons and win against Koi in the same week, I believe.
Shifters are doing a great service in the content department.
Yeah.
The gameplay department remains a work in progress, but in terms of
Okay,
content,
it's live.
providing both for the Los Ratones fans and for the Circle of Suck here. Last one I want to highlight right here, bam. SK beating Fnatic. The SK project remains an enigma. I'm optimistic about this particular enigma.
I think this
Okay, yeah, I can see chat now as well.
This one was an ego win.
Yeah,
the boys
like,
needed it.
I should make a thumbnail for YouTube.
I mean, if you can't hand check a guy who's like 40, who can you hand
Let's
check?
do that together.
You gotta keep it. I actually shouldn't be. I'm so much older than Wonder. I really
But it is not your job. It is not your
Let's
job.
do it together.
That's true. Anyway, like the whole circle completes, you can figure it out. It's been
Photoshop.
recognizing. I'm sure
Or
there'll be many more permutations.
yeah,
but
Photoshop.
overall, all I'll say is that nothing feels certain. I would love to say that our top teams will stay top teams and that our bottom teams will, I don't know, fight each other like the monkeys in a circle with the knife Simpsons gif, but you just never know.
I mean, I do think though.
Thumbnail,
more of an optimist. I think this could be the circle
size,
strength. Because every
templates.
team is stronger than the other. So you're just going in a
Someone has to be
circle
doing
that's
it.
stronger
I
and
mean, if
stronger.
we're looking at it from the viewer perspective, I really appreciate the strength of the viewers who managed to sit through some of these completely arduous
If
games.
anything, it's entertaining, but it's entertaining until the point teams have to actually drop out or qualify to playoffs, which is what we're headed to here. I want to focus on the bottom of the standings here, actually, because as we said, we love a good hate watch. I want to check
I'll cover
who
chat
can
with
make
this.
it and how, given the games that they're gonna have in their
Now.
upcoming schedule.
So we know for sure that like once you get to 6, you're in at this point, essentially mathematically locked. Although we'll hold off on saying anything definitive until we know. But
Okay.
what I want to highlight on this the bottom teams is
I only have the
the more
desktop
teams you
version
play
on this
at the
PC,
bottom, the better your schedule
so
looks.
I'm not
again,
sure how
SK game
everything
with Team Heretics,
works.
That's our first game today. Super crucial matchup. But you'll notice, and part of the reason I'm kind of optimistic about SK maybe being the one to make this run is they
LEC
get to play Los Ratones
co-stream.
and they get to play Shifters to end, which are two teams fighting with them at the bottom. They hold, the cards in their
they
own
hold
hand.
a lot of cards, but I think I agree with one part of what you said, and that's this SK Team Heretics matchup is just so crucial. I think the winner of this one, or the loser rather, is out of playoffs because you lose that momentum.
And then
when you start off this weekend.
let's
But I
add
think if there's one team that's gonna make it, it's Los Ratones. And
LEC
that might
long.
sound really crazy.
Wait.
Because you see, you see MKoi, you see G2, you see Na'Vi, and it's like, what? They can't make it. Okay, listen. MKoi, that's probably a loss, right? But when you lose to a top team,
Import.
it's fine. You go the next day, and it's fine.
To be fair, you go against G2.
Yes, G2 has been really coin flip right now. Maybe
Yeah.
Openblade decides it's round 2 with the
And
lead.
then let's add my favorite picture.
But even if they lose both of those two
Ah,
matches,
that's right.
I think Na'Vi is starting to
I have a
taper off bit.
perfect
If
tweet
you
right
ban
now.
out Relech's crazy jungle picks, you ban out the top laners, suddenly he has to play more of a traditional jungler. I think you're looking at a way weaker Na'Vi. Mainter, already off Cassante, they figured him out. And then SK, they're going to have lost to Team Heretics, they're going to have lost to Koi, they're going to have lost to GX, they're going to be off a terrible momentum. So then Los Ratones takes the win, and then Vitality, it's Humanoid Carzzy. Who knows what's really going to happen?
Okay, watch out for this banger.
Mic drop fall apart if I ask a follow-up question?
No, follow up, go.
Name one strength of Los Ratones. You just
Nemesis-
listed how their teams are going to like slip on a banana peel and then suddenly he's got a concussion and he can't play for a week.
To be fair, if the
See if
opponent
this
doesn't know what you're
works.
doing, how can they predict anything, which is something they could bet on?
I know they've been losing. That's what they've been
Nemesis.
doing.
Ah,
That's
it
what
didn't
they've been
work.
Going down in every single early game. Like, I don't want to
You know-
sell out the Los Botones fans, but can we not?
I have a
We don't
light
have
of
to
hope.
play into the psychosis.
How do I
I
fix
have a
it?
light of hope for you guys, and it's a team that
Ah.
we didn't have in this graphic, Vitality.
That's a light of hope.
That's a light of hope for Los Ratons because Vitality had the easiest schedule so far. The teams they have left are G2, GX.
Yeah, formatting drifts.
And then Los
It
Ratons.
doesn't look good
And then
for
they're
them.
going
And
to go
Los
against Los
Ratons.
Ratons after they've already tilted, lost all those games. Boom! Nemesis puts the banana peel and they slip right on it.
I like it.
I like your faith in Nemesis. I can get behind that argument at least. I don't know where this how we got started on this banana peel thing.
You started this banana
that was
Okay,
terrible.
Astral,
Regardless,
PMG.
the Vitality thing does scare me.
Yeah.
Humor and Karzi, they are magic, but not.
It's your
Chaos
typical,
magic.
it's your flex queue on a Sunday night at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
You
I don't-
never know
if
what's gonna
anyone's
happen
ever
with these
played
guys.
Dungeons and Dragons, it's wild magic. You're rolling
Yeah.
a D100, which we have never had to reference in League at any time in the history of the game, and just praying you're not turning everything.
Nah, I don't know, I
into
give up,
potted
kinda.
plant. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Looking at two teams where their life on the line potentially.
I
with
give
this
up on
matchup,
that
as
tweet,
you said,
actually.
Jack. It's Team Heretics
gone.
and SK. They're gonna play in
Whole
a few
stream now.
minutes. And I gotta poke your brain on the man in the mid lane on the side
Yeah.
of SK because I know there's a lot of people who were looking forward to seeing Leader back on the LEC stage, for better or worse. So what has been about for him?
I mean, he's definitely been the linchpin of this team, and he's
Oh.
been the defining member
Alright,
in both
I'm-
their wins and their losses. I've been.
I
I mean,
forgot
wasn't
I'm streaming
disappointed,
this,
to be
sorry.
honest. I feel like
What are you doing?
No, but we
You're
have
the
not.
biggest hater I know. You're
We have
holding
not
off.
seen.
Thanks for the
I'm scared.
reminder.
Is
Okay,
he-
we
is
have
he-
not
he's
seen.
right
He's
there.
behind
The
you right
aura,
now.
Are you scared that he's gonna come up here and he can take you? Because you've been talking mad smack last week, and suddenly you're very diplomatic.
Well, okay, you saw the stats right there. We showed the stats when we were casting it as well. Down 25 CS when they lose a game.
Looking
I
for
think
something.
The whole of
Then give
SK,
it on
they
Discord.
need to sit around him, make a little campfire, and just be there the whole time, because otherwise you're getting an ASOL 2.0. Like, he needs Mickey, he needs Skeens to be around him at all times. 'cause otherwise, who
Whose
knows what's gonna
DMs
happen? He might just die.
this?
I think this Echo was a terrible day to have eyes, but like it was the case for a lot of the matchups he's been playing. But when he's on his bread and butter champions,
Oh.
he's actually doing
Didn't they?
I mean, they've had two good games. I don't want to like completely sell it the opposite way. I think the thing that we can agree on is
The Yone was very good. I
Yone
like
was
the
very
Yone.
good. I think whether people are excited about it or not, the
Sausage.
map revolves around him when he steps onto the rift, and some of that has been because matchups that were a little bit losing have turned
Yeah.
really bad really quickly, and some of that is because the Yone has the necessary setup. It helps the Pantheon, but this is the guy you look at. Like, I would love to come into this match and be like, Wonder has been so good, and it would be true, but if I don't think it
doesn't matter.
matters. I don't think that whatever is going to happen top lane is going to be a significant enough gap for us not to just be looking at mid lane, blinders on, not going anywhere else.
The thing is, it's a black hole.
And
Yeah.
then
Everything. How
live
hard is it to
PMG.
draft around a player like this, though? To put him in the best conditions every time.
I mean,
Because
I
we
think-
saw that when they do it, it works.
It's
Kinda?
hard, especially because he doesn't have a super good champ pool, right? If he could play every matchup and he could look for every type of angle and he could go last pick and you could get some crazy things going, then of course you can always play around mid lane. But if you're restricted in always playing melee mids, which usually will lose lane, then it becomes kind of like a band-aid solution that Mickey and Skeens are like, oh, we'll come help you, please don't die. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting with this team.
What's
That
the
seems
plan?
like the plan. That's the plan. I think the plan is get help, don't die, survive. I just think that the plan has
Okay.
a decent chance of
We're
working
making
if we
progress
get
here.
picks. I'm not here to argue that there's a different plan. We
And
can all see there's one plan, and it's just they're gonna keep trying until they either
also
fall out or make
I
playoffs.
mean, that's the thing. Do you let him be free? Do you let him be himself and express himself in League of Legends, or do you try and fix him? Mickey tried, didn't work that well, so we'll see how this one evolves in the game they have today against Heretics.
I wanna do an
which we caught
outline.
actually earlier today with the man in the mid lane. So let's take a look.
Thank you, Leader. Welcome to the interview ahead
Thank
of
you.
your game against Heretics.
Oh,
Let's start
leader
off with
interview.
Your role specifically and how it has been for you individually over the last couple of weeks here in the LEC.
I think right now, how I've performed, I think it's been like mix and match, but honestly I feel like there's been a lot of random stuff going on, so it's hard to actually have like a proper, stable performance, I would say. That's just the nature of best of ones, so I'm not really happy with how
Sorry.
it's been.
Okay, well, I do really appreciate the honesty. When you're talking about like random things going on, is it more specifically to SK and to how the team is performing, or rather in general the competition?
I think it's more like individuals, like
you.
for one game, for example, in the G2 game, they did well to scout me, I guess.
Okay, I'm
how
not
I stand
gonna
level
be a
1.
hater.
So they abused that fact, and then the game. Is
I
very,
want to
very,
believe in leader.
it just exploded
I just
from
don't.
there, I would say. So that is one thing. The other thing is like some curveballs that have been thrown towards us, I would say.
No, I just don't like how he's
Gameplay-wise or
been
even,
playing,
like,
so I'm a
draft-wise,
hater.
that I don't think
I want to
we've
make the
adapted well
outline.
enough. But for this week and how we've practiced, I'm more confident that it will be more stable.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very much welcome to the LEC type thing with the curveballs thrown your way. When it comes to this week specifically, because you are currently tied into the 8th place with Shifters, Los Ratones, and Heretics, 2 and 4. Sorry, I see your face. I'm so sorry, gotta do it to you. But how was the prep for this week then? What was the real focus that you think
Maybe
is
should
going
do it
to
the
make
other
that
way.
difference?
I think for this week we've practiced less champions, I would say. I mean, maybe. Like, I don't.
Wink, wink.
Maybe we have less champions or more champions, but I think we know more what we actually want to do with when we get on the Rift, basically, like how our champions work, and we're like more confident on how.
I'm
to set
cheering
the
for
puzzle
SK.
pieces together. I would
Okay.
say that would be the
I just
biggest difference from. The
I
first
think they're
2 weeks.
gonna
That
win
sounds like
against
very promising in terms
Heretics.
of how this week is going to go. It is kind of, you know, do or die time. You really got to lock in. So what are your expectations for this entire week moving forward?
I think our schedule, honestly, at the start, looking at how the standings are now, we've had a rough teams that we played against, I
Fair
guess.
enough.
So I think it should be easier looking at the standings, obviously, going forward now. Except Mad Lions, I think that will be the hardest team to beat for us in the upcoming 2 weeks. But the rest of the teams, I think it should be doable, and I am confident that we're going to take those wins home.
All right. I absolutely love the honesty and the confidence. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you
Good
for
luck
having me.
for
This
your
looks
match
so-
today
this
as
looks
well.
so
We're going to be heading
ugly.
over to our caster, so guys, take it away.
Let's try to do another one. Call stream.
Rob, one of us is going to have to go change.
Yeah,
bro.
this is kind of embarrassing, I'm not going to lie.
I don't know who did this, bro, but yeah, welcome. We're not brothers. This is Bill. This is Ben. We are Flower Pot Men.
Could have even gone for Bob.
No.
It's short for Robert.
No. If you grew up like I did with the iconic show Bill and Ben are classics, welcome to the LEC for the start of the week. Week 3, we're past the halfway point, and I guess, yeah, that's all the content we got for you. See you next time.
No, I am very excited for this
So
week of games. Like, there is so much on the line. Like you heard it there. There's a ton of teams that are at that 2 and 4 spot, and now Heretics, SK, one of these
Okay, I
teams
think
could
this
actually
one's
take that leap
cold
forward
stream.
and finally start to move up the charts. But it's going to be a tough one. Like, both these sides have had their struggles, but now you've really got to lock in.
You do indeed, especially when, you know, cheeky teams like Los Ratones are coming out of nowhere, right? When teams like KC Blue have been on the edge in the vicinity of some of these bigger wins. This is what the best of ones are giving us. This crazy landscape, Rob, where one single win propels you up. As you said, here we go. 2 and 4 to be finally broken by Team Heretics.
Oh,
SK
draft starting.
as we go into this first game of week 3. Now,
Okay, this will just have to be good,
Varus
okay?
is a must-go. We know every region here in 26.2, it just has to go. Ryze is starting to get attention. Jace is still getting the same attention in jungle. In fact, a triple jungle ban by SK.
Yeah, Azir still very, very popular though, and incredibly strong in that mid lane. So wouldn't be surprised to put some emphasis on that pick. But as you say, like that Rumble is still there. So with the Ryze gone, maybe it's the Azir ban as well. And then Orianna starts to rise up in priority. So we'll have to see. Actually, it's going to be the Yonara. So I wouldn't be fully surprised here if we end up seeing Heretics take, the SK take the Rumble, and then end up going, hey, we'll just take the opposite side of Orianna,
Finally,
or
someone's
the
banning
Azir, whichever
Ryze.
side we want to go for.
You're right, that Rumble is just
Oh,
a
well,
no-brainer,
it's Leader
right?
Ryze,
Let's see if,
actually.
Tracing gets a lock in here.
I saw that
alongside-
Ryze
they've played it
ult
twice
the other
already,
day.
alongside his Rumble. They're both the most played. Trayson's also been that kind of carry player with the Bruiser, like the Ambessa, like the Gwen. He's getting some praises on social media at the moment, and we can see if he really follow that through. Kasante, again, if you're talking about no-brainers, he fits the cake.
I did think though they'd try and maybe take away some of the setup for the Rumble. Like Wukong, very strong. Like Rumble, Wukong, a great pick together, especially if you're going to be giving like an Orianna across as well, because suddenly you've got kind of that hot
Yeah,
combo.
I'm really a
Or even
hater.
something- especially with
Can't
the
help
Jarvan gone,
it.
that's kind of where my eyes start to teeter towards. But we'll have to see, as Heretics still have their option here.
Ain't nothing I can do.
I imagine you want to take a Zero Orianna in this position.
You'd think so. Okay,
Okay, now I'm
Aatrox jungle
focused.
for Sheo. His first of the season, but not the first we've seen. I still believe after last week, this is a 4-0 pick. I'm just going to double check that.
Yeah, my Ryze is
It's been
better.
a huge pick in the LEC that's been rising up as the Pantheon in response. Azir, a must-take, and Leader's not going to be in a melee champ. We'll see how he goes on something that's a bit more functional in team fighting.
Okay, I guess SK had the conversation. We need to play normal mids this
At
series.
least with the Rumble and Pantheon, you've already got a couple of melee champions that'll enable this Aatrox coming through from the jungle, which will be nice for Sheo. Especially as you imagine Mickey's going to go
They're not fully out, but I predict they will lose the next matches. So that makes this game very important, because they're competing with Heretics and Los Ratons for the playoff spot.
I think Heretics are okay.
Alright, let's see what the engage gets piled on as we go to the second ban phase. Quick sidestep back to that win-loss rate. Real Edge, I remember that Na'Vi game last week that they did in fact lose. That was kind of unexpected. I believe it was against KC, but it is now 4 out of 5.
Pulling out the stats.
So still a very big pick as we start banning away 80 carries. Okay, Aphelios Corki straight off the board. Dagda, we are limiting here for what can actually be picked up because I'm counting 480 carry bans so far.
Yeah, so SK, Heretics, Shifters and Los Ratons have the same standings right now.
Support pool, to be perfectly honest, because I think you're relatively
for
okay
playoff spots.
Sort of 80 carry here. Like you've still got Kaisa in an okay spot.
Heretics still need to face.
Things like Caitlyn still exist as well, so I think you're
KC, KC Blue.
I thought you'd try and limit the engage tools more.
And Mad Koi and Fnatic.
It doesn't really end well.
They will probably
so right about that
lose most of those.
With Misfortune gone, Team Heretics seem to think that. Okay,
and SK's next matchups are Mad Koi and Giant X. And Shifters, which are all like pretty strong.
That's straight taken off the board. So a bit of range to add into the mix. What's left? The last range 80 carry, I would say. Jin has good setup here, Dag, that can help match the Rumble.
I think Shifters are gonna make the last, take the last playoffs.
You're in a bit of an awkward spot. Okay, they're just gonna go for the Xayah, so definitely fairly far down the tier list, but Zyra Khan in a decent spot.
Los Ratons are also gonna face SK once. So that matchup is important as well.
Setup for like things like the Aatrox and the Orianna.
Let's see this draft.
Kind of
Okay, I've said that Jhin is bad, okay? In almost every draft they picked Jhin in LEC, it was terrible because they played against always Cassante or some mega tank. But SK actually has no frontline, so Jhin looks good here.
I don't think it's too bad for
Oh
Heretics,
my god, Karma is so good here.
Relatively short range on SK, right? You've got 3 melees in support jungle top. Xayah, relatively short range for an 80 carry as well. So in theory, they should be coming into you to take that fight.
Now they can randomly lose in the game. They can, but I think they also look pretty good. I like Bobby. I guess he's Korean and I'm biased.
It's not the end of the world. I think it just would have made things easier for Heretics.
Yeah, I think Heretics won draft. I think their bot lane is very suppressive. And top is like neutralizer, whatever. Mid should be winning for Orianna. I mean, it's with Azir as well, and Orianna is very strong, so I think Orianna is gonna smurf on this lane a bit. The only thing I'm not sure about is jungle, like Pantheon early should beat the Aatrox, if I'm not wrong. But Aatrox has Orianna to buff him. No, I think
begins now.
From draft I wanna say Heretics wins, but
and let's see if Heretics can keep their enemies at arm's length essentially.
I think SK are a better team.
Because they've got a bit of range on their side, and SK, if they run
Mickey is too good.
Heretics, maybe it'll be a very different story. But you did say Skeens, and I like starting there at the point of
right, Miguel.
and seeing what he can do.
Especially because I think Skeens is going to be a bit more on his lonesome. One of the
it's not exciting.
Is that you
this game is really important.
And it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Mickey to try and get out of that bottom side.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Game plan is for Heretics here to try and stop Mickey's roams.
Just fix my webcam.
But so much of Mickey's playstyle at the moment has been babysit mid. try and cover mid, right? And you've got the Orianna now who can, in the early levels, play aggressive, try and get pressure in this lane. I'm curious if it's about trying to isolate Seren versus Leader and try and bully Leader, who hasn't looked as strong on some of these control mages.
Oh no, some of his lanes haven't been great, but even more so, some of his plays.
Local time, I can't have that up there.
Dagda was, not the greatest team fighting. So Leader's copped it a little bit, to be fair, but it is a team game, as you all know, and in this environment these days, let's not forget, we're talking a lot about schedule, we're talking a lot about the scoreline. Reason being, because team strength of schedules are super important, because in a best of one, you only face each team once, 11 games in total.
And as you can see for Heretics, it's not an easy load. Like, you've got SK...
Yeah,
KC,
mid is already...
right, but MCOY,
mid and bot already have small CS leads, which is normal.
Like, that is going to be a difficult back end of the week. So at this stage, I think for Heretics, this is a must-need win to try and bolster up those stats when it comes towards the scoreboard.
SK on the other side, I can tell you exactly what they're going through, because it does feel like they have
I don't really know what SK's win con is this game.
Right now, but
they can't play first streak.
Potentially playoff deciding for either team, by the way. I would say that SK can round out. They have lost toners and they have shifters. Winnable matchups for them if they play like Wonder did on that Kennen game.
Yeah, and I think it's as Leader was saying in the interview.
Maybe Herald fight.
Earlier, just they have to find their style, play fewer champions, figure out exactly what they want to do. And I think in that sort of situation, SK, we have seen...
Like Canon's over 6.
Look at SK versus Fnatic. I think the surprise...
And they need to be before it's one item. Because it's one item, I think Heretics are stronger in mid and bot.
He's normally a facilitator.
So good. Yeah. Like, look at that damage percentage for him. He's been popping off. And I think Wonder has really been the focal point. And Skeens might be agreeing with me as he's sitting up on this top side. I think it's just for Scuttle. But still, I think Wonder, like, he looks fantastic. And especially on a lot of these picks, like the Rumble, like that Kennen. It's a difficult matchup in some situations, but he's making it work.
Oh, that Kennen game versus Fnatic, you're right. The flashback to that was crazy. And that's when you saw SK not as just a bunch of old men, but a bunch of mature men. You know, that's the difference. When people call you old, it's offensive.
Oh, I never look at player cams.
It's a respect thing.
What was the graphic we had? Like,
do you usually look at player cams?
24.5, 25.5 or something we had the other week? Yeah.
And I can't remember, our youngest team is still KC Blue? Did we decide that? It was like 17 or 18 or something?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
But also, I remember our great analyst desk put together average game time.
It's not really gankable.
That face check almost cost him. Skeens was going to flash, but he didn't want to risk it. Ice had barrier and flash himself, of course, so not going to get anything there.
I will pay attention. Oh yeah, it is kind of fight.
It's the end of the world though, because you kind of assume it, right? The cams are starting to respawn. You have an idea.
Oh, he's chewing gum when he plays.
There's kind of implied information already, but Skeen's just poking his head in to see if he can make any.
I hate playing with people who chew gum.
This is where we're going to keep our eyes on, like,
so you can hear it when they speak.
Floating in towards the mid lane here. I think it's just a cover. Make sure the leader's able to push out and get the reset that he needs, especially in low mana. But his impact,
it's okay. I'm not gonna play with him. I'm a mid laner now.
Mickey does like paying attention to mid though, doesn't he?
Maybe he's look maxing. You know, the jaw line. It actually works. But you get a headache.
Not often do we see that as like the first kind of rush for an Orianna. Mickey's gonna be okay here.
Mickey.
No. I don't watch comms.
Like, oftentimes, especially with a Pantheon, like,
but even more of a reason to not watch if they're chewing gum. That's what Crowny does, so I'm doing the opposite. I'm trying to chew less gum.
And he just wants to scale.
So you get slimmer. And you also don't, like, if you chew too much, you get strained and you can get headache, and you also get it from grinding your teeth.
Creation device, for lack of a better name. I'm trying to rephrase what you said in pick ban, because it is interesting. Like, I feel like comps without hard engage Dagda, or rather, but you know, like Nautilus, like very easy supports that press Q and set up as one of the setups there. Seren does flash away. Skins was nearby.
Not bad.
Shockwave comes through. That was one of the big devices. Now down, but a flash down from Leader in response.
Great trade back from Seren though.
I wonder if he would have died. I feel like he could have just hulked out, but maybe it's worth it to save HP.
now that potential of that Flash Emperor's Divide is completely nullified. Trace and Sheo now fighting for the scuttle.
What are we doing here?
Just got a cool ball. Look, I'm not gonna look shame,
Not up and available. Flip back from Trayson is good.
but I would respect.
Shadow really wants that scuttle crab.
I would respect him for going
The
bald.
difference is dangerous Aatrox is small engaged down in bottom. Meanwhile, Ice just gets chunked out massively. Beautiful trade from Yoppa as Mickey avoids the deadly flourish in the meantime. Camera went away from top because it looks like in the end, Team Heretics will get their grub.
It's a nice trade from Mickey though, using the fact they had the
I feel like it
shield
would
to
maybe look
absorb
good on
the
him
fourth shot.
to be
Knows
bald.
that then there's the reset coming through on the fourth
Because his
shot,
face
so
is like,
ends up opening up a window for Yoppa to go aggressive, and now very strong underneath the
I don't know,
turret.
he just looks
As long
like
as
he
they
could be
keep
bald,
Ice in this
and it
position
would look
while he's gonna
fine.
reset, you're in a much stronger spot as SK because they're not able to play as aggressive on the wave state, but you can already look, there is that CS lead opening up for Ice and Sten, off the fact that it just kind of sucks as Zion or Khan to be short range of playing into this.
See if it gets better with the BF sword difference. Lethality, of course, picked
Yeah,
up by
Cap's
Ice
hair just
now.
looks very thin.
As well as the fact the wave is pushing.
I don't
in, so
think he
home
should go
guards
bald.
might
Or
lose a
hasn't he
minion or
been
two,
bald?
depending on, what we see
Didn't he
across
shave his head at
the
some point?
wave run. Don't exactly keep track. Leader just gets a bit of the Genomite and runs out. Oh, he took 2 turret shots, so hang on. Sten gets the slow. He just used Flash for the turret plating leader, for the turret plating Sun. There's not many claps in the audience because I think they saw the boo-boo. All right, all in, maybe to fix it. Skins
Oh,
comes in.
okay.
And
I'll try to get back.
big shutdown. SK now on the board as well. Phew.
Mickey and Skins always
I
come
mean,
to
it's fine,
to
recovering
clean
it,
up
but
after
that was a
leader.
massive mistake from leader. No excuse.
Like at some point, I
you don't
can't
need the
tell
turret
if
plate, you can back away
he's
and you
just a
see the
noob
karma.
for dying
You know
or
she's
if
got
he
movement speed
knows
buffed
his
and a
team is
shield,
gonna
like,
come.
You're never
Like
gonna
yeah.
win that.
Just especially after using a flash. That is a mistake that you can
I'm
not
interested
afford
to
make.
know
Yeah,
if
recovery there for Skeens as Dragon does go down.
But also,
if he sees it as a mistake or
and then that flash,
if
you
he
can't really try and force around the mid lane into any sort of play,
expects
so
the
Aatrox able to sneak
support.
over the wall, take that with Sten, and now you've got the Dragon stacking for Heretics off the back of leader's mistake.
Oh.
Ice does get out of there. 4-shot helps it. He
Okay,
has to
not
flash
bad.
away from the root caller. Nicely done from Yoppa. And this young prodigy, I mean, this guy's got some fingers, you know. There's some skill going on with Yoppa. The Varus game Dagda from week 1 and week 2. My mind's a little bit fuzzy today, but I tell you what.
Guys, we
I will
can't
not
call
forget how
Yoppa
skilled
young
this guy is.
I mean,
when there's like
day 3 of week 2, he had
18-year-olds
some great flashes over like Rakan W's
in
and setups and
in
everything like that, so
LEC right now.
definitely is playing well. And I think it helps to have someone like Mickey alongside him as well, right? That veterancy kind of show you the ropes when it comes to a lot of the matchups. But nice side steps, and as you say, the hands well for him.
He could go Yumus, he could also go
Yoppa again, good trade.
for the young
You can
LEC
see
players.
Sheo has just backed off.
I guess it's the academy teams.
He's
They're
setting
not
himself
actually
up as a
LEC teams
save
at this
SK's
point.
bot lane, but
Never
nevertheless,
mind.
heads back. Gets
Yoppa
himself
looks
tunnel in
decent.
full
Yoppa's
field.
always been
He's
good.
got Ruby Crystal in hand as well. Forget the boost
Skadis
for
is
now.
still the youngest. Not on
He
this
does have inspiration second though, so that's probably
not on
why.
this
But 9
this
minutes in,
patch,
Dagger's
not
runs
on
are up,
this
and you see
season
slow thought about here by SK.
because
You
of
can see
the
Skeens up in top.
KC Blue
Think
roster.
about what angle he can bet, but once again, there's a fight
Who's
on
the
scuttle. Looks like
oldest?
Team Heretics might win it.
Wonder or Mickey
Mickey's trying to
probably.
come up, but Sten
They're
is
like,
going
and
to
by
play out
oldest
his
they're
good
like
to
26. You know,
ends up
they're not
backing
that
away.
old.
I think Scuttle Crab actually went over to Sheo, which surprised that. But there's not much on the
Plus,
map that SK
Faker
can really
already
do right now. The fact that you had to use that ultimate
proves
earlier,
that
Skeens nullifies a lot of
age
that
is
global
not
map pressure that the Pantheon brings.
A must.
So,
You can be
well,
old.
it's moved
I
down to
think
bottom side
the
at the moment, but I think Sheo sniffed it out.
Something does smell, doesn't it? Team
the scene is
Heretics might
changing
be
to
better.
have older
Probably
players,
better.
which is pretty nice.
Good
I just,
recovery.
bro, since having a child, I've just found I'm just always stinky. I don't know what it is, man. I just probably her fault. God bless her. Is that all out and top? The pause. Wonder flashes away.
He
Tracy's
turns
got the
28
blaze
this year.
out. That's just a classic
There we have
Kazaki
it.
move, isn't it?
Yeah, I wonder, fine, still going to collect the wave, still going to be relatively okay. It does open up Sheo because you've got that health advantage though, for Sheo to move over towards the Void Grubs and pick them up themselves.
And like you don't have to
Skeens
be.
Isn't really in the position to look for any
I
sort
mean,
of cross map, right? His camps are on the bottom side, he's just cleared them, moving top. You've already got resets on the bottom end. And
The roles
Kasante's
that rely
already
super
stepped away,
heavily
so
on
now just
reaction time
Heretics
and
finding
micro,
nice timing windows to pick up these dual objectives.
or like
That's
AD
what we use
carry.
Sheo for as well, is equalize
And a lot
users
is still.
in and out the wave and top.
You just need to know enough
Having full
about the
control
game
over it
to
in the
make
early game,
good
yeah, there's a goal there from
decisions.
Skeens, but it's come off
It's
the
not
back of
just
the
about
field.
clicking
Sheo has been the
fast.
objective
It's not
master
CS:GO,
so
you know,
far
it's
in
not a
this
shooter
one.
game.
Team Heretics, goal's not really an issue anyway because mid's got an advantage, support has an advantage, bots even. That jungle top slight lead is mitigated by that, and the game's even at 11 minutes bar the objectives.
Yeah, I think it's more so the
Yeah, that's true as
kill that
well.
went to Saren. Like the Orianna getting accelerated is going to be nice, especially if you try to play for 2-item spike with the Jhin, because you tend to go this like lethality build with the Jhin.
Yep.
So you have an opportunity to try and play around that spike. Whereas you're looking at Azir, who kind of wants to get to his 3rd item. Yoppa would love to try and get a little bit more damage into his kit as well before those feathers really start to hurt. Like, you're fine, I think, as Xayah with 2 items, but just comparatively, the Heretic should hit harder.
Like most of the reason, I would say, there's young players going pro is because that's when you have time to play that much. Like you're able to study and get good at the game at the same time. But the older you get, the more you have to take responsibility. So if you haven't made a career already by then in gaming, then it's not really a good investment, right, of your time. Yes, no flash. It's like ice.
Huge mistake from Ice, stepping up too far, and Yoppa managing to outplay, even dodging the 4th shot with the ultimate. SK picking up wins on the bottom side.
First kill over to the Xayah. Dragon's coming up in 30 as well, and that's going to change a lot.
I thought it was actually a great play to start things off from Heretics. Like, Sheo reading the potential play in the bottom side, making sure he was there to cover, because Ice didn't have his flash up and available. If you end up just everyone backing away from that play, you're happy. Skeens doesn't have that ultimate, a large global threat off the map. But now Ice just ends up giving across the kill for nothing. And now it's a 1k gold lead for Yoppa.
Huge lead as well. Stormrazor just picked up. And
it's not Yoppa, it's Yoppa.
Wholly clean. Yeah, I know. Pull out the skull, I agree.
Yoppa.
Koi Academy's bot lane. Feels old, man. I can go back and tell you the year. Where are we? Is that 2023? Actually, it's not that old, is it?
May not have time, though. Dragon started up here by Heretics. I don't think you're in a position.
I don't think it's hard to explain. When you're 17, you have a brain like
Heretics just gonna be able to pick up another objective. So you're kind of getting these small wins for SK, like with the fact that Yoppa's got some kills for himself, but they're not really finding windows to actually use these advantages.
Just waiting for the smite. Yeah, SK not finding a piece, and double Dragon over to Team Heretics.
If no one tells you you're a stupid idiot, you're gonna think you're not a stupid idiot, and you're gonna keep being dumb.
But now Kasante's back up top. Wunder is now in the mid lane, and Leader doesn't have a TP, so there's going to be a wave at least lost topside by SK for trying to answer to that play.
So it's a little bit messy.
Thank you, Blink.
Yoppa's still the one who's just chilling around.
Really good stream.
In the vicinity once again. Skeens is ulti not
Yourself up. You're mean to people. So yeah, actually being nice to people when they're doing something wrong, you're just encouraging their bad behavior. So you're actually a bad person.
Mickey looks like they'll just head through mid. And with the lane allocation changing up as well, for Herald in 40 seconds, that's the next call.
Yeah, I think the window SK had to try and play is missed though. Like, as that Dragon spawn, they just hit first item pretty much across the board.
Now, of course you can be mean in a kind way, like I am.
And now if you look on the opposite side, pretty much first items completed across the board for Heretics. So it's a much more even spot. And I think with the position
Heretics are first to Drakes like expected.
They should be in a position to at least contest.
Mid push from Yoppa in the meantime though. The Genomite's going to be taken down. So Yoppa does get a bit of crystal.
Everyone's on one item.
Heretics come to respond. Again, 10 seconds.
I would say Heretics are stronger right now if they fight.
Just counting down. Herald's up. And 4 members of Heretics in the brush for now. Teleport advantage for Tracer.
I like this from Heretics, grouping up to push mid-wave and guarantee they get into river. Like, the thing we were talking about is Heretics need SK to play into them. So if they're late to the objective, it becomes a little bit more difficult to do so. But if SK have to face check, Heretics have a little bit of an easier time in trying to take these fights.
Sender's just keeping them at bay for now as well. Feels like Heretics have been very good with spacing and like choosing when they want to approach as well so far this game. SK forced to step up, Deadly Forest instead, and all this hovering gets pulled back and dies. I mean, SK playing very coy, Dagger. I'm not talking about
that timing on the Aatrox W was pretty clean.
They needed to get that wave push so they can move in towards this river area. But Heretics using that fact again that they were they controlled that.
I mean, what can SK even do now? They can't cross map on the Kasante.
now Heretics, like they are controlling this map well.
There's
and
no Drake
all
for
of the
2
objectives
minutes.
are going towards them.
Cassante is so hard to face, like, you can never really cross-map on him. And I feel like SK have been really good at cross-mapping, or like, they've been very good at trading sides. But when you're facing Cassante, one side is just completely unplayable.
And I think a lot of it has been the fact that, like, the moments SK have tried to play off of, like, Sheo has done a decent job of getting there ahead of them, right? Look at that play.
Till they are
Obviously,
fuck
Ice is bumping
Cassante.
the play after, but Red, Skeens is a potential play to the bottom side. Leader ends up overextending the mid lane for the place, which ends up giving that kill. Then
Some
Skeens has to invest
people
that
respond to
again.
tough love better
So,
than
like,
others. Then what is the
windows to play
alternative?
around that ultimate from Skeens have gone away.
If someone takes
And now you're
feedback
in a
poorly,
position
are you
where
just supposed to
you're
never
actually comfortable as
tell them
Heretics. None of your towers have
the
gone
truth?
down. Orianna should be relatively safe in this side lane to farm up. We'll probably still need a
I'm
little
sure
bit of
you
help,
can
but
distance
she's
yourself
held
from
onto
people.
flashes. There's been little threat in mid lane. I think for
And
Heretics,
you can
as
make
long
an
as you
effort to not
hold
be
on
an
to this
asshole,
game
but
and play it out slowly, you should be in a very good spot.
And Dagger, I just had a thought about some of these
there's a
late
lot
game
of
fights
times
as
like
well.
let's say you're
How
in
fun would it
school
be to play
or at
Aatrox
work
where you have ball plus
or in a
range
friend
shield.
group,
You
like
just sprinted and you
you're
fly
forced to
with it,
interact with people.
you know?
But it's the joy of it. You don't even have to, because Rumble, Pantheon, and Rakan all have to walk at you.
True, that's
So
right.
you-
Fly at them
Yeah.
and then come to me. Yeah.
Use a
Are you just
little
going to
gift
lie
box.
to them
True.
and smile?
Get a gift from both angles. Mickey, not in trouble, but he gets whomped a little bit. Next Dragon's up in a minute, and I am very worried as Sheo gets over the wall and one of the balls on him, as well as standing
Yeah, you
by,
can have a
already
friend. I mean,
fulfilling the prophecy I was foretelling. We got Dragon in 45, Dagger. If SK loses this objective as well, I don't know what's coming.
Yeah, I think
I can't relate, but I know people have friend groups where they're like, I don't know, 7 people, and
There's the quickness, but Mickey, can't you see? I think
yeah, it's not really up to them. Oh, okay. That was okay. Rumble ult, nothing happens. This looks bad for SK. They don't have Rumble ult or a can ult. There's no way they play this Drake now.
Yeah, I think SK wanted to
How are they
try
gonna
and
win the
trigger,
fights?
because the initial play, it felt to me, was Skeens trying to play on towards the Orianna in the side lane with Leader. But now they've overforced. Their main engage tool is down.
Oh.
Skeens gonna make it himself, though. They finally get in a 4-man shuffle.
Oh.
That's it, SK.
Okay, that's how they're gonna engage.
It all looks good as Team
I wasn't
Red
aware of
goes
your
back,
game.
but They finally pull the trigger. We have been waiting years for that play in the making.
My
Flashes weren't
apologies.
quick enough on Heretics, and Leader sends in the soldiers.
Mickey doesn't need ult to engage.
And SK come alive.
Well, one play
My
is all across.
apologies.
Dragon goes down, and Skeens was he just had enough.
He needed to do it. And a great
Look,
engage,
ah,
and then
that's
the
so
flash of Leader. Ice
clean.
is the only one that actually managed to get over it.
Rondo was not even
And
here,
SK
like Wonder was
able to
barely
pick
in
up
this
the
fight.
kills off the back of it. Really well played, and as you say, Skeens with the flash in. Mickey
That's
and
huge.
Mickey with the follow-up. Heretics just pushing that a little bit too far, a little bit too confident after they saw
No
that
size
Mickey
to
had no
items.
ultimates.
Like playing game with jump scares, you know, like observation duty have been playing, right? And they bring a new
Acer's
one out,
getting two
and you
items
think it's
soon
all
too.
chill, then the anomaly is just big spooky guy on the camera. And that person loves Yoppa. You know what?
Okay, we were
I
yapping.
love him too. And I will say, I mean, Yoppa has been clean, like, in the back of the fight. Look, I mean, I feel like I'm already impressed by this guy.
Yeah, there are
What's
some
more impressive to me
friend
is Leader,
groups
who's cutting
people
it, getting a
have
bit of flack right now. That
that
was a
they're
very
in,
clean
even
play.
though
He was
they're
set
not
up by
really
his
friends
jungle,
with
but
the
finally
people
we got
in
to see
it.
the comp come together. Finally been able to see what SK can do now that they're on a roll. Mickey, he gets a launching pad
Pantheon
from
ult is
Ski.
so
It
oppressive.
enables the kill for Leader to pick up
And I don't know,
his
I don't really
first.
like.
For SK, 3.3k is the lead.
SK with tempo is a dangerous beast, and Sten found out about it. Nice pick from SK into this topside jungle. And that should be plates. If not,
I
maybe
don't
the
really
terror over to
like
the Azir. Not quite enough when it comes towards the minion line, but you can see Leader going to do some serious damage to the structure.
I don't really understand being passive friends.
All
Like,
right, sidelines for now. Leaders.
isn't that boring?
He's going to take this by himself. Share's coming up though. So as I say, that defense is possible. Follow-up power from Heretics.
Can you really call yourself
SK also
friends
hovering
then,
all
aren't you
around
just
it. Teams are going deep into
acquaintances?
the blue side jungle.
Yeah, Yoppa and Mickey.
If I don't
joining
like
the schemes
someone,
just to put some pressure here. Sheo basically trying to isolate them getting to the tower. And
I'll just not be their friend at all.
To clear out the wave, so not really an opportunity for Leader to look for too much more. But as long as you
Unless it's for business or something, they can have a professional
SK
relationship, so that's also
I
fine.
think that's going to give them that window to take that top tower, set up
Passive, he was silent wave, yeah.
continue to get gold into Leader so he can hit his spike.
I don't know, it's just rant. Just a rant. Wee wee wee. Wee 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 wee. Will you be able to get LCK streaming rights? Would you want to? I don't think you have time.
Saren needs to be careful here. He still has no
Because when LCK is on, I have lunch. And then I play solo queue.
For SK, feeling confident, just pushing on towards this top side.
And there's also way more LCK matches.
That's what we're talking about, like the quicker reset from SK, the TP coming through from Leader to get back out into
And I'm not as invested in the players
does get his own blue buff, which is nice.
in other regions.
Note that Mickey does have the bagpipes, so going to feel really
Like this
nice
game is
for Yoppa
exciting.
in the fight. I mean, you've got two
Because they
carries like Azir also.
I'm familiar with a lot of the players.
Still such a broken item. What did they add? 200 gold to it in the latest patch. It's still good.
Yeah.
I think it's still with its stats. It's still like
I mean, in LCK, there's Casantes with ultimate, so
no,
you know.
I did not notice.
Shout out to Atlas and Ox, the real Vandalpipe savants.
We need more.
I can't hate watch either. I'm not hate watching. Like yes, I'm a hater, but I want them to succeed. So I'm anti-hate watching.
The Vandalpipes need to be more tuney. Like when they activate, they need to
I'm hate watching Heretics.
You want to hear the sound.
I want to hear it. What's the point in having a
Well, not really. I don't want to see them lose either.
Leader, all I can hear is him escaping. That's okay for now. Mickey's got an angle over the wall. He's absolutely okay. The Dragon's up in a minute.
But it's hard to cheer for teams that you think are not good.
There's a huge amount of pressure from SK around.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed because I rated SK so high before the season started, and after I watched the first game, I was like, yeah, they're not gonna make top 5.
Either way,
it feels mean to say that.
The vision that's in behind the back of Dragon Pit, they're gonna get the resets coming through now as well.
Yeah, I just hadn't seen Leader play before. Okay.
Should just go down.
Bit of build up as well, so that'll help. You see one whole plate taken, and yeah, mid turret.
But
open,
I am
all out is
hopeful.
open. SK have the map to themselves. One simple play as Mickey tries to make it another.
Skins is also not bad. I think a lot of youngsters and LEC are good.
You know, perfect timing to deny Mountain Dragons from a Cassante.
There's no like clear bad youngster right now, I feel like.
Heretics trying to contest on midway and move in, but as long as SK can control this spot, you can see Leader able to do some decent.
I actually don't know how to run the Gambas. Okay, Drake fight again. We have flash on everyone.
As Mickey now set up.
Doesn't find the engage. Mickey tries to get onto a Cassante. Trayson is pretty tanky.
Rihanna is a bit far.
Gets the root down. Trayson still taking a while to die.
How does Heretics win this?
As well. He's holding midway for now as SK still a little bit lenient on the Dragon to kick things off, but you can see Team Heretics, they're committing to this fight.
They need to get the reset with Aatrox.
Grayson wants a flip now as well. Deadly Flourish almost connects. Mickey's just used his engage tool. One that gets flipped around as well. Curtain call now going to begin as well.
Orianna somehow needs to find a good ult, but if she walks up, she'll get flashed on, so it's risky. Watching the ball.
Yoppa gets the kill. Shockwave only onto Leader. Yoppa at half HP is Trayson at half 2, but I'd be a little bit scared if I'm SK. They're getting poked out. Saren's doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
He's low on mana. Dragon still goes down. A win for SK. Skins
I feel like Orianna needs
a 1-for-1 in the long play, and SK are the winners in the end.
It's a 1-for-1, but crucially Shield that goes down. So SK, they call for the burn, the Dragon. And they just
Orianna needs to do so much in this fight.
Like, good opening here from Heretics to try and get the damage down. The ultimate from Wonder splits the fight, but no one in SK really wants to follow up.
If Orianna had the timer here to ult the Saya, then they would win the fight.
And here SK's Leader and Yoppa just kill Dragon, like focus it down so we can actually try and get out of here. The Heretics still trying to use some of the poke that they have.
Saya has ult, but then she would at least have to ult. And they will still hit Azir.
2 Mountain Dragons now in their hands.
2 Mountain Dragons, third item for Yoppa. I mean, this extra bit of sustainability plus, or I should say survivability to be technically correct. I think the big thing about it is Dagger's taking away from Team Heretics. Mountain Dragons for Cassante denied. And it's delayed soul for a team that, again,
It's an SK
pretty
win.
confident with how they're going and how they're scaling into the game. SK have firm control, 5.5k gold, just about. And we're now looking at a Baron, and it's not the slowest Baron. That's one hell of a Baron with bagpipes into the mix.
Yeah, 3 items on towards Yappa.
I can't even comment on
very
AD
scary
carry builds
alongside
anymore.
Vader, who's no snuff when it comes towards the amount of damage that he can do as well. So for SK, I think again it's just take it slow. And
I don't know the new
for
items.
SK is when, like, you think back to like the G2 game where they just completely lose control in the early stages of the game and there's nothing they can do.
True.
I think SK, when they get to this sort of position, have enough veterancy on the roster that it does become a little bit easier for them to try and play at the map. Like, they understand how to play these 1-3-1 and pick scenarios.
Okay.
Where did he go?
I mean, he's level 15, 3 items against level 9 support.
Murder.
Coughing baby against Black Hole.
That was absurd, but yeah, I mean, I was talking about the veterancy, but the new guy, you know, he definitely wants to be talked about as well.
He does indeed, and Mickey is going to give
I wanna play AD carry when I watch this.
Yoppa in the wing as well. Team Heretics have 3. Sheo's there. Mickey's about to come on in. They want ice, and they're going to find him. He flashes over the wall, skiing, looking for the target now onto Trace in the root back. And the
It feels so good to see Cassante melt.
With passion. Yoppa steps in, scared of nothing.
He's gonna penta them now.
Only finds Mickey, who flashes out, dies
Oh.
in the end. But the problem is SK are grouped up, and right now are just better in their clump. Skeins for the chase, 1-2. Team Heretics looking for
AD
Yoppa
carrying
on the
pro
wing.
is
They find
different.
Leader, who comes a little bit late, but Wonder steps in, cares not.
Maybe
About
if
the
you're
fire, 'cause he
in
was born in it. And Yoppa now
LEC
stepping in as
level.
well. Seren, half HP, he's rooted back, he's feathered back. Sheo gets shielded up. This is the problem with the comp, but someone needs to kill the bird. Someone needs to kill the bird. Yoppa gets another. Dominating for a reason, Dagger, 6-0 and 2. If he's
yeah.
not dead, Team Heretics ain't winning.
It's a bird and an Iron Man that managed to make the play work
I
to the
think
end. But it's a
I think it
good
was
setup here for
Komayushi that
SK.
explained it
Immediately
pretty
jump
well.
on Tracing with the LD set up for Yoppa, he can tear through Tracing.
In a
And I'm keeping my eyes on
high
the
in a
Azir and the Rumble as they try and come through here.
in a high level
Good
team,
catch from Yoppa.
AD carry is
From
just the
shockwave.
topping.
And the follow-up damage is perfect. It's this lack of
The other
responsibility
roles
here,
are
though, that goes
essentials,
back
but
to
AD
lineup, 'cause
carries
he ends up moving into a
is
position
just
not back to
the
bush. You can see
cherry
Yoppa
on
is
top.
like, I don't want to go near that.
And
I
then
have no
he's
idea
like,
what's
I'm
happening.
going to go near that.
So exactly. So Yoppa then ends up trying to follow through here, but with the position.
Yeah, the egg in the wrong end. It doesn't have to be there, but it's better when it's there. And it's even worse if you're in a, I don't want to say bad team, but in a team that does not understand or want to value an AD carry, will not value an AD carry, and as a result, you will suffer. Like,
Take the respect away from him, but it does feel like these fights are dictated by this Xayah. It does feel like, again, Team Heretics. are
last
stepping
year in
into the zone.
G2
We talk about the range
was
in
very
Draft, and I'm seeing it.
much like that for me.
All in, set up, shockwave
We
on
were
the
not a
spot,
bad
completely
team,
destroys him. More so Wonder's
but I accepted
ultimate
very
obviously
early
goes as
that
well.
we're not gonna play for AD carry, we're not gonna draft for AD carry,
Yes, we
we're not
did.
gonna
Zero on
prioritize
Wonder, don't worry about that. Trayson, disrespectful positioning, but he is a Cassante.
having a strong bot
If that is
lanes.
not with 1 minion and more in the vicinity, SK open up in a turret bot. Dagda Seren is down for 30 seconds.
And I just did not have energy to complain, because I was not that motivated last year, right?
Well. But honestly, with GA on Skeins and the opportunity to just jump on folks, I think it's very difficult for Heretics to really take this fight. Rightfully so.
Like every game I just played, oh, okay, this game I'm gonna play to crush the 4th wave, and then I'm gonna go and ward, or I'm gonna recall so my support can go and roamate, and then I'll come back to lane because the waves control push to me, and I can farm the next 3 waves, and now I will do nothing again. Maybe I will ward. That was every single game. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by remembering how much I hated playing AD carry. Leader just died. How?
Team Heretics get the mid laner, and Leader was like, yeah, I've got to go in. As much as possible as an Azir.
Yeah, could have tried to play over the wall. Maybe would have worked out a little bit differently, especially when it just comes to the raw healing.
Melee
that Shale
Azir,
has, 'cause that
oh.
was what we're talking about in draft. Like, an Aatrox wants to hit multiple.
Orianna is
people,
almost on
because
3
you just get
items.
So much of
Like,
that lifesteal back.
Team Heretics
But
can
that's
still
the
get like
situation,
a
ends up coming back to bite leader, and it comes back to bite SK, because now you're off the map.
mega fight, you know.
Heretics get an opportunity to push out the waves, get an opportunity to relieve some of that pressure, and maybe try and get some of the standing gold on the map.
Welcome to the
I mean,
YouTube
at the
chat.
moment, it's just about
You're the only
survival.
one there.
I think this Rabadon's death cap from Saren can maybe hit that big ultimate you need.
Dave, I'm just going to say it
Will
again.
you start
I say it
Nash?
every week. I'm going to say it again. It's not over.
Oh, what's this
till
TP?
it's over.
They have started now.
In the LEC, the Nexus got to fall. Otherwise, everything's on the table, and SK say, okay, Baron is there.
Yep,
now, this is gonna
that's
be mega
gone.
fast.
Nice.
Shadow's coming in for the steal, but way too late. Good smite. SK get the objective. Baron puts it in more firmly in their pocket. Mickey, he just used his engage. He now has to battle dance away, maybe back over the wall.
Orianna is very far
Shadow
away,
onto
but
Wonder, and Wonder's stuck. He's gonna go golden. He's burning alive, crisping, and he gets shut down. Mickey found out again
2
as
deaths is
well.
not
And this is
really
gonna be 2
ideal
kills for the Baron.
when you have this big
Nothing
of a
else is
lead,
up,
but
that's something for Heretics.
I don't really understand why SK just didn't get out. Like, even just give Mickey if you want to and get the rest of the team out.
Yes.
Because
yeah, I'm not sure why they did they have to die there?
Immediately you're starting out in a negative Red Bull Baron power play.
Aren't they super
And
ahead?
Skane's- this may
And
not be the
Orianna was
phase
not
check,
there?
I think it is.
I don't know.
He was seen moving in. He has GA.
Oh
he's
god, this
flipped.
is really
He
bad.
flashes away. He's dunked down. This
If he
is a
dies,
tank and a big
they're gonna
bruiser,
dive
but
him.
The turret should be enough to hold
Oh
back.
god.
Shadow
They
heals
got
it up,
Nash, but
poked out with
they've
the
lost
curtain
so
wall.
much.
Skeens
They're losing
decided to make
GA.
the play. There's the
They're
redemption,
losing 3
and,
people.
like, what is happening here as the turret goes down
He needs
with him?
3 he needs 4 items.
It's a great question. I'll get back to you.
Yin can carry this game. As I said in draft, they have no tanks, they have no front line.
I don't know exactly what is going on with SK.
I mean, to be fair, it must have all been a ruse because Skeen's dying there in top. Opened up a bit mid and opened up bot. So it was like a net neutral play.
I think the thought
Yeah.
was like, hey,
That's bad,
there isn't,
that's
like, there
bad,
should only
that's
be
bad.
Cassante pushing here.
It's
Might
okay,
probably
it's
hold
not
the
over.
wave,
I think
but it was just Shale
the...
moving into the bush to actually
No, I
decide
actually
that
think
off worked
the
well.
Heretics kinda outscaled.
And you also had the follow-up from Ice, but
Because they should win the front to back with Yin and
again,
Orianna.
like, you can, sure you get
Like
some chances
Azir
off other
can
side,
win the front to
but
back
you're taking
alone
people
if
off
he's
the map.
really
You've a
good.
minute left on this Baron buff, and like, what have you done with it?
But if Yin has Flash and Rapid Fire and Karma Moon Speeds,
You can hear the music, by the way, great season music. We'll have to just tangent and say, it sounds like I'm listening to Two Steps from Hell. That's what the orchestra sounds like in the back. Is you wanted to see what
If
they did
Karma
with
gets
Baron. You wanted to see
Mikhail's-
what they could do in the next 44 seconds in this minus 300 gold Baron power play.
Yin can online.
If they could get that plate maybe a little bit, but you're pointing at Wonder from the base. He's got a Rabadon. Is that what you're excited about?
No, it's just you can't get anything. Wonder's gone to base, so you're off the map again. And that's kind of been the whole cycle of this play for SK, is just people constantly off the map because of these kills or because of these mistakes. So
If
Wonder will catch the
Pantheon
big wave
and
fast, but,
Rakan
like,
find
look
a
at that goal
flank
in the top
onto
right corner of your
Yin,
screen. You were the ones that got Baron, and you've gone.
that
down
might be
low.
a win con.
Not exactly ideal.
And Yopo is
No,
strong, but he's a Saya.
This as well.
He has no
Dragon
range.
30, Soul for SK. It's all going to be on the line. This is where everything is decided. This is what items do you want to talk about, Doug? He points a lot. You can't see it, but he likes to point at things. And he's pointing at
Uh-oh.
items right now.
Six
as
items.
Mickey
That's-
just
oh.
flashed. Shao got over the wall, but Shao went over
He has
prematurely.
flash.
All of SK
Okay, it's
sitting
fine.
there waiting. He darts back over. Redemption heals him on the cusp as trace him now with an angle. SK get the grub, and that's more
Okay, let's
important.
focus.
Scuttle gives the vision. Deadly Flourish from Ice. He's also got a bit of items, and with Rapid Fire Cannon, he can hit from even further back.
Cassandra has no flash,
Wonder and Mickey
Rakan
looking
has
for
no
an angle
flash.
dagger, but again, all on the line for this Mountain Soul.
Shao's gone into the pit, but open up on the curtain call.
Grayson's getting hit by feathers as well. 6k. Shao, if he can stop this, it'd be huge. It comes down to a smite fight at 1400 for the steal. Shao goes into the wing.
This looks so unplayable for Heretics, I don't know.
The engage from Mickey might not be all that. It doesn't matter. Shockwave finds 3, but the Dragon goes
Come on,
over
Ice.
SK. Wonder flashes away. A double room from Yoppa is big, but Team Heretics second.
Yin got like 1 auto in this fight,
Unsuccessful.
2
Wonder's
autos.
ultimate there was on point. Completely cuts off the offensive and retreat play from Heretics. We see it here as Mickey goes in over the wall. The Rumble ultimate.
Hell, I really like Heretic's comp. Maybe it's the Aatrox that doesn't fit in. Aatrox doesn't really... He can't provide engage, and then they have a Karma. So they don't really have a solid engage tool.
Especially with Shao not alive. How else are you going to dunk down them afterwards? So for Heretics, they've just lost Soul.
If they had the Wukong or something, it would have been better.
Elder comes up in 5 minutes, and I gotta say, with the way this game's going, with the edge that we're hovering on, you know, the diving board we're sitting on, scared to jump, it does feel like
from LEC,
this will either come down to the next Baron fight, Dagda, or the Elder will decide it all.
I think it'll be the Baron. And if I'm SK, it's just a case of play off these two waves.
Yes.
Push in mid, control top.
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be such a long game, and I have to pee.
And just deny any sort of access for Heretics to the objective. And that's where you can open up for plays from Mickey for opportunities with leader. You can see Heretics, they just want to, while the waves are desynced, get as much pressure in this mid lane. So that wave now that's pushing in top can actually be dealt with. And SK don't have any sort of plays to move across the map with.
It begins. 35 seconds. All right. I'm listening, Dagda, but I just don't believe yet. Okay.
Yeah. In value goes down a lot actually, just because of Elder.
Like the waves aren't situated like this.
They have no tank, but they have Elder.
The second wave is coming down, and we're constantly getting Yappa clearing it out in mid. But if the waves are never synced, there's no pressure. So Heretics can group on mid as 5 here and actually push back Yappa and still manage to get it.
No, why is he going QSS? Where's my Mikhail from Karma?
80 carry the gumption. Does Mickey look for another angle on the show? Now that he's spotted out as this rush is massively controlled, SK look for the fight.
We need damage.
Maybe understand there's the flash engage, the quickness as well. Mickey found the enemy support. Heretics have lost Stend. Leader makes it a 4 versus 5. Now Baron is free.
It's over. It's over.
SK move over towards the objective, and the pings from Heretics are down towards that bottom side. I wasn't sure if they still want to try and commit, to be honest.
Megan.
Like, yes, you lose Stend, but a potential shockwave might be the end of it.
My leg is falling
But this
asleep.
Baron, I think, will end the game regardless. SK move immediately towards the top side. The outer turret in their sights.
Congrats, Nightbots. Congrats, Nightbots.
In a turret last time from Leader, wasn't able to access. This will be easily done. Now it's about breaking the base, because if this Baron doesn't do it, then we do have to come down to that Elder. I think SK don't want to end up flipping the game as you said, there's a lot of tools from Heretics. The engage from Scheme, so into the back line, and Leader flips and makes it
Hippie.
so. SK running the base willy-nilly, but I wouldn't say so. As Shao just gets jumped on. Equalizer from Leader is defended.
I never thought you'd ask. That was for Reem's ears only.
And turning it into a quadra, a penta delayed.
Wow, 11-0 by the way.
Yappa, welcome to the LEC. SK, welcome to 3 and 4. And SK hoping that this might just push them into a welcome for playoffs.
The Jin stops counting.
Only Reem and fanboys could hear that, by the way.
SK.
Thank you, Reem. It's my boob shirt.
Early game. A couple of mistakes here
Ah,
and there.
I shouldn't do that.
But once it got to the fights, Yappa popping off. And so many of those fights were.
I'm not saying I bought it for that reason. It's also comfy, and it's easy to clean.
But I'm still gonna hold my breath.
But it is a boob shirt.
I want to see some drawing in between the lines.
Without cleavage. Because cleavage makes me uncomfortable. So having a boob shirt without cleavage is kinda unbalanced.
Yeah, okay, alright. Well, you play with the series.
Not on the same team anymore, Reem. You can't do that.
I did not see a bow dag, I saw like a little side.
You'll have to steal someone else's clothes now.
We're gonna have to call them back.
We're gonna have to bother review.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get in trouble. I am wondering where this team goes now. 3 and 4. We said this could be the game that is reflected upon, you know, getting into playoffs. And I do feel like SK would know that as well.
I don't know. All SK games look messy, but
Thank you
also
guys.
good.
Congratulations on that.
I just can't figure out
finishing it off with a pentakill as well. And welcome
if
to
it's
the
intended.
LEC. Lovely to have you.
I don't know.
For the
I can't read
interview.
them.
Could you let us know what it's been like to join the LEC, but also to join it with a
they're
roster that has so
they're
much
just too
experience already?
advanced for my brain, my small lizard brain.
Everyone is 30, different schedules, different mentality.
Yeah, only Dream can say that.
Mickey wants to go to sleep at 8 p.m, so it's a bit hard, things like those. So I think I took my time to adapt. I think now I'm getting on the same wavelength as them.
So you're like leaning more towards like the retirement home schedule rather than
My
the Gen Z?
bottle on my brain.
Yeah,
How's that been?
it's rough. It's rough.
The bottle.
Is there anything you want to say to the people that have been shouting your name here?
Yeah, I want to thank fans for the support. I really appreciate it.
He looks low-key Swedish.
Thank you so
I know
much.
he's
We're gonna be
not.
heading over to a break, and we'll be back with
But
our
the
second
hair,
segment of
you
today,
know, the
not
hair,
with
he's
XPS.
blonde. I don't know, he looks kind of Swedish.
It's a good read from Shale, though. Oh, Ice, that was not the step.
So I'm gonna cheer for him because of that. I say he's Swedish actually. You know what? Joppa is Swedish. Let's spread the word. Yeah, it's on Östermalm or Lidingö.
Guys are so f***ing cute.
When you talk about the range and draft dagger, and I'm seeing it again.
Oh, Saren.
All in.
What sticker? Look, this is us. This is us, Rim. Look. Look. I'm this one. Because I'm stronger than you. And you're the top one. And the middle one. No, actually, I'm the middle one. Because you're standing on my head. And then Sheena is the bottom one. Because we dominate her. Oh, I feel like a baby. Because I'm perma drinking, but I don't know, it's so yummy. Water is so tasty. Ah, I'm drinking too much. I'm going to the bathroom now. Okay, one more for paddling.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
NBA 2K. No brain allowed. Too cool. I thought it was matcha. I had matcha today. Look, wait. I guess I can't swap it now. I have a matcha sub. Well, you know I have matcha sub goal, but I reached it twice, so I had matcha twice. Okay, I'm going to the bathroom. Oh. Thank you, Whistle, for Prime. Heart. Mod. Change the stream time. Wait, I have to do it on YouTube too. Okay, I'll change the stream time when I come back. I don't know if you can do it on YouTube. I have to change it to the next game. Okay, we're back.
Welcome back to LEC ahead of our second game of the day. It's going to be Navi against GX. Two teams currently sitting on top 2 position alongside 2 other teams. So you really... there's a lot of smoking here. Sorry, completely caught me off guard.
They don't tell you this about show business. The smoke is stinky. I didn't know that.
Yeah, me neither.
It does not smell good.
I feel bad for the players because they have to go through this usually. Anyway, 2 teams currently locked top 2 of the standings. You really want to get those wins right now to solidify your position.
Yeah, the thing I want to say right off the bat is I think Jack laid something out earlier in the day that is really important for us to track Navi. I think there's a lot of people who are skeptical. Like, Navi is now run out of steam, you know, start a season, it's the honeymoon, other teams are learning to play, and this is a matchup that is going to kind of show us how good they can really be at the highest level. But GX have kind of been spitting recently. They've been putting up some big numbers.
They beat MK.
Yeah, while Navi has some questions, I think Giant X has shown a lot of answers.
Oh.
Especially with Noah in the bot lane.
Fire here.
I mean, I got a little clip here of Noah and Jun that I really want to go through because
I think I put
Navi
win.
So we could show the clip here, and I will walk us through it. As it starts off, it's Noah and Jun on Caitlyn Elise. And the thing with this bot lane is that you really need to be winning throughout the whole game, otherwise you will be completely useless. So it starts off with Jun and Noah being able to get a 2v2 kill. That in and of itself is really nice, but it's not enough to win you the game on the bot lane.
Oh.
We saw that Casey actually tried to play Caitlyn Karma against MKOI.
Thank you for the prime,
like Noah and Jun did.
Matthew.
So after they've now gotten
Sorry, I'm tired.
onto their mid laner with the Talia move and
I was running upstairs.
dive enemy bot lane to continue this pressure.
Oh.
That way, they're able to continue super from minions.
Mawet,
They kill Alvaro
4-year subscriber
again,
now.
and they're just continuously
You've been
setting
upgraded
MKOI's
to
bot lane
Yorm.
behind over
Yorm
and
icon.
it doesn't stop there. After they've gotten the full bot tower,
Look at
they
mine,
rotate
I'm
the top,
Totoro.
and they continue pressuring MKOI. And that's what you need to do when you're playing this Caitlyn Elise. And the
Hello,
thing is,
Rucksack
this might
Man.
not look impressive. You might think, oh, they're just doing good League of Legends. But the thing is, everybody could be playing Caitlyn Elise, and they're not. Because if you don't do these things, if you're not able to, you're useless. But if you're actually able to do it like Noah and Jun can, suddenly you got a free win
Oh, I didn't notice,
up
but
against
now,
the best team.
because I was using the
That's what
restream
makes the whole
chat,
difference from,
but now I'm
Noah
using
and
both
Mini
Twitch and
this year
YouTube
into the
separately.
player he became recently, because he was popping off on Kai'Sa.
Because I couldn't see the sub icons on that
The
chat.
fact that he's able to activate champions like this and bring the victory to his team is actually what shows how much of a different player he transformed into. And Giloto last week actually was telling us that it comes from a lot of confidence, something that was missing from him before.
I feel like he's become a leader in this team. He's really come into his own, and it feels like the game is much more around him. I feel like especially in Fnatic, you could tell that even when he had
Trantix,
good games, there was like a level
Jacket
of
looks
insecurity
pretty
there,
good
and he felt
actually.
like his team needed to provide
I'm just
things
gonna
for him that he
refresh
couldn't
quick.
himself give. Now he's coming into
Oh,
his own, and
then
he's
I
a completely
paused
different
again.
player.
And I really love that GX, it feels like, have recognized that he's a player that they want to invest in terms of in-game resources, right? The Caitlyn Elise, you talked
I was
about,
checking
eventually it gets that
something.
support from the jungler. That's what really brings it home in the context of this matchup and allows them to keep that snowball going. Make sure that Supa never gets to play the game, and that's good. Because last year GX were like, it's the Jackie show. And look, I'm ready if they want to make a game here or there, the Jackie show. But the Noah show,
The Jackie's Yone, I mean,
it was solid, but I'm renewing the Noah show for like 7 seasons. You know, the Jackie show
What was I gonna
pilot was
look
good.
at?
Season 1, I got some questions. The Noah
I
show
don't
just keeps coming back,
remember.
keeps delivering. There's interesting plot twists. It's better. And this, for me, I think is the best version of GX right now. And I think it's a meta where you can
Oh,
just
still
keep
something
going by. Look, it
important.
works for Fnatic. Not always when, not
What
when
were
Noah
we
was
talking
there,
about?
but it's going to work for GX, and Noah is here.
Got a new main character for this team, and it feels good for GX. What's about Navi?
GX,
Then they also have a main
Yun.
character, and it's that crazy man
Yeah,
in the jungle.
What else
the
were we
thing
thinking
about
about?
Relech is
Yun,
we've kind of
GX,
said everything that we
Jersey.
can say.
Yeah.
'Cause
Their
all the data
jerseys
just
look
keeps
good.
sending the same message.
The
The
jacket
consistency,
looks good.
the champion pool, although we've gotten a little bit stuck on Aatrox now, but it's fair. It does just look very, very
Ah,
balanced.
my
Really
predictions.
strong. I think for me, the only worry I have for Relech is the champion pool.
I
I'm
put
surprised
Navi.
that every
Okay,
team has
I
kinda just
predicted
let him pick
Navi.
whatever he wants. Some teams have decided to ban out the Kiana, but he's gotten Aatrox time and time again. Even in their
Yeah,
loss
I like
against
Relech.
KFC, he had like a really good play.
His
and he
champion
just
pool
looked really
is
solid throughout the
so
game.
fun.
And he's been the most consistent member of Navi, while Mainter, I feel like,
Thank
has
you
fallen
for
a little bit off
updating
once
the
Santa's been
titles.
taken away. Relech is that key star player for them that's always going to perform.
I have an argument on this because I was talking to them actually minutes before we got into that segment. I went
My
to
hands.
Relech, I went to
You
Mainter,
know,
I was
disabled
like,
small hands.
when are you finally gonna let your top laner
Big.
play Aatrox? Because I know that Mainter is a godlike Aatrox. He would love to play that champion. It's just that Relech is not even gonna share. From what they say though today, they're willing to play something else and spice things up a bit. So what could we be looking at?
Okay, I'm just gonna say, don't spice it up.
What?
Yo, I don't want to throw too much. Wait, they have their headsets
Balls.
on. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't wanna
fine,
throw-
they're
I
not
don't want to throw
listening.
too much shit when they can hear me. I'm not gonna let this go, and I'm sorry because this is old news. Isma Malphite ultimate.
It feels inappropriate that I have this
is not the day.
emote.
Let top lane just be 2 tanks. Give that man his Aatrox. Let him dominate his 1v1 jungle matchup. There will be
But it is a
times
chat
for
favorite, so I
Mater to
can't
be off
remove
tank
it.
duty. I don't think today is that day.
I'm gonna steel man you a little bit because for me the thing is that I
This
think
one's
they need
also
to
very
swap things up a
popular.
little bit just to have the steam continue going. I feel like we've seen them now play the same game plan
Yeah.
6 games in a row. And you
Well,
get to
I'm a
point where it's
content
like,
creator.
Yeah, that works,
I'm not
but
here
once
to be
teams start to figure
serious.
you out, suddenly, if you haven't practiced other things, you hit a brick wall, things stop working.
You know what? I trust Navi to innovate.
No, I added it
Don't
instantly.
innovate. This is what everyone says. You're like, oh, you've hit the thing. Let's immediately go to the next goal. They weren't even like they were supposed to be like on the cusp of playoffs. They're
I'm getting
currently at the
kinda
top.
hungry. Should I
Keep
eat my
going.
sausage?
Get first in a regular
Think I
season.
should.
Get top 4 in a regular season. We do this to every European team. It's like,
Do we eat
you're
the
good at that,
sausage or do
now
we
you
eat the
get No points
sandwich?
for doing that ever. You must immediately improve.
I think I
somewhere
can
else.
save the
It's
sandwich
It's
for
best of
tomorrow and
one,
eat
it's
the
LEC
sandwich
versus
tomorrow.
If
Shut
you
up,
want to
don't-
try weird things, it's the
It
best
won't be.
moment to do it.
Do
You
I?
guys do it. It's
I
fine,
don't
it's
have a
fine, no
He
fridge
just said,
because
what
I
about
shut
Worlds?
it
I'm like, can we
off.
stop, please? Can
Okay,
we just
let's-
like get through one league
No, but
before
this
we're like,
guy-
will you beat Faker?
This guy also said that Los Ratons is going to make playoffs, so I'm
This
completely
sausage.
disregarding
We'll
your opinion
see.
from now on.
Huh?
Final question I have for you
It will be
guys is
mush.
from Noah popping off
Are you
the
sure
GX
it's
into
only
Relay
one
with
day?
the Maestro here in the early game and in the games for Navi. Who's going to have the upper hand? Where do you see things happening?
I'm gonna say GX because the Maestro in the early game is often abandoning his
Should I
lanes and
save
leaving
the
them to their own
sausage then?
devices. And we saw what happens when you ignore the bot lane when Noah and
It's
Jun are
still
set up
good
success.
for
I would love to play
another
something like Caitlyn Elise again. but
month.
I've seen what an explosive GX early game looks like, and that's usually what I'm rooting for.
Where's your
In
money
jungle
at?
is OP roll, but Giant X, they've
Let's
beaten
eat
the top
the
teams. They're
sausage
taking
if we get hungry
All right,
again.
let's see what happens on the Rift finally. Casters and teams are ready. Over to you guys.
Okay. We'll see how crazy you guys are. Dracos is swearing a little bit, so we're going to have a talk to him afterwards, though. That attitude has got to stop there.
Look, he's not used to being down there,
He
you know?
bagged out Isma, you know, and to be fair, actually, the Rock game was not great. I'm sorry. He was correct there. But that man, let's see if he's right on the rest. I feel like GX are getting hyped up here, Dagda, but
I mean, how
Navi,
garbage
they're
can
still
it
a pretty
be?
big opponent.
It's
Yes,
just a
they're on the wayside versus
sausage.
KC, but this
Surely
team
it's worse
has been
to eat,
explosive in their individual roles. I would not put them by
Those
the wayside for this
pre-packaged
head-to-head
boxes
best
that
of
you have
one.
to
I mean, it's just
microwave.
hard to kind of come off the back of
Oh.
Giant X beating Emcoy and be like, nah, they're not that good. You know, it's like they absolutely blew them out of the
Thank you,
water.
you
Noah and
food-
Jun
food-
looked
food look.
fantastic with this Caitlyn Elise.
Prime.
And also Giant X kind of just knew how to play around.
Move my
Like,
lurch
they knew
from
what
my
to do,
face.
how to
There.
push that lead forward.
That was a fantastic game.
And again, yeah, as you say, I think it was just a really great addition. So for Navi, and now it becomes a case of
I don't know
how
what
we try and
social
control us.
neck
And a lot of that has to be the
nick
focus on the
means.
bottom lane. Now, Samdi and Paris have looked relatively good in the 2v2. Poby has kind of defaulted to a lot of the Talia play. So do we just continue to see some of that pressure down towards the bottom side to contain Giant X? Because at the moment, it feels kind of like bot lane go
Well,
amazing or bot lane go bust. and we
Everything
kinda
can
don't
cause
break.
cancer.
I do like that, though, because Noah and Jun feel like one of the strongest points. So if you've got stability in lot now, and then you've got Jackie's being question mark in side lanes, if you can rely on Noah and Jun, then
How
they can
Buvandus,
take
you
anywhere,
can't
especially
say
in this meta
that.
when
That's
bot lane
offensive.
has, I think, a lot of versatility, viability.
But
I
really,
like words starting
like,
with V.
yes,
Let's start
you
with the
shouldn't,
first pick,
like,
though, Dagda.
Go get
Orianna,
radiation on you
interesting
and
for
stuff,
GX
but
gets locked in. I guess the Azir's
technically
gone, but
everything, if you eat too
Yunara
much
is still
or
up.
consume too much
And
in
Navi
some
have
way,
their
you're
pick of
gonna,
Yunara
it's
and
probably
Poby.
I was gonna say, I
cancer
think
risk,
Sam's gonna be very
you know.
happy if he can get the Yunara as well. Like,
Can't
he's
live
looking very
paranoid
strong on
forever.
that pick. We'll have to see if that is the plan. Because the other option was
Eat
like
that
something like Ryze
sausage.
here as well, or the Talia for Poby. I think securing strong top and bot is simpler. But if Main Tour ends up going for the Sion, like Lot, I think I was going to say opt into a lot of different picks into that. So we're going to just go back towards the Rumble instead.
Yep.
And it's just a case now, do you have a higher priority on Sam D getting Yunara?
Taking a
Or
flight?
do you have a higher
Well,
priority on Relech getting his jungle pick? Because you have to take that third slot.
I've
basically
taken a
answer
lot
the
of
mid-
flights lately.
You do indeed. So priority 80 carry, or do you get an early jungler? It's something you've talked about before. The Jarvan's gone, so what else can help set up? You actually mentioned this last game, Dagda. This is the pairing, and Relec on the
picking
Wukong
against
here
Orianna.
is his first game. I mean, this is a standard jungler. It's been Aatrox, Kiana, and Ambessa. That's what he's played so far. Relec adding a fourth.
So I think you get the Xin Zhao makes sense as Isma. Like it's decent if the Wukong early can find him in a lot of situations.
Actually, what are we picking into Orianna? I have no idea.
To heal,
Syndra?
or to shield and
Is
protect,
Syndra played?
you
I
know,
haven't
as
seen
he
a
tries to
single
take some of those
Syndra.
early skirmishes. I imagine Navi is probably going to respond here with that Talia for Poby. Like the
I like
Psycho
Syndra here,
into the
but
flick back already with all the rumble and that there should be relatively decent.
yeah, what do they
Loss?
pick into Orianna?
What do
It's
you
just
want
S
to go for here
tier.
in that top end?
Just a tank to neutralize, right? The Casante's gone. This is the next best thing. It's been hovered over before, and I think it's going to be locked in. So, Sion here with the Xin Zhao. Now, Dagda already building a pretty
There's no
straightforward
way.
comp here for GX, right? It seems easy to execute. I think it's really important in the top side so far. How are Na'Vi going to respond?
There's
You wanna
no
question
way.
What was it going to be like in the mid lane? It is Poby we're talking about. Oh, Poby, right? Okay, man.
Okay.
You also mentioned this before.
They better gank
mid.
mid 20
Yeah,
times.
I mean, especially as the Rise can just opt in towards providing that CC chain for the Wukong as they start to try and play around mid. But either way, I think strong skirmishing, decent, very decent AoE when you get towards team fights as well on that top side.
If they
I
don't
think
draft
for
bot
Navi,
prio now,
it is very
and
clear
perma
that they
move
want to try and
Parus
take
mid,
fights where there's a lot of splash
I'm
damage.
angry.
And I think for Giant X, it's going to be about trying to isolate and find like 1v1s or 2v2s in a lot of their skirmishes so that then they don't have to fight against how much AoE there is on Navi's side.
Seems logical as getting rid of some of the AoE follow-ups. So I was going to say maybe a support. There goes Nico. Caitlyn went with it as well. So maybe Sam D goes for like a mid-range AD carry, especially since Aphelios is now off. Yunara's
That's
gone
why I
with it
didn't
as
bot
well.
prio.
We're going down
Then
the
they
tier
can
list a
move.
little bit again.
More
Do
people.
we think about the Zyrakans again for Na'Vi? Where do you want to go with this?
I'm thinking about Kaiser
Yeah,
for
Rice
Noah.
can always
It's
flash
something
up
that
here,
he's
right?
fairly happy with, especially if Sam D wants to go
Yep.
towards the Ezreal.
Yep.
And you don't have a huge amount of tools to reposition with the Kaiser is the only thing I would be slightly worried about. But at least if you try and play in towards the
Now we
the
have so
backline, you
little
can
range.
just have that shield as a defensive tool.
It's like they
I
have
think
to go
though,
get
Ezreal,
support.
decent answer to the
What if
Corki.
GX just
Both Spike
blinds
and Triforces, you can match a lot of the Corki
Alistar
power.
now?
And
What
also
do they
just
do?
Farm safely, so it's a little bit
They're
more
just gonna pick
difficult for the
Alistar
Corki
now?
to really play aggressive. Although, that being said, no,
Go Ezreal Alistar.
I'm also like, I'm curious what Paris wants to take in this position because I think that's what the back and forth there was. Because you imagine Nami could be an answer here for Paris. You've already got strong.
Oh,
engagement
the Innsbruck
skills, and just
part,
being
okay.
able to enable that would be great. You have a strong bot side that you can play through. But Jun kind of preempting that and saying, hey, at least I'll take a somewhat enchanter myself on the Bard. And we can kind of match any sort of range discrepancy here.
There's a lot of
10
engaged, a lot of
poops on
options here
Navi.
for
Wow.
GX as well, right?
Can I bet?
Okay, man.
No, okay.
We want to talk about this?
Yeah. Pyke is not where I expected this one to go at all. So, I mean, an incredibly strong bot lane, a lot of kill pressure.
A lot of bullying.
But it's also a lane that you want to
I
have a
put
lot of
Navi win, but
support for, right?
now I
That's
don't
not
know.
traditionally what I'd expect from Wukong in these early stages.
Yeah.
I think that's more on the Xin Zhao that can try and be involved in that bottom lane and have a bit more success. So I think for Navi, the first few levels are very much going to be a case of trying to spot out where Isma is and finding these timing windows for Sam D and Paris to play aggressive with this bottom side. But we already kind of said, like, you've got good setup with the Wukong once you do hit 6. So if Paris starts to roam with this Wukong, I think you could pick up a lot of kills, just jungle support plus a solo laner. I think the body count can start racking up.
And Relec has been so active in jungle. What I've loved about him is he takes risks, right? Against KC, that triple kill bot was so risky, but he outplayed. And we've got a lot of new plays in the LEC right now.
If now we don't
good
get
with their
soul
hands,
early,
right? Okay.
then it's
Just
just over, I think.
Paris and Relec, this combo that you're talking about, Paris especially had to step up to the plate coming into this split, and I think he's done so. With Relec and how big he is as well now on 2, this could be an explosive early game, especially at the level 6. Let's see if Na'Vi can break into the 5s, and if GX can do the
Yes, the
same
good
here.
Corki skin.
Jack is chuckling. What did Noah say?
Because I'm proud of you, Paris.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
And Paris just saying good luck, so. Yeah, nice little wholesome start to the day.
Yeah, that is a wholesome
yeah.
start. Jun on Bard. He's taking the electrocute into the matchup. So none of the Guardian stuff. As, okay, first Q lands. Holy pike.
I think
Yeah.
Navi has
That
insane
is what it
scrimmage,
is.
but
The draft has been
5v5,
Now we're going to see how they link up.
Interesting to see main drop doing.
it might be hard.
Definitely something you can do in this matchup, specifically because you're not under a lot of pressure.
I know.
The Comet that you usually take to try and poke out, Lot is just realistically going to be able to sustain through thanks to the shield and that.
Oh my god, ignite
Okay.
down, hang on, Noah. He's not in trouble, but he just gets chunked out. It's about how Paris gets out of there. Now, because of the passive, Paris is going to be able to heal up a little bit. Noah got ignited, chunked down, and that's from one bone skewer landing.
But look at the pathing here from Isma. He wants to have an early gank in towards this bottom side. Oh, actually, no, he still has his crab up. It's just underneath the
by the way.
ward. So they know that Isma is pathing away from this bottom side. So I think Giant X now going to be a little sad about the way this early game has gone.
Oh, yeah. Good ward on Raptors. Going to see the movement up. Paris did that on a ward. As I said, 2 for 2. It's that confidence.
Yeah.
It's like a
They
Blitzcrank
just
game, a Thresh game, Dag, you know
hard
so
to play.
well. When you land it, when the enemy knows you land it, that confidence goes through the roof, and they're like, oh man, okay.
Sure for
Gonna
Navi.
expect it. Now Paris has got level 2
They
as
have
well, so
Paul B.
I'm not sure what he
And
got
Riley.
up second, but I'm assuming the Phantom Undertow is going to come through.
Rylish.
Healing though from Noah and Jun means that they're okay if they get caught again.
Like, I
especially with
like
Ignite down.
GX players,
Even though, then, just
but
controlling the push, being in a good spot, and their jungler moving towards this bottom side means that
they're not
they
as
should be
fun
able
to
keep up
watch.
this
So.
pressure. And just start to take a few pop shots at turret plates as well as Paris fish for one more, but the wave going to block that.
Yeah, the fishing, good one. So Sam D stepping back on the wave. And Jackie's been chunked a little bit here in mid. And Poby's just emoting in his face. Now Poby on Rise, hot damn.
I like Navi more,
If I don't get goosebumps.
because
from
Navi
the
is
greatest
easy
of
to
some time.
say. Giant X or
Like always with Jay,
GX,
is Bone Skewer again.
it's just not
Hits.
pleasant
There's
to
the Phantom
say.
Undertow, flash. Wait. Paris doesn't need
Navi,
to commit his.
that just
Instead, Jun
rolls off the
burns.
tongue.
And Paris gets out of there with a bit of healing again.
But it's also both pots on Jun burnt, pot on Noah burnt, and Paris just able to take his now.
Why is
So
it
you're still
cringe
gonna have a
popping?
health
Elaborate.
advantage or a health surplus for Navi in this bottom lane. And as we said, Relech are in this bot lane could end up going over the wall and look
could.
for something.
Isma could be coming from the tri-brush as well. We look towards top because Relech has just backing off, and Mainta is deep on the wave. The state ain't too good. He's stepping forward, a ward spots him, and this is perfect game
Well, how do you
timing.
know which is the
Isma
other
has an easy
player?
angle on Lot, just has to knuckle down and press the Q. Flash away from Mainta, but Isma still coming in. The level 4 Zin's out, has a great angle. Wind becomes lightning, and here becomes the Talon strikes. 3 makes perfect. Mainta for the trade.
Oh.
A Lot though.
Oh my
First
god.
blood, as it ends up being a trade, but Lot ran in to get crispified.
You have
Kill
to
and
be
return.
so careful when you're ganking that top side.
First blood
Mainter
too.
managing to get the kill. I
You
think
see,
the first strike
Navi, they have a long name that's complicated and
have to rewatch again.
I guess cool,
But
but
nice job
Navi
from Mainter to get
is
that
easy to
turnaround.
say, so now they have a convenient
Means a lot.
short
He has
name as
TP
well.
He just got
That's
boots of
kinda
swiftness.
cutie.
A kill for Isma's nice, but look at the replay again, because Lot's like, I'm a tank, I'll survive.
Yellow
this."
is also
Yeah,
just the goated color.
They're just not at this stage of the game. The overheat coming through is lost.
Kinda worth.
They managed to get the damage down.
100%
Doesn't
worth.
look like actually
Hang on
first
a
strike
minute.
ended up coming through, but still.
Trading
just enough
kills, you get
damage in
first
the
blood,
rumble
so you get more
to
gold.
finish off.
Waves
I
pushing
think
to you.
Lot going to be a little bit devastated that he ended up giving that kill over.
Plus
the pulse.
Sign is the
though,
one that
maybe
wants
you'll be
to
okay in the
neutralize
long
this
term
win.
as Halo
Rumble
Blade
wants
comes
to
in,
stun
Jun
wall.
just gets hooked
if
again.
he can.
Paris is landing almost every hook on our screen so far, but since he was spotted out by Jun in that little escapade, I don't know if that's the right word, Dag, the English is not so good. It means that Jackie's will be safe. He knows he's on the side. Jun's going to hover him, safeguard this Orianna. Well, Paris continues to roam. 10 seconds by Tool Dragon, by the way. And bot right now is controlled by Na'Vi.
I'm more curious about what happens with this
Enjoy bottling.
second Scuttle Crab that's up in a few minutes, actually, because it doesn't matter, Relech is just going to end up
I'm
taking
thinking
this.
tomorrow I'll just buy a bunch
What
of
we've started to see a
onigiri,
little bit
because
more is that if
they
you
tasted a
full
lot better
clear
than the sandwich.
full clear at least once, and then on your second rotation, don't
Or
take
just buy
one of your
rice,
camps,
and I'll
reset
bring
and
my
go back out onto the
tuna.
map. Jamada did a great video on this. You can actually leave your
Because I
camp.
have tuna
The
still.
bonus experience that you gain before you kill that camp will give you just enough as you kill the second Scuttle Crab to hit 6. And that's what a lot of junglers are waiting for now before they end up going for the dragon.
Yes,
but with
yes.
the Scuttle Crab spawning on that top side, it looks like instead, Relech was just like, alright, I can just take dragon, trade that potential and still be completely fine. But you see it in a second. Isma just will hit 6 as he finishes off the scuttle. There it is. And yeah, I think that's where you can try and play from these timing windows.
Yeah.
But basically, Relech turning that on its head and saying, "No, I'm just going to take Dragon before you can get
I
back
don't
down to
know.
the
I don't really watch it.
Using Paris' pressure quite well. First Dragon of the game's Mountain. And remember, if Cloud's coming next, we got maybe a Boring Soul coming up. What I'm more curious about, Dagger, is that Grubs, or rather, yeah, Grubs coming up on the top side of the map in 145. As Relech goes to clears, we will see that level 6 regardless. That feels like when the real fighting is going to come through. Phantom Undertow, not much taken. Noah, meanwhile, getting the Valkyrie out of Sam D as the 80 carries 1v1. Isma also spotted out on a ward, so no longer is it fair for Na'Vi.
I think Sam D saw the barrier burnt by Noah and was like, hang on, why are you trying to hard trade with me in this situation? So kind of just backs away, expecting something to be amiss. And it was Isma going to be there just as they come through. So Na'Vi not overextending on that bottom side and giving a bit more time for Relech to clear out this top end of the map, hit 6 himself, and now I imagine try and look for plays on the map.
Obi hovering though. Jackie's low on mana. Hit by an overload.
I was thinking what we're gonna play
That's
for.
the Rise play.
I have
A bit of
Grubs
extra
coming up
damage,
in 1
yeah, cool.
minute.
Now I will
I feel like
say,
they should be
backstage,
Navis.
I did see, I saw Jackie's before the game, Dagda. He almost tripped looking at me. And I
They're
said to him,
stronger
I
on
said,
top
"Brother,
3-3
it's
right
close to you
now.
being,
And Pyke should be able to move.
having a
Ball
bad
in your
game
face,
day, yeah. I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
No,
So
Pyke
I
is
have
Opus
a
mid, I
philosophy,
think.
Okay.
Alright.
And he sticks
And I'm
around.
like, the way I look at the
Top
world
side,
is if
I
I
would guess.
wake up in the morning and I spill my coffee on myself and I stub my toe and end up tripping over,
Yep.
I'm convinced that I've used up all the bad karma for that day.
Really?
So the rest of the day is going to be great.
I'm
Because
completely
all
opposite.
the
Oh.
bad stuff has happened already.
What's happened with Jackie's? Maybe
Yeah.
it only just started. As he goes down to Relech, and his bad karma's just beginning.
And I've learned that my philosophy does not apply to Jackie's.
Maybe it's still going. Maybe it's still in that little section. You know, he almost tripped. He's just gone on stage. It's only
That's
been
exactly
20
what they have
minutes.
to do.
Yeah, and it's still the start of the game. So,
That's his
like,
night time.
this is the stub your toe.
Yeah.
But as soon as we hit 15 minutes, Jackie's about to have a great time.
All his karma out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All the bad karma out
Yeah,
of the
all
way.
the bad karma out of
See,
the way, and there's only good karma left.
As a hook lands again and finds Isma, as Paris, by the way, initiated that last play. Grubs a halter, but Relech's just going to go back on it. Small reset. Second one, not resetting, as Relech just gets back in the bubble. Again, set up. Isma, ulti straight away. True Shot Barrage does some damage.
Okay.
Equalizer down.
I mean,
It's nice
Wukong
to see
is
that
no
goes
ult
gold,
now.
but still over the Grubs. Relech's like, I'm going to play this.
But they got two
Lot
Grubs.
has no mana. Paris is getting chased and maybe getting baited in. Meanwhile, Jun gets the back of the fight, but GX look forward. A shockwave onto Relech. Catches his pants down. He finds an escape, flashes out, but so does Isma.
Ah.
Through the magical journey, Jun gets him midway. What
I-
a dance.
I
Pope
feel
flashes out, and I feel
like
like
Na'Vi
we
should have
went
just
round
left
the
after two
barn
Grubs.
with that play.
I think we went around it twice. That was a
They knew
weird
they had no
fight.
ults.
Na'Vi very separated as they try and step up because Poby ended up isolated from the rest of the team. And an overcommitment gives Giant a few more kills.
They probably had.
There we go. Jackie's starting to turn his fade around.
Makes
Oh,
it
he is.
awesome,
It's
that's
already. The
nice.
car was swapping around. Observers, I'm going to need a replay on that, though, because I don't know what the hell just happened.
Yeah, because this fight kicks off, right? Relech ends up working here with Paris, and it works out well. But because Poby ends up going back, he kind of ends up playing in this weird spot across here where he can't really get access
I have
to
a
much of the
feeling
fight. Lost ends up finding a
P2
lot
are
of
not
space on
gonna
the top
start
side,
their game
and
at
Jackie's
3.
kind of able to work with Isma back and forth to pick off
Because there's
like, the
still
isolated
another
members
whole game
of,
after this.
Na'Vi. And this is what we were talking about for Giant X. Like, if you can spread out these fights so they're less clustered and
I'm
more
so
about these
cooked.
individual performers, well, then you actually got a chance. And Giant X playing it well on that one.
Splitting to pieces. After that play, just a quick note. While Noah didn't get any, because I believe the 80 carries just weren't involved, Isma starting to launch in his
playing
early
next.
game as well. 2
I
kills under
just
the sky. And
checked and
Trinity
forgot.
Force has picked up from Relech, yeah. But,
Fnatic shifters.
I think in the end, Giant X are going to be
Then free to
okay
play.
losing Grubs and getting a
The
bit
sad
off
thing
the
is
back
they're not
of
even playing a very
what
interesting
again was
game.
chaos.
They're
Invade
playing
here
as
for the blue
Casey
just
Blue.
before Dragon. Paris
Well,
gonna
I'm
see
not
it.
sleepy,
He Phantom Undertows away, but Relech is here to cover. with
but I
Sam
also
D over the
don't
wing.
want to be up to 5 AM.
Still fishing. Relech over.
Cyclone starts it off as well. I believe there's a shockwave to bring them back in. Rather not. We waited, and we see that
Uh-oh.
Jackie finally brings it in with the distance to secure.
Wukong is
Blue
getting
are still
cooked.
contested, but Paris can't do much. Giant X hold true and win the fight.
Na'Vi trying
She
to
has
help
a
out their
very
jungler,
good
but
single
the bot
target
lane gets put in
damage.
timeout, and Giant
Not
X
Orianna.
again fishing for kills, and This is what we want to see from Giant X. Confident play, aggressive invades, and it nets them a dragon number 2.
Split the difference with Na'Vi, and I do feel like, again, this early game's getting better and better. And Jackie's is definitely getting more fortunate here. Well, what are we at? Chemtech Soul. Exciting for all.
No, there's another game after this.
Still, I know we're in a new season. I mean, I do feel like Chemtech still...
Next game is interesting though.
Comps. You know, we got a bit of Mundo going around.
We're lucky. All of these games are interesting before G2.
Like, is it the weakest chat, or Dagda, or anyone? I mean, is it? Do you hate it as much as like Cloud Soul these days, or?
I feel like it should be justice for all dragons. You know?
Where are you going?
I don't want to put one in the trash.
That's right.
I think they all deserve. They all have their own merits. They're all doing their own things.
They should all be treated equally. Yeah, that's right. I mean, look.
I have like one spot on my back. It's just painful.
Well. Yeah. All the kids have merits.
I don't know what to do about it.
All the kids have merits.
They're all trying their best.
But what about my kid? You know, what about my kid? The parents aren't asking about the other kids. They don't care about the other kids. Like Chemtech Dragon's mum just wants to know, like, what can Chemtech Dragon do? Chemtech Dragon, you know, helps people when they're down a bit, and like that's the kindness of what he or she does, and good for Chemtech Dragon.
Another concert.
Everyone has their opportunities, and as you said,
oh, they have energy for that. Oh, you're playing.
When you
okay.
go into a
Then I get it.
the teacher says, "Yeah, he's a real people person." That's what you want to hear.
So we're all kids. If all dragons are the kids, then Elder is like the father, right, or mother. Like that's the parent. Because Elder has the traits of all of them. There's 5 kids in the family. Elder's the mother. Baron's the other parent.
The uncle, I was going to say.
Oh, I don't know. I think they've got to be related somehow, no? They come from the same area. They're all void.
So long till then. What do they play now?
Baron's void. What is dragon?
There's a lot of turrets up. I don't know, I feel like nothing's gonna happen.
We need a new... I mean, Atakan popped in. Probably from some unknown void world.
Oh,
we need another
a Moln raid.
Well, he was just a dark
Thank
right?
you.
Oh, was he?
He was just a demon.
Oh, yeah,
I hope you had a good stream.
Look, I play the little in-game.
I'm
waiting
for G2 to play.
They're good, they're good.
It's good fun.
I mean, the only law I know, I think, well, is Ivan. Ivan and Orianna. Orianna got, you know, piece by piece.
I'm surprised you watched Arcane and don't remember it.
I started season 2, and then I think
we're doing
it was
some
like
LEC call stream.
At the end of my wife's pregnancy, so it was like we just didn't go to, you know, but
Hello.
then I
they play late. I
won't
stream that one.
I still haven't seen it. I still have not seen it, and I work for the game. That's a problem.
But Giant X don't really look like their best.
I'm stopping stream after G2 play.
Jackie's getting that push in. They want to try and establish some vision and maybe go for a repeat push in towards this enemy jungle. Again, I just like the fact that they're getting decent vision down. And there's little that Na'Vi can do. We kind of talk about like Relech has been such a powerhouse for a lot of these like side lane plays that we see. But Giant X kind of doing a good job of keeping him in check in a lot of situations with just the vision that they're managing to accrue, or at least spotting him out.
Tomorrow,
where he's going to be.
Or tomorrow's games.
Around some of this jungle vision.
The morning after that, I'll have to wake up early.
Dragons up in a 45. Noah's fine in mid.
Alright, have fun.
I will say playing Pyke versus Ezreal makes it so that Noah is not going to be the perfect target unless you have these sick predicts. The top side, 2 versus 1 again. Main to went too far forward. Caught out once more, but they ain't a trade this time. Lot smacks him down, and Giant X throttling a bit on this game's pace.
Yeah, overheated. I meant that there wasn't that same turnaround potential in that situation. Noah trying to steal the crab, doesn't quite get it. Paris? Oh, no predict.
You got to predict it. With Ezreal only predicts. Good damage, though, on the Pyke in the interim as I think that Herald, because Giant X found the top laner, might just be there.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I don't think you're really in a position to follow up. You can see Relech very nervous about even entering his own jungle. But you talk about it like first items on both sides. I just think with Na'Vi, the position that they have is so much easier. Even the TP to the bottom side to match Lot there. Yeah, Giant X going to continue to
it's uneventful, nothing is happening.
And I think Na'Vi do have like big team fights and big opportunities they can't
I need to like move or something. I can't just sit.
Oh, direct hit! Hang on! That truck came
slamming. Oh god, it's a disaster.
No chance to escape. Lot. Oh, we're gonna have to see the
It's a disaster. I think.
Santi, I think, had flash. Didn't know. I assume it didn't have enough mana for Valkyrie.
Got this in the bag.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, Valkyrie must have been on cooldown.
But I think he
Hello,
was
Bodling.
really low on mana. So I
Okay.
think he didn't have enough mana for Valkyrie.
Yeah.
But I think the flash was up. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's go to the, what do we call it? VAT? What do we call
Oh,
it?
my knees are so weak.
VAR, yeah. VA or R.
Don't
yeah, sorry.
you
no,
start,
it's not
alright?
Irish. Sometimes I get confused.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
his flash
because
was up.
nothing is happening this game.
Wasn't ready for it.
He was just shocked.
Yeah.
And I need to move.
Bone Skewer, shocked in once again in the magical journey.
Like
Focusing
here,
on good
he's
damage.
random fisting, nothing's gonna
He's still
happen.
scaling there with Rod of Ages, just finding its first stack. Thank you very much, goated observers. Let's have a look how Sam
there we
B
go.
got caught.
Yeah, because the ward is there. He sees him.
No mana.
Yeah. but
5
he
squads
had
every
flash.
kill, we can do that.
So
He was
Oh.
scared. Equalizer, beautiful. Onto Isma. Fantastic.
For which team, though?
A shutdown. We've come back to
Both
life.
teams?
And Light, as he tries to flash over the wall, is going to be matched. Bonked on the head. That's 2.
That's 10.
Sandy might be caught out yet again. Noah's the all-in happens.
That's
with
15.
Giants. Find another, but Noah's now in the middle of it.
Maybe we're doing too many.
A double over to Noah. And Navi
20.
just
I want to
found
push
their
ups.
window of opportunities. Jackie's also run out of mana. This game is going to keep on delivering.
I can do
Dragons now
25,
greedy.
but
I don't understand what Giant X were trying to like. Isma was on.
I don't really
Dragon,
want to.
But Jun was top lane. Like Jun had to walk the entire way down from the top side of the map. Giant X were not in a position
My
at
arms
all.
are just too tired.
It looked like complete miscommunication on. Are we taking?
I don't
the
know,
fight?
I
Are we
don't
not
feel
taking
like good
the dragon? Like,
doing
what?
workout
I
on
really don't know
cam.
what Giant
Makes
X were
me
thinking.
makes me feel awkward.
Neither do I. Let's go.
Front
to the
profile is
VAR.
fine, I guess.
I love the VAR. But yeah, look, you got Orianna and Jun is top lane. So you're starting the
I
dragon.
don't know, Navi
as-
draft just looks
like,
so
starting
hard
the
to
dragon
play.
point is Isma, and you're nowhere in position. The Orianna's TP'd in, but you're still like you've got the Rise that's moving in quicker. Yeah, this
1,
was bizarre. Like you got 2 members
2,
top as Giant X,
3,
and Navi just able to
4,
commit faster to the play. And they
5,
already have like the core damage leaders they
6,
want in the core key,
7,
and also in that Wukong Rumble
8,
combo. So you just managed to chase down the kills.
9,
But Jackie's, he got a cannon on the way out, plus 60
11,
gold. So
12,
not leaving empty-handed.
13,
But for Navi, small gold lead on the horizon. They got that last dragon, and
15,
we do come back to live. And Giant X has
16,
also almost taken down the
17,
outer turret in mid.
18,
So this game is very close, and it does feel like with
19,
Baron coming up in a minute 45,
20,
while both teams aren't the
6,
fastest,
7.
we're gonna have a lot of
I don't get this
posturing
win.
here. One of
21,
those games
22.
is going to be edged out
Did
by
I
a
do
team fight, I feel
22?
like, you know, one of those big
I will
5v5s,
whatever
Zach,
22, that's
my
3,
kind of League of Legends.
24.
So the nice
25.
thing for Navi is the fact that they, by getting that second dragon, now if
I
they
used
manage
to
get a
do
third and fourth dragon, we'll have fully stacked Rod of Ages
50
for Hobie, just based
on
on
my
timers.
Yep.
And he's in a fairly decent spot where he can
home
work his way
workouts
towards Actualizer.
before.
So I think just playing around like Hobie spikes.
Or I would
will
do
actually be very
50
strong
wide
for Navi.
squats and then 50
And for
normal
Giant X,
squats.
they kind of now need to find windows again to look for picks, try and protect Jack. But it's very hard when you're trying to protect Jack. He's on the side lane. So this game with that mistake just got much more difficult for Giant X.
Oi, Jackie's in a side lane. Jackie's in a side lane. Alert! Alert! Get the cat! The flash, the tempered fate. It recovers. Jackie's being saved by Giant X. And now Lock gets
Hit
into the mix
thrust.
as well.
Yeah, but they're
Power
so
with the
hard
Hogany,
to
finds
do.
nothing. Shockwave catches the TP from
Like you
Manta.
need something
The
to
ball
like
fight,
put
it's
for
here,
weight
it's in the
and
top
I don't know.
lane. First down
It's
is
uncomfortable.
Hobie. Giant X get pulled back, but Lot even gets the turret. They care not as Noah's
Like
on
they're
the
even
take,
trying
flashes
to
in,
do side
mystic
catches,
shot
which
after
they
mystic
should.
shot.
It's
One will
great, but
connect, the other won't, but Parasite
just
I
don't
think
have
he's
enough
getting there
damage.
either. John gets it from range, and what a punish onto Navi in the top lane.
I
Wukong
just said
is
it's going to be
bot lane,
difficult
like,
for Giant
that
X.
looks
The
like
double
a
TP, or the TP from
split
Lot
play.
invested to try and keep that top side safe, but you are losing the mid turret. I think a good amount of damage on that bot side turret, so there's some go back, but this is definitely a Giant X win. And it comes off of, you can see here, Jackie's
there's the
no
more push,
sustenance,
there's the more
potentially
squats now,
available
by the
here,
way.
but not
That was
taking the
3
alcohol.
kills.
Good flash from Paris, but it's the lack of flash from Hobie that actually comes back to bite them. Because Jun gets this CC with the late flash from Hobie, which sets up the play.
Maybe we should do
Shockwave
some
from
variety.
Jackie's keeps
What else can you
Anchor in
do?
check as well. And now that you got Lot there, like you're so tanky.
They
on
just do
ball,
the-
and Noah
what's it
even
called?
transitioning from mid to top
When you're on the
to pick
wall.
up some of these kills. Giant X, massive gold swing in their favor.
Big gold swing in their favor, but a to and fro
But
still.
15 seconds
2,000
is like
just about for
nothing.
them. Now in the lead, that Baron sitting up and waiting, and worth mentioning because Again, we are getting towards that mid-game point where one more mistake leads to the Baron, leads to the biggest swing in this game.
I'll do the rest of them when
Also very important to note as Na'Vi would be moving to 3.
when game is over.
Point. But I do question again as we get to the second item territory. I question how Na'Vi going to fight this Dagda, because I feel like despite Jackie's almost getting caught out there, their fights have been pretty easy to execute. Lot steps up, either ults in or he walks up. Isma's there as well. Jun can play at range. And the
Don't want to get
Jills can
sweaty
play
either.
at range as well. Like it's very hard for Na'Vi to get there.
Yeah, I think the focus is more on, bypassing front line of Giant X if you're Na'Vi. Relech goes into the back line, you set up with that Wukong Rumble combo, and then Paris can start to finish off low health members with the ultimate.
If
And that's where you can start
just
to
without
right?
weight
Kind of
is
like
fine.
bypass a lot of that strength up front line.
If you make it sexual, that's a huge
But unfortunately
problem.
for Na'Vi, these fights have kind of been, apart from that one at Dragon, have been a
But
bit
it's not
more
very
spread out.
useful. Like,
And they just haven't
I
really
don't know,
been
I
able
don't
to
get
find
tired
those
if I don't use
combos
a weight.
within the team fights.
and
And it
yeah,
does make a little bit
it
of sense.
feels inconvenient
Jackie's
to
is the only
use.
real one that's kind of vulnerable.
that's why I don't
and
do
I wouldn't
that.
be surprised to see him stop off for something like Azanya's in the next couple of minutes just to try and help survive in these fights.
Even though they're supposed to be
But there is a
OP
chance
for getting
that
thick.
Na'Vi can look to just one-shot some of this backline and hope that they can carry the fight through that.
Okay. Well, I feel like then again, if we're looking at main series as second
I think
item,
your dad would be
we're
proud,
looking at this Rumble
Mayuri.
to do a lot more in the fight
He would
than
know
we've seen so far. I
you're
feel like Na'Vi,
practicing
as they approach this dragon, they're going to really think about their aspect
for,
of approach. Relech seen on a ward clears it. Na'Vi stepping up, and the biggest question I want to ask you, Dagda, is how the hell do you get past Lot right now? And you said, well, they're going to dive. They're going to dive onto Giant X.
But they need an opportunity.
he will
for
know
Relech to
you're
get
a
into position,
wrestler.
and these
That's
wards have
all.
been great from Giant X, spotting out the Na'Vi, trying to move down towards his bottom side.
Set up.
Okay,
Relech just
big
flashes
engage.
in Cyclone, initiates the fight, but the hook in on the sign is better than I expected. And CC Immune with the ulti running away.
Oh
but
my god,
Charge
that part
flushes
ult.
out, manages to survive. Remember, the heist was all about Dragon and Giant X get it and get away. It's X to mark the spot for the first kill.
One
of the
kill
fight,
for
and the
Drake is not
only
that
kill of the
great.
fight for Na'Vi as they walk away, otherwise empty-handed.
Yeah, the kill is not really going to be enough to write home about, but the position on the map may be in their favor.
Maybe they can get bot
swapped
turrets.
Sam D into mid to clear the way,
No,
and they do
no.
have push on this bottom side, but with resets coming through, not convinced that they want to try and look for that bottom tier 2. But Relech has to make this fight happen, and he does. Immediate flash from the wall, as little Jackies can do, and it kind of splits the fight here. You can see Noah and Jackies up with Isma to just finish off the Dragon, and it is the Scion Lot that gives his life. But the call from Giant X was just get the Dragon and get out.
Good prediction from Paris there, but yeah, Giant X losing minimal. A little bit of gold to Paris. I didn't see who he shared that with, if anyone, but regardless, Dragon's down for a bit. Now let's talk Turkey. Baron in the top side of the map is the obvious focus. And that's where we're just going to chill for the next 5 minutes.
Still, Poby is in a fairly decent spot. Like,
And
actualizer
gold
on the
is
way.
even for
He'll
what
be
it's
dealing some
worth.
serious damage in these fights if he gets half a chance. And Jackie's has had to go for this kind of
Although I feel like
style build with the Cosmic Drive, just
Na'Vi
because we talked about like he's going
wants
to be
to
the
be
main
ahead.
target for a lot of these. So it does mean that the shockwaves aren't going to hit as
Price 3
effectively as
items
they
is
potentially
stronger
could.
than
So I still
Oriana
think
3
Giant,
items
like,
with
you
that
see
build
Giant
though.
X are fine in these fights.
Or with any build probably.
It's just that Na'Vi have like maybe some windows they can play, but as long as Giant X are kind of playing the way they are, I think they'll be fine. Play off of mid wave, don't spread yourselves too thin, and allow Na'Vi to fish for these picks, because you can see here, that's all the Na'Vi want to do. Find these small pockets of vision where they can combo with Relech and Paris.
Giant X enabling that, or rather disabling that by grouping up. They're isolated with Paris, how easy it is for Giant X to get caught. Relech sees Noah, ward in, sees Isma on the wing, who has GA, by the way. So it makes it a little bit easier for this guy to just send it. Sandy engaging, Valkyrie in mid lane. In the meantime, Noah gets out. And Shrine to help heal him up. Noah's a little bit low on mana, though.
I wonder if
Giant X
they could
or
have
some kind of
forced
play-up in
the
this top
Quirky
lane.
Flash
We'll
there
see.
with Spardolt.
Giant X are just biding their time. They got the push in mid, they got the push in top. Great. That's our... We don't want to overextend here. We understand that we don't have vision in the enemy jungle.
Especially
and until we're
before
in a
Ryze
better
gets
spot,
3
we
items.
can't really overextend. Especially with Na'Vi having main turret
Since Sao is
constantly
also
push
an item
on and going mid.
advantage.
Like at the moment, this is kind of the safe part of the map.
So I imagine
that
that's
you
a
get to
fight
play
you
with
want to take.
if you're Navi. Anything further along is actually just going to be the danger zone because you're just constantly having, you can see it here, push in boss and these roams from Mainter to try and get in behind them. But Giant X might have overextended.
Might indeed. Relech with the angle onto John. Is it found?
Oh,
Yes,
that's
it
a
is
big
indeed
flank.
with a Cyclone down to start the fight yet again.
Oh.
But Relech has no support. He's
No-
pulled
never
back and Noah
mind.
claims the kill. Blood onto Mainter next. They
Oh,
call for
God.
the decimating smash and Lot lands
Oh.
it down. The setup with the ulti's beautiful as well as double already landed in Jackie's lap. Another decimating smash, but this time Sandy has to flush out of it. Lot takes it all. And Giant X have now opened up the Baron.
Giant X don't actually put themselves in any danger.
Yeah, no, when I look at the
That's gonna be
items,
kill. That's going to be 1,000 kills for
doesn't
Noah.
Navi just wanna
And
wait?
that'll be the Baron as well.
Shouldn't they just wait to
Thought
the
it
so
was
they
his
can match the
birthday, but that
items
could be
of
even
3x?
1,000 kills. And the Baron and a Giant X win on
This
the
Rise
horizon.
one
Look at the
item is a
flank here.
big
Started by Relech,
difference.
actually.
But look at Noah. Repositions with the arcane shift. Relech isn't really getting the value that he needs. The follow-up from the back line
And
of Navi is too
do
far
they
away.
also do they
And a
really
great
wanna
output
fight
from
on mid
Jun
like
to keep
this?
Painter in check. And this is
It's
what
not
we were
very
saying,
good
like,
for
Giant X were
Pike
aware
or
that this could
Ryze.
be a case. That's why
To
they're
fight
playing
in such
so
a wide
far up
area.
the lane, like towards that Baron River, so they always had an escape plan. And they don't actually give Navi that opportunity to force the fight.
Giant X in very good hands right now. The setup in these fights have been beautiful, and I mean, it's another reason why in pre-season and off-season, I feel like Sign was his pick that was hovering around, and since the end of last year, I mean, it's been around for a year or more, but just easy setup for Giant X has enabled them to control the map, and now with the turret going down,
Well.
the push is there.
But Paris is in behind Giant X. And Giant X have no idea. That's the TP for Mainter as well. The pinch is on.
Game-breaking
Okay.
play for Paris.
I
He
like
needs an
this.
Angle. Kobe jumping in, the shockwave's huge, but Relech, as he starts spinning,
Now we're
Giant X
talking.
are still so healthy. True shot barrage lays through the whole team, and a flank
Well,
gone
they still
wrong.
lost.
Mainton's gonna go
But
golden, but as Noah gets out alive,
it
too
was
far
a
away to
cool
claim a
engage.
return kill. A
And if
triple
they
over
were more
Isma,
even, I think they
and
would
it
have won
looks so beautiful,
this fight.
but things when they're up close are uglier than they seem. Jun will drop down. A quadra to Isma. We can't have back-to-back Pentas today. So it'll end there with the ace.
Giant X
I
still
wouldn't
gonna be
blame the
happy.
Pike pick.
It was a Hail Mary play from Navi, but they just could not find the
Like, what
damage
should
that
he
they
pick?
wanted. And that's the
Tell me
base
what he should have last
opened
picked
up
to
for
make this
Giant X.
this
Opponents
draft
do it, try and
winning.
save the game onto Noah. Halo plays the flash as well. X to mark the spot. Paris gets a kill. Under turret, he tries to jump back. It's a
Oh.
penta. It's a penta.
Okay.
Delayed. Back-to-back pentas in week 3.
I can't believe you'd lie to the fans like that, Asterix.
I didn't know it would
Back to
happen.
back with the Pentas.
Actually, I should be more hype.
Nicely done by
Wow!
Giant X, but
Is
it
my
was
so
all we could hope
good?
for Navi. They get one kill, but
Oh,
Noah again stays so
that was
safe.
out of my
Major
range.
Can't actually finish off Noah in the back line. Doesn't have the DPS before he escapes over the wall. And Isma is doing so much work in the front line, managing to pick up all these kills. And Giant X,
I'm not made
this
to
is
be
great.
excited.
Again, back-to-back solid.
I'm
Gonna
made
put it
to
out there,
be
wins.
the
Because it looks like they're ready to take down Navi.
the Mure
Like feeding
and
Mkoi,
cool.
decimating Navi. The scrim plays starting to come to reality.
It's starting to come to reality. A jungle pentakill.
I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
No, it's a
Neither did I,
chew. It's a gummer. It's a gum chewer.
For you, Isma, I died for you.
Who was that? Parus. Okay, I don't like you anymore.
Well, solid from Noah. Isma getting a penta, that's crazy. I mean, not many junglers can say.
Yeah, actually, Pike is
that
the
they've
issue.
gotten a penta as well. This is the third only pentakill on a jungler, by the way. Inspired and Yikes is the other. I assume that is in the LEC. As ulti yet again confirmed. Now in the LEC, let's play some more records. First kill does go over to Sam D. It's Jackie's, but Isma starts it off again. 4 more to go. Let's get another pentakill. He's got GA. He's in the mix. But he's going to go down immediately. Double decimating smash.
I wanna say it looks good for Navi, but I don't wanna inks it.
Up and available. Arcane chip. Noah is unbeatable. Look at him. He walks forward.
Considering everything, it wasn't that bad.
Kind of floppy bar in
It
the
was only a
way.
4 for 2.
Over to the Ezreal, and Giant X get
They might
another
just lose the Nexus,
back-to-back
you know.
ace.
The towers are going to fall as quickly as
Så
Navi
till gamla
did as
brottet.
well. Giant
Well.
X A 7.5k goal
I've never been a
lead.
Labrov fan.
And again, they are looking
I kind of just don't have an
good when it
opinion
comes
of
to these
him, to be
players.
honest.
Yes, they are. From the Caitlyn game and last week, that dominated lane to a slow
he
burner
plays-
that's relying on Lot to run
He
in.
plays good, I guess.
And the carries to really
I don't-
cement that lead.
I've
We've had
zero
some great
interactions
team
with
fighting
him.
today and a lot of hope in
Like he's in
Giant
G2,
X.
so I cheer for
We
them,
talked about
as I
how
cheer for
important schedule is, where these teams
G2.
are standing.
And I like
Moving
Broken
to
Bleeding
five, the
Caps.
safety net. Giant X are now one step away.
Hobie realm warping in so they can try and get onto Jackie's, but Jun keeping his mid laner safe. And Jackie's at least, you know, falls after. But,
But now that you mentioned that he shoots gun, maybe I
so
dislike
much extra
him.
gold. Noah's showing up after this, and there's little that Navi can really do.
Anyone
They're
that
just
shoots gun in game
outmanned at this
gets
stage
a
when it comes
minus
towards that damage.
2 points from me.
Paris almost got a reset on the ult. I think he just used it a little bit late on the GA. So didn't get to press his R all over.
We've established which
As
they
their
are.
Clean play from the bot lane of GX, really the stars.
Labrov,
I mean, I do this often when I
Leader,
talk about, you know, all the
Crowley,
great things the team often bees are, it often is
Varus,
Dagda, but
Her
it feels
shoots
like there are a
gun.
lot of stars
It was
on the
those
teams of
4,
GX.
right, that we
They've now
spotted?
rampaged over Navi. It's an 8k gold lead. Forget the soul, forget the discussion of the next Baron. Let's talk about how they break the base, because there's a GA on Noah now, and that front line is unkillable in lot.
Navi are going to try again. It looks like TP
I don't
available
think
from Inter.
Okay.
Wukong in behind. He's going to at least cut the wave.
Los Rotons are gonna win
So
another
Giant
game
X are
in
where-
LEC.
where
I think
they
they've
are.
won their
Just
games
like trying
now.
to buy time for this
I don't
one.
think they will beat the rest.
Relech on
teams
mid-wave.
They're gonna
Full
piss.
vision, as you said. Mainzer trying to get what he can as a 1-7 rumble. Inhibitor in top lane goes down. A bit of objective gold recovered by Na'Vi. But as Sam D steps it out, there's no way they're going anywhere near Giant X. Blast cone
Mickey
taken,
doesn't
and mid
chew
obviously needs to be the next directive. Ulti.
Or
That's
does
Sion.
he? Well, I
He's
can't
going where?
dislike him,
Lot
sorry.
decided, I'm just going to scare off the monkey man.
Well, Relech has
He
to go
coached
bot
me
side.
once.
Dragon is up now. Or sorry, Baron is up
And
now.
he showed me his enemy list.
So
I can't be a
I
hater.
wasn't sure if Isma was just going to start it, especially because you know Relech had to end. Yeah, they're just going to try and start it up, it looks like. Force the fact that Navi has sent their jungler to the bottom side of the map.
Got one wave, Noah.
You know, I watched Steins Gate because of him. And it was really good. I dropped that anime before, because it was so slow.
Just thought I'd mention.
But I gave it a
As,
shot again.
Yeah, Baron sighted at
And I don't
10K.
regret it.
Na'Vi coming in. Cosmic Binding doesn't connect to anyone else. Shockwave. Oh, it's gone Zonya's.
Sign is
Sandy,
just
he wants to get in. Yep,
S
with
tier
Proby,
top
he will.
laner right now.
Though catches one as Baron goes down and 5v5.
There's time to give it to one
Equalizer
trick.
not bad as Bone Cure onto Lot is good and they are burning him down.
This
To the
looks
credit of
playable.
Na'Vi, they have found something out of nothing. A Cosmic Binding that this time works well.
Oh.
On the top laner GX, but
Noah.
Noah fears no man. He arcane shifts in again, and again, he gets Bone
Oh,
Skewered in.
I don't know damage.
It doesn't
No.
matter.
Where's
It
the
doesn't
damage?
matter. He doesn't die. And even if he does, he's got a freaking angel on his shoulders.
Noah is playing with such
All of these
confidence,
drafts that
knowing
get
there
heavily
is nothing
outranged
on
look
Na'Vi that can
super
harm him.
weak.
The GA still on pop.
Even if they look
But it will
playable
be the
earlier on,
Nexus that falls
as soon as
for
they
Na'Vi.
carry
Noah's
switch
having a field
items,
day on the
it looks so
aggro.
hard to play.
Giant X having a field day moving towards the
In
top
the
of
SK game, they still had a 0 with
This
range,
team
that
is
kinda worked,
scaling,
right?
And at 5-2 now, you can safely say that Giant X are going to make their way to playoffs at some point. While unconfirmed,
GG.
this is the GX that looks near the top.
Five
definitely
wins
deserved
for
that win.
Giant X. It's not even about game score. It's about performance. And for Giant X, this is
Now we have
exactly
Fnatic
what the fans
shifters.
want to see.
Oh, yeah.
This is a team that can contest with the best in the league.
You talked about the karma of Jackie's. It rotated around. You thought he got caught out in that top side. That really opened up the envelope here for GX. As you can vote for your player of the game, Isma, Noah, or Jun. I mean, that's a hard task. That is a hard compliment burger.
Oh.
And if you're gluten
I
intolerant,
don't know, I like
just
their
walk
I
away
like
and
their
have a bit of a think
outfit so
about this
much.
one. Isma, pentakill, Noah, Ezreal kill, Jun, sexy Bard. Like, you got a bit of everything there.
I mean, Jun's ultimates were perfect. The magical journeys really solid in team fights to reposition. And just good skirmishing early from Giant X, right?
Yep.
Like that early Void Grubs fight, really setting the pace for Giant X. And Jackie's unfortunately like, definitely was targeted
Yes,
in
for
this
you,
game.
yeah,
But probably
and he's
happy that the
cute.
rest of the team was there to back him up after he
I
fell.
mean, he's playing Oriana, he's solid
Yeah,
enough.
there's little you can do.
And then
Yours
also
is
Luck
tier
gets
list.
a bit of
I
a
can't
shout
do
out
that
as well. I
without
know he
being
wasn't there
biased.
on the player of the game. but
Anyways, I haven't received my
Luck had
GT
a
yours
really
yet,
clean
so
game on the
either.
Scion as well. All vehicles
Hopefully
working
we
in
can do a
Giant
tier
X.
list.
Hi, Noah, how
No,
are you?
not that. Hopefully we can do a
That's a great question.
reveal
Let's
on
start there.
stream.
Noah, how are you considering you
They're
just got
supposed to ship
more
it
than 1,000 kills in the LEC in under
to
200 games?
Korea.
Actually, I'm proud of myself, I think, because I came here like on 3 years already, and maybe it's my last year, but I got 1K, so I'm happy.
Build diff, to say the least. I also want to
Fnatic
ask you in general, like
shifters,
everyone in the
what's up
team
with
is performing
Titans?
so well. You guys are 5-2 right now. What do you think is different this year compared to last year?
I mean, honestly, I think
Yeah,
not that
GX1.
different as last year. I think we are same team, you know, but I think we are just playing better on stage than screens, because last year
Eunice hot?
Scream
No,
was
you
really
can't
good,
say
but
that.
this year
That's
Scream is bad,
kinda
you know, so we are playing good on stage.
perverted. It's perverted to
Okay,
call
so
someone hot.
bad Scrim, good
You
on
can
stage,
call
good
them
Scrim, bad on
cute
stage.
and
Good to know. Well,
handsome.
thank you so much for your time. I'm going to let you go.
And
We're going to be heading over to a break, and we'll be back with our third
you can say they have a
SM1
nice
today.
face.
Knowing me. No, it's no. It's a better. No, before
Yeah.
you need to say I'm the best.
I'm the best!
It was better. Okay, Isma, let's show him how to do it. Let's show him how to do it. Okay, I'm the best. I'm the best.
No, I will have to.
Bro, what is this music? Boom, 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 boom.
Fiend.
Fights and big opportunities they can take. But unfortunately, like, they're just not finding them as
Oh, direct hit. Hang on. That truck came slamming into sand.
You can only tell people they have a nice cat if they're showing
Oh my
it.
god, Marusas might just
If he hit hook, they can this.
I think. I don't know. Actually, don't quote me on that. Maybe they don't want that compliment anyways. Who knows? Guys. Well, I'm assuming it's Giat.
Damn it. Hey, Dragos, you ready for the... Oh, that doesn't look good. Wait, I have a solution, but...
Okay, well, if it's your girlfriend, you can say it no matter what she's
We'll be
wearing.
right back. Just wait.
Yeah, but just because you
Have a
know
Kit
you
Kat.
look good doesn't mean you
told
want
you to figure it
someone to
out.
tell you
I don't think
your ass looks good, right?
go.
Hey there. Every season starts the same way. Everyone wants to win.
Like, if
But not everyone
I...
prepares the same way.
Let's say I'm wearing a dress with
I
push-up.
can't wait to show you what I
Because
have
I
in
want, I'm
store.
not showing cleavage. Doesn't
trust
mean
me,
I want people to
this
tell
year,
me, oh
everyone's
wow,
leveling up.
you have nice boobs. Like, don't say that, that's weird. Unless it's a girl. Girls can say that. Let's objectify our partners. Oh, I can't call my partner attractive because maybe she will feel objectified. L. You can compliment your... You're retweeting me, whatever. Girls love saying stuff like that to each other. Yeah, because when girls compliment each other, you know that they are not doing it with hidden intentions, with sexual intentions. If a guy compliments you, you always have to think, why did he say that? You know? Unless you're strictly friends. Unless you know, like 100%, that unless you've like verbally friend-zoned each other. Or you're in a relationship. Then I think it's fine. Yeah, I don't think it's weird to compliment male friends. Plus, I keep hearing about how guys never get compliments, so... It's kinda dumb to consciously not compliment someone. You know? But yeah. But also, you can, even if someone's a girl, if they compliment you too much when you don't know each other, then it's also a bit. It can feel like a bit forced. If you really want to read into it. If it's a stranger that you'll never meet again, then who cares? Then it's nice. Then I think it's cool to give compliments. Like if I meet someone in a bar and they tell me I have a nice something, or I tell them they're pretty, you know. That's great.
Striker, thank you for joining me ahead of your game against Fnatic. I think it's important we address the elephant in the room, and that is the fact that you guys are currently sitting on that 8th slot with 2 wins and 4 losses.
No more compliments,
Can
no.
you give us
No, please compliment
me.
me.
What's going on behind
Compliment me.
I mean, it's
compliment me.
feeling, right? Because
tell me I'm perfect.
We
Actually, don't. I already know.
The thing is, the way we lost was a lot
Thanks
of
anyway.
times frustrating in enemy base, sometimes hitting the Nexus even.
Yeah.
So we're trying to not overthink the result, but still not be cocky and understand that we could have won those games a different way if we are better. So we did put in the work, and we'll see.
I'm very cool. Yeah,
from the coach's perspective, when it comes to making sure that
complimenting
your
their
team is able to close out
perfume.
those games and
That's like
doesn't
saying I
suffer
just
when it
smelled
comes to
you
the
and
loss
you
and the way
smell
they
good.
lost, what do you do specifically to ensure their success this week?
I think the first element is to
Thank you,
remove
Padlin,
frustration,
and
make
no.
sure that they talk together, and after that it's to go through replays and understand that if we implement a certain amount of steps, in voice comms mostly, we can make sure that we have a more easy way to finish the game in the same situation next time,
And when it comes to your expectations for this week, are they high,
But
low,
yeah,
medium?
these things I'm yapping about, it's like strictly in real life.
and what we show today.
Okay.
Depending on that, I think
Plus, it's always.
All right. Well, thank you
It's
so much for your time.
always
Good luck in your game
depends.
today, and we're gonna be heading back to you guys.
I gotta be honest, guys. After what happened last week for
I know,
Shifters, I
and
was
like
not very
online, you
optimistic
know.
because this is the kind of loss that can just basically destroy a whole team's dynamic.
Like when I talk about complimenting people, I don't consider like online.
They actually used this week to find a solution.
Like
but also what kind of
commenting
solution
on
can
a
you find
post
for
or
whatever mistakes is happening in game for them.
in a group chat and stuff like that. It's
They will
just
feel better. That's the vibe I got. But yeah, but currently not feeling
not
so good.
the same.
It's one of those things where it's like I get why people give the kind of generic answers, but I do want more, especially when we see the tweets. We see everything.
You can't really read into that.
Like, hey, it was a little bit rough.
Those
Like,
interactions
rough feels like
the same way.
understatement. You know, it just doesn't feel like we're diving deep enough into the problem. Maybe it's because they don't want to sell any particular member out. I can always respect that. Maybe it's one player who's struggling. But across the board, it's been pretty disastrous. And again, I wouldn't mind as much. It's a new year. But when it's disastrous on the cusp of victory so many times, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, that's the thing. I really want to look at that gold graph because it's really giving Diamond Slope, hard one, Olympic Diamond Slope here because they get things going, they get things in motion, and it's just they cannot take it to the finish line. And for me, it's nerves, mostly. Maybe method even.
I mean, there's a lot of different factors to this team.
Online, I'm a ditch, and in real life, I'm a gentleman. I'm the same online and in real life, unfortunately.
I think really highlights the problems that I think Shifters have been having.
Yeah.
Because if we look at this play here, first of all, the things you can see is that Shifters are ahead on tempo from Vitality. What that really means
maybe more awkward in real life if there's new people.
That Shifters can push
But
bot
that's
lane
normal.
faster than Vitality can push.
Or if I'm with adults, if I'm with
like has to push a lot of waves
my parents' generation,
so Shifters
I
have the right
definitely
initial
behave
idea
different.
that they just want to push bot lane and send members there and siege with their Baron Nashor. But the problem is they're going to run into Naknako's Cassante, who is really hard to dive, really hard to progress against, and they're not able to
speak
adapt.
different.
And this is where I think language barrier can play a huge difference, because normally
Don't threaten. What do you mean threaten? Threaten with a good time? Okay.
But because this team is so
God, people like to complain about anything.
matching humanoid, and he's just pushing through, and yeah, Shifters are still
This
able
is talks
to
to old
slowly
people.
siege
I
this
think
bot
it's the
tower,
opposite.
but humanoid sees that
You
they
have
can't
to behave
anything, they
much
can't do
more
anything, So he just continues
respectfully
pushing and gets this full top tower for himself.
be more understanding, I
the
think.
Baron gold completely equal.
Because when people are old, like, they're not gonna change anymore, so...
Which is just
Like,
exactly the same
those that were here before when I'm yapping about people that behave in ways that you don't like, well, if they're like 60 years old, that doesn't matter anymore. then you should just tank it.
Regardless, the comms are not there, whether it's language or structure or whatever. Like you can't be.
Because they're probably like that for a
again slip on the banana peel
good reason. And
the game, like it's really embarrassing, and we can tell it's doing damage.
Probably not gonna change from you being a little count about it.
For shifters here, given the amount of games that they have left, front to back team fights. Let's keep it simple. That's what you want to see here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep it simple and see if it works. First shifters here again. They're back against the wall here after what happened last week, going up against Fnatic here. They have to show up now. Let's see if they can do it.
Kill them with kindness, yeah.
That 3 losses in
Plus, all people you interact with are usually family members anyways. So you should be used to it. Unless you are not having a good relationship with your parents. In that case, well, at least you're here. You're in Discord with your new family.
You know, for shifters, it's a tough hill to climb. I mean,
that guy with glasses? You mean on shifters, or?
I don't know where you stand on Fnatic Dag. They're always like.
There's multiple people with glasses.
I mean, I think they had a great week. I think Lospa, I mean, 2 back-to-back MVPs, like looking pretty good. I think his Nautilus performance was really strong. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see what he can do. Especially if he can continue to grow with Fnatic, because I know, like, you looked at interviews from Grabs at the start of the year. Or sorry, start of the
okay, I'm gonna play ads now so it doesn't go in game. I think it works like that.
Players hoping that it'll all kind of click later on, but you're starting to see at least the inkling of that, and it's just a hope for Fnatic and their fans that that can continue.
Well, as soon as we get into pick and ban, okay. I just want to know, we're on normal sides. Again, Fnatic chose first pick on blue side.
Orianna series open.
Left open because for now I see Varus. Wide
yeah,
open.
versus open.
Rumble's there as usual. The Rise is there. The Azir is there. Like, that's some interesting bans this time around.
I feel like it's gonna be a first pick.
Fnatic have just been given Varus. Will Upset take it?
I mean, I think you'd be crazy.
Surely they pick Azir over Varus. Oh, never mind, I guess.
An incredibly strong pick. So, I mean, shifters had to have a game.
Shina.
They knew that there was going to be left open,
3x game was kinda boring. I think the draft was kinda one-sided. First game was fun.
Yep.
And maybe you want to
last game was fun, you should watch it.
But I still think Varus is just so potent on this patch.
Now the answer is so quirky.
Really
oh. No, don't early pick in. You're gonna play against, like, Sion. Please pick Sion now. You're gonna face Sion. You're gonna face Sion. You're gonna play against Sion. Or Cassante.
Don't need to see any more.
We're okay walking past that again, yeah.
I think he should just take the Azir here. Like, it's such a strong pick.
You're gonna play against Cassante. You're gonna play against Sion. You're gonna play against Sion.
A lot of the answers that we traditionally see are gone, so maybe Vladdy just wants to go towards the Talia here for himself and just kind of look to play for a long-range poke for his side, but we'll have to see.
Does mean there are options to run into the Azir in the mid lane. Now, Echo is being hovered, but I'm very doubtful that Vladdy's just going to have some kind of leader glow up. He's got...
No!
I was going to say...
You gotta make it Yin useless. Make Yin useless, so I can say I told you so.
Just a nice pairing in the mid lane.
Yep.
I literally like Fnatic's draft more. Did I predict
the,
Fnatic win? I hope I did.
So I think Fnatic already, a lot of global assault, a lot of synergy.
No, I didn't.
And for shifters,
shit.
I actually don't know what Picado wants to pick. That was not on my
bingo card. That was not on my to-do list.
Okay.
I really prefer Fnatic's draft right now.
Locked in. Just like that.
I don't get it. So when I think of Skarner, it's like people running into him. I wanted to get value from the ultimate, and it becomes a lot easier as a Skarner when people are jumping in on top of you.
Shina, your opinion on Skarner, is he still strong? He was like kinda hidden strong for a while, I remember.
With the Varus, with the Chains of Corruption, especially
Där har
when
någon
we
bot
have been
now.
going towards that poke build. So I'm not
How does he even
100%
play
sold on
against
this one.
Talia? Doesn't she just E?
No, I want to see how it comes together because, again, I guess it definitely matters with that support
Okay.
even more so now. I'm part of that engage. For shifters, they are getting rid of the Alistar Dagda, so
Yeah,
saying right now
there's
they're
a lot
getting
of
rid of
Beatrix.
Lost as one of his strongest
But
champions,
they picked it into Pantheon.
but also the prime source of meat for engage right now.
Yeah. 'Cause
What does Alistar not do to span
maybe
min?
it's a Leona. Like, yeah, they just want to go for the all-in on the bottom side. Other option is Rel.
There's
like,
no
both
way they
Alistar and
blind
Diablo is gonna
Leona.
answer for the
Shut up,
touchdown from the Rel.
casters.
But Rel
They
is
blind Leona.
again, like long-range Varus into Talia, Unraveled Earth.
I don't have anything to bet on it, honestly. Like,
There goes
I'll
Nah.
gift
Maybe
a sub
Fnatic
if
are
they pick
thinking of putting
Leona.
Empress on Renekton again
Yeah.
in top.
I'm assuming this is basically long-range Leona, Ultimus. Hope that buys enough time for Skarner to close the gap, and you get the Skarner ult off as well.
They might just go Rakan.
But it's very single target focused.
I think they're
if
gonna go
that's
Rak-
the case.
I
So you
think
gotta hope that you
Talia.
get either the Varus or the Talia, but
I think they
Varus
will go
will take
top lane.
cleanse 90% of the
But then the
targets
bans
on
make no sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Right.
Okay,
Rel
it's
is
Rel.
champion, okay.
Yeah.
So we lose a bit of the range, but the AoE engage is still there. What you wanted to see, the parent.
Yeah, nice shit.
Skarner
Yeah, why would they go Leona? Sorry.
I think Braum goes kind of hard here. If
I'm
you're
such a hater of
Fnatic.
Leona blind.
I don't-
Like,
you've
it's
already
so bad
kinda
to
got
blind
Pantheon for
Leona.
engage. You can probably take engage
Unless
from
you're
here
playing
as well. Maybe he's
Fearless.
gonna go for the Rakan. But yeah, at least Rakan providing some engage, and yeah, Cassante just for the beat.
I also want to bet.
At least the
Oh, I can't do it in my own channel. Yeah, I can actually bet now because I'm not in Sweden.
Cassante wants to try and get in close and personal. But just the
Yeah,
range
there's the
from both
tank.
Talia and Varus.
Isn't Gwen actually good? Actually, maybe Gwen is not good on this patch. I feel like it's good against blue side team.
Into tanks.
Rek'Sai.
Still exists,
Yeah.
by the way.
That's more standard.
Rek'Sai gets locked in for Rooster, which will have a good
Talia
matchup
has
with
really
Rooster
high
eventually,
value here.
but
She can only E once. Well,
win the
probably
early
more
game,
than once,
this
but
becomes
yeah,
really
no.
difficult to play.
She
Like,
can only stop one
you
engage.
have to retake position into Varus ultimate, Talia,
What's your
even the Rakan as
I
well.
was gonna ask for your salary, I can't ask that. I was gonna say, you have no salary, and then I was gonna say, wait, you do, because you're in a team. And then I was gonna ask for it, but then I realized I don't want to ask that.
I think Fnatic in a much
It's
stronger
inappropriate.
position with the way this one's looking.
I also think giving away Varus just in its own, with how strong that champion is, both in lane and both in mid control, it feels like a mistake, but we'll see if shifters
You're unpaid.
cooked enough in the draft
Oh,
to really
okay.
change our minds on it. They're sitting 2 and 4, and as we said, standings are everything. This week you're gonna hear us talking a lot about what each game means, because since we have so many teams tied
You
up,
know,
since we had, again, we talked about the Lost
I'll do a very
Rise to Glory
small
at the end of last
story
week, where
time.
They went from
It's because
0 and 4
it's so
2 and
mind-blowing
4,
to me.
and found themselves
I once had
in the middle of the
a
top 8.
person in
Now all tied
esports
up.
that I was
Shifters
like
in that
familiar
hunt.
with from
If Shifters lose this, they move down.
like
Just
working
on top of
in the
Case
same.
Blue.
We didn't work in the same thing. We were like at a
Halfway already done.
LAN
That's moving into the later portion of games.
that he was working
I
at,
know you all hate the cop out, but every win does matter.
and that's how we knew each other. You know, he was paid to be there.
In a much more comfortable position now.
And
Bloody, the 2v2 Dag, you
then
already
at some
pointed out,
point
I mean,
he,
that
he
is
dimmed
a
me and
very
he
proactive
asked me
2v2.
for my salary.
Fnatic have a lot of tools in this early game.
And I don't know
biggest fear
the
is
culture in other
saying, like,
countries, but in Sweden,
Shifters need to get off
you
the
don't just
ground, but
ask someone
Fnatic's cop is
their
very
salary.
anti-morale,
Like in
you
esports,
know?
especially,
They own
where
the
everyone's
ground,
salary is
security, they've got gates, you need
a bit
car to
different
get
in
in.
teams.
But Shifters left it
You don't want to, like, I don't even know the salary of my
Yeah.
teammates.
Like, look for the flank,
The emergency
see if you can set stuff up, but
Scouter in the big 26.
Yeah, in esports you shouldn't ask that unless you're helping someone with a contract. Like that's very specific. If you're helping someone with a contract and you know like
there's no way that doesn't exist.
ish
There's so
budget, you know,
many
you can help them out.
producers.
True. Well, if it doesn't,
But I don't know him like
trademark
that.
ASAP.
So I was like, question mark.
We can talk. I'm okay to invest.
And he got so angry that I was so rude to him, or like it was apparently rude that I answered with a GIF. Because I answered like a GIF that was like, what?
You know, that's
And
he said it, not me.
he went on a rant how he's so nice to me, and I'm being a bad person for not not helping him out. And then he unfollowed me.
And just how Paddock and Trimby try and survive this lane. That's me personally.
Like, I do think
Or actually, no, he didn't unfollow me. He contacted me like months later and was like, I'm reaching out to people, and I want to not be on bad terms with anyone. So I forgive you for being rude to me. And I got rage baited. I could have just not answered or been like, okay, but you forgive me?
That should push and should kind of net themselves advantages.
You're apologizing by saying I should apologize?
Transitioning that into advantages, I need to see what
and then he unfollowed me.
Start to teeter over to 6 and Razork and Vladdy can start to make plays on the map.
I feel like
esport moment, by the way.
In that regard as a Pantheon in the early game. Curious to see what Bukata can do. Is Emperos just Grass gets his trading. Yeah, Roos does a bit of
that actually triggered me so much. Like,
out of favor a little bit, where it used to be a little bit more broken. Now
I don't know. I don't keep track of him.
But still, sustain exists. It is a D-shield start here with TP on the Rex sign. The one thing I've noticed actually is like,
sorry, I went on a rant.
They're not really getting super adventurous. Now, Razork, he is adventurous, looking for a gank at the bottom side of the map.
I was thinking, like, how delusional do you have to be?
And the wave kind of being a bit stuck with Paddock and Trimby. I don't think there's going to be any adventure at all in this lane.
There was a transitional gank, though, in the mid lane. Bukata ended up burning both
yeah,
Flash.
I don't know. I don't even have anything to elaborate on. I wish there was, like, something more to say about it, but it's just that mind-blowing.
Giving himself a nice little buffer here when it comes towards, things like that level 6 for Razork. Going to be delayed at least a camp or two as he tries to get himself back in check.
Not missing anything, though, from Vladdy. And as you said, it's a good pickup. Both summoners down. I was complaining about top lane is still taking TP, despite the upgrade. Because it gives you that 50% shield that lasts 30 seconds. We'll see a little bit more aggressive summoners, maybe aggressive plays like this. Trimby, good engage onto Lospa. 4-shot connects. Getting low is Fnatic's Rakan, but he gets out regardless.
Have fun with your concert, wise man. Bye-bye.
Look at where the wave is now going to be reset a bit. Paddock was holding it quite nicely.
Yeah,
yes, nothing would happen this game before first Drake, and first Drake should go to...
And Osmo will be able to get back. We'll lose out on a little bit of experience, but Upside should be fine.
I kind of want to say shifters, because their bot lane is stronger in skirmishes early. But they have mid prio, and they have Pantheon.
To punish the flashless Vladdy.
So maybe not.
I think that's going to be the repeat pressure from shifters. And imagine why we're kind of seeing a little bit of movement here from Fnatic. With Lostman moving mid just to cover.
Why does Talia have no flash?
Goes into fog of war. Best thing about a Talia is, especially as they start approaching 6, obviously he's level 5. But, just because of that
I was too busy being angry.
Is she looking to find something in jungle? Like, you always question. That's always nice. Questions are good to ask, Agda. That's the point. Level 6 is going to be hit soon. Vladdy actually just moments ago. Shrimby now on the roam as well. We're going to see this control ward spotted out. So, of course, one mid laner having 6 is more impactful than the other. And as we said, what Vladdy does in this early game is going to have to be up to shifters to respond to. Dragons up. And
also, chat. I will ask your opinion about something. Because I'm not playing Predator nowadays, so who cares? But in the past, and I'm not referring to like a specific person now, coaches that you're familiar with, they always say, oh, they always like try to feed your ego and also like sometimes pre-make excuses like, oh, I would totally help you get a tryout, I just don't have any influence, etc. And it just feels a bit weird to hear that, Like, if I'm so good according to you, why have I not been vouched for once? It's kind of how I hear it, even though I know that's not the intention of the person trying to give a compliment.
Another lane we talked about doing fine.
Because that's happened multiple times throughout my entire career.
on these first couple of levels. BF Sword also picked up by the Jin. The fact that CS is even versus the Varus, I don't think many people...
Yeah, it is an excuse. It's like a pre-made excuse.
Cleansed away. Upset. He's not hit with the
But it's
forward
also,
shot.
I'm not
Paddock
questioning
again
you.
support. Curtain call comes
I'm
out.
not like
And Upset, he ain't level 6
expecting
yet.
you
So
to
he
do
can't
that.
respond in kind. Force shot coming.
Oh,
No!
okay.
But just killed Upset. That hurts his KDA.
That was huge from Shifters. Paddock just hit level 6, so not only does he get the ultimate,
That was so
he also
satisfying.
has that triple tonic, so ends up getting the extra 18 AD off of popping that tonic.
Was benched off at that flash.
Shut down the bot lane from Fnatic.
Yeah,
Great
Upset
timing
KDA
from
rip.
Shifters.
That was clean. I mean,
Fin chat.
unfortunately, Losper flashing away at the wrong time meant that Upset copped it. As you said, I mean, Paddock's played this early game beautifully. Now
Surely, Shina, you can relate now. Surely you've heard that from a coach before. Or like any sort of esports staff. Because it's not just once that someone... But it doesn't look like he would die, but the red Q just did the last damage.
And I think that might be reportable.
Yeah, I mean... okay.
Glad I censor that one.
I mean, Trimby also, clean play from him. And I think this is what we've really highlighted.
Yeah.
Shifters.
I'm just thinking, like, I've heard it multiple times because...
Talk about Roost's great laning from last year.
Yeah, some years, you know.
This linchpin holding it all together. I feel like Paddock and Trimby are still this fantastic 2v2 that continuously try and source solo kills in lane. They've done it again. And they've given themselves first blood. Paddock now, again, I already mentioned gold lead. Rooting towards the Infinity Edge already. Shifters in a great spot.
Oh, you're so edgy, Shina. You're so unique and cool. I can't relate to people.
In the Rek'Sai matchup. And hence Roosters.
You like Trimby, I wish he was on the front team. Why? Shifters is good.
Good name for a team.
Or well,
Still trying to put pressure here.
they're not really, but they're kinda good. Like, Paddock is good. Nuktak is okay.
We do have to be a little careful. Like, Upset is not strong. Tyr and Electrics too.
He's doing good in this lane that a lot of Osiris were losing before.
But Fnatic going to be able to get the little win in River at least.
It's very interesting to see mid laners play this matchup because depending on the player it can be so one-sided.
A lot of respect given meanwhile as we hover our camera back in towards spot. So while we're lolling about and just
Making explanation why it's less common. Yeah, I mean it's not something I heard a lot now, but
we talked about why this win is so damn important. Seismic Shove is also a good look there, but
I just feel like it's fine to rant about this because I'm not looking for a team. Like there's so many things I just never talk about because oh, what if the someone hears that and then they don't want to try out me? But now I'm free. I'm free. No one can stop me. I can flame anyone.
Carter happy to absorb the damage. He's still a little bit tanky. Smite does come through. He gets one, but will he die for it? Is the biggest question in the pit. Impale is great.
This looks good. Shifters. Bomba. Oh. Oh.
There's no damage as Nuke flushes away from the Seismic Shove. His survival might mean it finally flows through. Trimby with the re-engages.
Holy moly. Is this Colombo Blood Realm?
Oh, that was expertly played. Just look back towards bot. Upset avoids the first, the second, the third curtain call. And the
it's fine, Shina. I know you can take my flame.
Still though, huge win for
Plus, it's my way to like get out all of the anger from playing so long with you. I need to slowly, you know, unleash it. So. Okay, it's a good play from Rowdy.
We'll get into the replay though. Because Fnatic all jump onto Bukata here, but he buys just enough time, and Rooster just ignores the heroes.
It's not it.
Got Nuke is here as well, so Vladdy managed to flash away.
Sometimes.
But he just doesn't really have the damage to finish
off
members, especially as Nuke flashes away from
according to me.
The Shifter is just not.
But sometimes you're good.
A lot
so.
of value from their ultimates in that fight.
Nuke's wall, fantastic. Trimby's engage, fantastic as well. And I noticed Bukata got his aftershock as he impaled there. So a lot of the damage just mitigated.
Shut up, Moet.
Meant as He survived a long time. He can do so much more. Now we haven't engaged. Razork.
No way.
Ultimate player.
I think he landed in Valorant.
Don't they go hand in hand?
Nervously scratching his head. Just like, he obviously has just seen this Grand Starfall about to connect to the bottom lane. And he's like, really?
I don't know, you're like a toxic ex, you know. I hate you, but I also want you.
What a time to pause as well. Maybe Razork.
There's no other way to describe it.
What goes up is just not coming down.
Not coming down.
No, please don't be a long pause. It's 3 AM. I need to watch G2 game. Please don't be a long pause.
Like kind of chasing down. Jin's upset is chasing down Paduk in that bottom lane. But Paduk still has flash.
You hate
So
me?
I don't know how effective this is going to be, because upset also doesn't have.
What a scandal!
So trying to make this play happen.
That kind of hurts my feelings.
Fairly difficult. So I think Shifters should be fine.
It's fine. We're having a healthy break from each other right now.
Paduk just completely isolated. But I think with flash.
Like sometimes you come here, I can flame you a little bit, you
I
know.
will say though, does he know it's coming yet? Did the spear come down? With
And
that
then one day we'll
information?
be back on the
What I saw was
rift.
Paduk nervously put his
Sometimes
hand
you've
above
been
his
too
head,
mean.
scratched
Well,
his
you've
head,
probably
and
been
then
very frustrating.
I think the man is
If I
aware.
was too mean.
Something's coming. Okay. The spear or maybe the.
You're saying I only get really angry
Yeah, not 100%, but
sometimes, and when I do, it's not my fault. It's the person I'm being angry at's fault.
So we have no information just yet. It says, as you can also see, there's a potential bug.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
So I make an effort to contain myself. I think it's embarrassing to not be able to control your feelings.
Okay, well, chill out, guys. Just wait. We'll tell you, okay? Or we won't, and we'll get back into the game.
I mean, who doesn't like a good mystery, you know?
Oh, I love mysteries.
So if I fail to do that,
shout out to one of our producers,
like I'm really
my wife
angry.
murder mystery party last Halloween.
Like I think
I didn't do it.
when we played Sheila, I only got that angry at you maybe.
I guess
it was.
I don't know if it was 2 or 3 times.
I didn't do the murder.
But that's still throughout like 2.5 years.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And I guessed it.
Yeah. Maximum 3 times.
Very good.
I remember 2 times.
I didn't really, let's talk real. I
But,
didn't really get to celebrate Halloween as a kid. Because,
for that amount of
my parents
time
were like,
together,
"That's an American tradition." And in
I don't
Australia,
think
like,
it's a lot.
People kind of did it, sort of.
Yeah.
But not many.
I never got
Grew
that
up in
angry at
suburbia
another
and, like, they're
teammate.
like, it's American tradition. You know,
In
you do it.
our
And it's like,
last roster, I mean.
lollies. I just want the chocolate and the lollies, the candy, they would call it.
But I've also just been informed.
No, I mean it was good because after I got angry at you, we always moved on. So
My wife dressed me, so technically she won best dressed.
Oh, okay.
I mean, at the time she was also a pregnant vampire, so she was pretty convincing.
And what were you?
I think it's worse if you're not able to get angry. Like,
just a vampire.
if you're not allowed to get angry at someone, then
In comparison, just if you wanted a comparison.
well, that player has that player you have to get kicked, right?
What did I dress up as? Can't remember.
I don't know. Maybe the producer could tell me again. We'll find out.
Yeah, well, maybe she has better memory than me.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
we're
was a
getting back
vampire.
in.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. It was a bug investigation.
Oh, he has a
You know what?
plushie.
That bug is gone. We're going to jump back in. There's an ulti coming through, and I have a feeling
Okay.
there is a paddock about to...
No, he's out. He's out. No, he's not. Ah, he has flash.
All right, that range is absurd. And Upset's back on the board.
I didn't say pregnant.
Actually managing to get that kill on the bottom side. And you can see why Paduk was nervous. But on the top
Pregnant
side, Appearance actually
vampire.
does some decent damage here from Rooster.
Sounds kinda hot, though.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to call...
Like the moment he walked
So, where are we at in the
into
game?
the
Biggest
side of
question
the
is, I guess
turret,
we're at a fighting stance, aren't
he
we?
was getting hit by that virus
Paddock comes
kill.
in, gets the
It's so
spike,
easy to
engage
hit
from
if
Lost
they
on the
walk
back.
that way.
Razork's looking to chase his others. The quickness is good, but where's the damage on Bukata? Upset ranges and hits Trimby, and
Trimby has flash for this fight.
he's a bit tanky.
You don't really have...
Adine has one item.
Your AD carry is coming out of base. But Shifters actually
This
do
rig
enough
should be Shifters.
to push Fnatic back. Fnatic now confident to start up the ejector.
From his
And
girlfriend.
that's a late
That's
reset for
nice.
Upset, so you get a little bit of time here as Shifters if you want to start up the objective yourself.
Well, for Bukata would be the second. Dragon so
Why can't we
elusive,
see
lost
Drake
the
health?
health bar. We have no idea.
Maybe it's a pulse spike.
The Dragon's actually immortal.
The dragon doesn't die anymore.
That's what happened.
That's the bug.
Y'all gave some crap to the Chemtech Dragon, and it was like, all right, I'm just going to infinitely buff.
I'm just going to not die. Well, there we go, eventually. Chemtech goes down second. Third maybe has a health bar. But Shifters have 2 Drakes, and yeah, their early game, despite Paddock just getting ganked there, still pretty good.
Paddock is dead.
Ooh, flash, yeah, Paddock is caught out again.
Well, Tremors, if you left your house, maybe you'll get a girlfriend.
Even though Flash didn't get caught out, you just stand there.
Yeah,
No shade. No shade.
I think if he stood, you know, not that.
I just know you don't leave your
If
house.
you walk the other direction, I think he would have been fine.
Agreed.
But look, getting caught out. And look, it's 2 dragons.
He didn't have no flash? It must have been an overlay bug then. Because it said he had flash when he died.
Little focus on the bottom lane, and Paduk is the one paying for it.
Second time round, it's becoming a trend as Rooster just steps up to the turret, gets plating, completely ignoring his Flatty. He face checks his brush. Picard is waiting for him with an impale. How easy is this?
Okay,
Don't worry about the unraveled earth.
Skarner is OP!
And delivers a kill.
So nice for Nuke, and a good job from Bukata there. Flatty in the wrong position. Not much else to be said about it. A minute.
I don't know,
until
Tremors.
that
I think
rift
you could get a girlfriend.
Maybe you got an opportunity, Shifters, to like use the fact you've got some kills on Nuke now to take that fight. But I'm seeing astrology signs in the top lane with all those.
I'm seeing
Well, I don't know you in real life, but
back in Ireland, but
I know you from that one movie night where you got so drunk that you passed out.
Well, for us, I mean, we love the water. I tell you what, that just reminds me of home.
That was funny. That's like,
if you're in Australia, go.
that's peak.
Banger.
That was peak movie night.
I can't remember, but it's banger. I recommend. Now, Dagda, you want to talk about Drakes? You want to talk about Drakes? You can't. 3 minutes. But I can talk to you about Heralds. I can offer you Heralds. Nuke just opened up top.
Yeah.
He does feel like
But if you still look like you did then, I guess it was like 2 years ago, then you look good enough to get a girlfriend. So don't worry. You can do it.
Shifters should be in a position to try and
Hop on Grinder. Wait.
where Bukata is.
It's all
takes the top side.
Grinder's gay, sorry.
Maybe
Hinge.
makes that a little bit more difficult. And also on the Azir. So again, Fnatic have a little bit of a window to try and through this. But Shifters may just try and push in mid and look for the tower damage.
I don't know new dating map. Yeah.
I was surprised. I thought Nuke was going to stick around, but I guess no. I mean, that reset is very important, but maybe you need to because again, with that reset, with that strength, Shifters looking to fight.
It's also upset.
I just heard from other sources that the new dating app meta is not to use Tinder, and I always mix up meta, Grinder, and Hinge. I always mix them up when I talk about it.
But all said and done, like Shifter's still in a fine spot.
Yeah, it's just pure vodka in here.
Really, really slowly.
No, it's actually water.
Remember as well, Empress and Brewster can always join with the TP. So while they're sitting bot, this can just evolve as a fight.
Yeah, I think they need to wait for Paduk to overextend on the lane, and then you could maybe look for like Razor Gold or Flash. Well, Flash is no good.
I used Bumble for making friends once. It didn't work.
That opportunity
because they have a friendship option. You only get people from your own gender, and everyone were like, "Ah, I'm in Sweden to make friends, and because I'm traveling and I'm a student, and I like going out to the bar and drinking wine." Yeah.
I think it's because, look at Paduk just backed, got Last Whisper, and Trimby back to complete his locket. So I think that's where
a lot of
Shifters
French
like,
people.
hang on, we don't want to force anything.
French girls who are students.
So now in a better spot, and Roosters just continue to win on sides. So this kind of slow play from Shifters is netting them advantages.
Rooster might be able to get this as well. Empress comes in with Home Guard, tunnel taken out, smooth criminal. Rooster takes it down. 2.5k gold lead now, and
okay, I will visualize what type of person I would swipe right or left. I would swipe accept on.
Vladdy, we saw that. we just
show your face.
He accidentally pressed, what is it?
Show your
the right button for flash.
Posture.
In that case, it was the wrong.
Show.
It was, but on the right key.
Your interest,
I think
your hobby,
happier, actually, to be burn ghost
and
here we go, TP. Dragon up and available.
And I don't know if they know if Vladdy has no flash, but the rest of us do. At the very least, you said Shifters commit TP. Razork
If you have a picture that someone else took of you, that's not a selfie. You should use that. Because it actually will look like you. And write a caption that's genuine. Now you'll find a good girl.
Fnatic just using the range, playing back, knowing
I'm just giving advice on how to set up a dating profile.
So upsets, poking, Vladdy just using
Oh,
here we go. Hold on.
yeah, Razork might be dead here.
Shattering strike with an angle. What an angle with the shift back. Oh my god, Trimby tries getting engaged in the meantime, but Fnatic have them right where they want them. And Impale that Slater better than ever as Empress goes into the all out. We're going left to right to left to right.
Newtech is in the back line.
Finally, and now he's got range. It's shifted
Wow.
again. I'm sorry for
that
the
was
pun, but it really has shifted. They found the
that
fight,
was
they
a big
found the
oopsie
angle.
by Razork.
3 dead on the side of Fnatic. The Shifters lose 2.
Fnatic thought they had the fight, went to force the engagement, and Shifter is able to turn it around. Nice job, especially by nuking that fight.
You flirt my liking someone's oh, you do 5 is by I flirt by liking someone's Instagram story. Hope you notice. Well, people only check who likes their Instagram story if they're looking for a specific person. I know, because I have female friends. I didn't even know you could see. I didn't even know you could like stories before last year.
The follow-up from Bukata to keep the fight going.
And as we do this again around the Dragon that was yet to be taken, note, Fnatic have ultis. Upset up, Razork for a re-engage, Empress almost with the all-out. Look at time as well.
Yes, Tremors, you can do that.
There is no flash
or you can post it in the Discord sub-chat and get the advice of a lot of people that are super cool in the Discord server. I flirt by not flirting.
Gets caught out as well without that Edge of Night. He's in trouble. Here comes Edge of Ishtar once more. Bukata helps find the pick.
I mean, if someone is too flirty, like super confident, they're probably not that into you. You know.
A painful situation. That Dragon gonna go the way of Shifters, and Shifters punishing over.
Like if I'm super nice to someone, it means I'm not interested.
These opportunities.
Much better look. Again, it was such a hard last week for Shifters.
Or not nice. I don't know.
Is looking like a good slice of life.
I guess not nice.
Soul point for Cloud.
Or both.
You know, a lot of these fights have, obviously been on the back.
It's a flirt personality red flag. Yes.
Has been involved in 6 out of 8 kills.
That's just you. Shut up.
I think he's making this Skarner look worthwhile.
It's the fact that Fnatic are playing.
So you mean that if you see someone at a bar and you're like, no, not at the bar, because at bars it's different. I think, according to movies. I don't go to bars. If you're in a friend, if you're in a group of people and you see someone that you're a mutual with, and you start talking to them like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, wait. What else can you say to people? Wow, you're so cute and handsome, and I'd love to raise you up, baby. You know, I would not take that serious. Then I think like, oh, they're saying that to every girl, and they're just having fun with it because they don't care.
I mean, great disengage from Shifters. Nuke timed the ultimate perfectly.
Am I right or am I right?
There was no follow-up. And also then the wall actually becomes a benefit because it walls Imperos off and it keeps both Trimby and Nuke safe.
Nuke's Azir has been mega clean in this game.
Honestly, like, even though they lost the Tones, like, Nuke also had a great game there. He was like 5-0-6 at one point on the...
Well, I'm speaking generally. I'm not talking about man or woman or gay or cis or...
Not finding these moments where they can punish Fnatic.
And of the other things.
Like, letting Fnatic run into them, that's giving Shifters these opportunities.
No, there's only black and white and I'm right. Case closed.
and maybe fish for picks when Fnatic try to contest vision like this.
I guess you can compare it to when I flirt with teammates.
First, but Trimby went too far forward. He gets knocked up. He's going to be punished here, but with the Magnus Storm out,
Female teammates, woman teammates.
They're trying to turn it into a play. Paddock with the range. Curtain Call comes out, but Vikata is the first to die. Radlock averting the curtain call, if I can speak and properly get it out. Paddock runs out of steam as well. But that's Bukata down in front of Baron for 30 seconds. Paddock steps up, does some damage.
Although it was pretty nice to sleep with I was gonna say Room, but I was thinking of Klom. I'm a whore.
Off of the failed Fnatic play. But Imperos chased them out, meant that Rooster couldn't TP as quickly as he'd like. And it all goes south. I mean, even then, it was still an overextension from Trimby. Like, there was no need to go back for that ward. But these are the kind of mistakes that
maybe I shouldn't use such vulgar language.
Doesn't matter how far up they are, it's always in the back of your mind, isn't it? I think against Lost Returns, it's like 6,500 in the base. The game looked like it was over. I'm not saying the line again, but you know what I'm thinking.
A rake. I'm watching Bridgerton right now, and the new word for whore is rake.
Vladdy was caught out top potentially, with Vladdy moving up, or rather, Nuke moving up towards that top lane. So that is the Weaver's Wall.
The problem with being too subtle with flirting is you scared of people to respect when you actually want to be left alone. I think if you're really if you're genuinely interested in someone, it's less about how you flirt and more about creating opportunities to spend time with that person. Like asking someone out or messaging them regularly, you know.
It's worth mentioning with this fight that this guy could have this third item up. He's got TP available as well. My old man eyes are trying to find him. He's up in top lane.
I know some people talk with their friends every day.
If he has another fight like he has before, he'll show us why.
If you're just friends with someone, it's kind of weird to talk every day, multiple times a day.
Rooster is going to move down towards the
in my opinion. Like, what do you even have to talk about? Unless you're very, like, strictly friend zoned, and it's just small talk. I guess maybe it's not that weird.
They're going down, they're saying help me, but Paddock is staying mid, Dragon does go down. Rooster's putting on pressure.
Talk with your friends all days? How? How do you have energy for that? Oh, I'm glad he's so clean on Talia, honestly. His ults are so good.
Meanwhile, bot does go. And Rooster finds his turret in response, but Fnatic is starting the Baron.
It's not a particularly fast Baron, though, and it gives time for the reset and the TP to come back in. Fnatic still can be contested. You've got Nuke, who can deal a lot of damage.
But there is no AD carry for 30 seconds. Paddock is out of the picture.
They're dropping this?
They get whomped away by Baron, so the reset comes in, they disengage,
but they
shifters. They did commit teleport for that, but Rooster also got
I think they could have finished.
Yeah, like, Paddock getting caught wasn't great, but
maybe they had no way to engage.
Puts a lot of pressure on Fnatic to constantly be able to answer on that bottom side. And you don't have TP on Vladdy. He didn't take it this game, and Imperos is only halfway through. So you've still got these.
Samantha's stances are gone. Being asked out's the only flirting that works.
You just have to be a little bit careful.
Anything before is just talking to a friend.
Yeah, this game's starting to get a little.
Yeah, I think so too.
Rooster's 3,000 gold.
If you're not sure.
That Rek'Sai, he gets 3 items deep.
Also super interesting to see the Dusk Till Dawn.
If someone is flirting with you,
double up on the on his,
and you're not into them,
you
can make it obvious you're not interested, and then they shouldn't ask you out, right? And if you don't do that, and get asked out, you're probably interested, or I don't know. Communication is not my thing either.
I've noticed as well, and good point out with the Nashers. With Rabadon's now picked up, there's a lot of damage.
Just assume you're wrong and don't think about it. This is why you're single. This is why you're single for 10 years.
But I think what I'm more curious about is these AD carries have now moved to 3 item status, and especially a Jhin getting closer towards one-shotting. Fnatic trying to face check for now, though. Our eyes are on the Baron.
Wait, I'm still here for 10 years. Oh,
Rightly so that the team
when
is
someone's maybe into me, I just assume I'm wrong and I leave.
starting to see that upset. Lands a targeted
I don't
straight.
know.
Emperor found a target
Oh,
onto
Padak
Paddock.
is
Unto
suffering.
Barry matters not, but are they too deep as man goes
Cassante.
too far? Empress gets the all out,
Womp,
but meanwhile,
womp,
the
womp.
dive that's come through from Razork is too much. A shove back, Nuke's caught out, and
So
that's
Fnatic
the member.
comeback.
That's the key target that Shifters needed alive.
That was a messy setup from Shifters. They try and scramble for Paduk, but Nuke leaves
Your
himself
friend
out to
told you
dry, trying to look for
that
the flank.
your problem trying to
Exhaust
flirt
for
and
Lofgren.
interact
The flick back
is
was
that you're
there.
too good for them.
Fnatic.
So you're saying you...
Roosters in, flash knock up, it's good under the turret.
Wait,
He
I'm
uses
watching.
damage onto Emperor. He's getting low.
They don't have
Bruiser
damage.
needs to heal
No?
up, but now they'll re-engage.
Shifters
Ricardo
don't have
sets it
damage
up
doing
in a
this.
3 versus 4, sort of winning. The tanks do well. Trimmy gets a re-engage. Back in goes Rooster. Steric's gauge comes out. He takes the tunnels out, but it's matched nicely.
No, this
Nah,
wouldn't
you're
work.
not them. Shifters get knocked
Yeah,
back, and
here's my what
Emperor
you're
did back to
saying,
interrupt
that
midway, but Shifters lose their
you only
time
go
with it.
for girls that are
Fnatic
bad for you, no?
equalize the goal.
Shifters all in on the tank.
I have a story
Well,
about a
it's
girl
more
that
tank
I
than
was
a
interested
bruiser.
in 3
Like,
years
that
into a
was
friendship.
always gonna be difficult.
When she
You
was
see
in a
here,
relationship, she
Paduk
tells
gets jumped on,
me,
Fnatic gets a kill, Imperial sends a rip
fix
to
the
Paduk
team
out,
up.
which gets him to
Oh,
safety.
I was
But
hitting
Nuke,
you when we met,
this
but
was
you were so
kinda
blind
crazy.
you didn't
Like,
notice,
you're
so I gave
walking
up.
into Rakan,
Okay,
you still as though
hear me
has
out.
lost against
She
two
was not
carries
worth
from
it.
Fnatic.
She gave up.
That felt
She's
like
not worth it. She gave up.
insane job that you were trying to
If she was worth it,
And then
she
here as
would
well,
have said,
you're jumping onto Imperios.
"Oh, you're so cute. Come to me. Come with me. Let's go eat dinner together."
Yeah. It's a good question. I mean, ambition, love it. But a 4 versus 3
Okay.
with no damage is, kind of rough. They got close. They got close. They got close to bursting
Have
out
a good
wide open,
shake.
but gold is now even.
We're talking about how to
Dragon
get a
something 50,
girlfriend.
still sole
Yeah.
point for Shifters. But as Empress takes this, gold now in favor of Fnatic for what feels like the first time this game.
It's just so difficult for Shifters to play. Even this next Dragon fight, like you've kind of lost control.
I mean,
of a lot
it's
of these
hard,
positions
but
and
you
trying
can
to
definitely
force this
have
by moving
long
Rakan into
relationships
position, but Fnatic,
from that
I mean, you
age.
can see the damage onto
There's
Nuke.
a lot of old people that met when they were
Play the long
teenagers.
game, poke from range, deny Shifters that opportunity to take the fight they want.
Ricardo looking for an angle for Ishtal's
Yeah, I don't know,
impact.
if
We are
someone
ramming, and we love it.
Gave up on
Fnatic
me
are relying on their poke as always. Bloody
because I
Johnson with
didn't
flicks
catch
alongside
their
upsets damage.
hint,
That's the goal really is Empress continuing
then
to step up. Midwave under control.
I wouldn't want to be with them anyways.
Dragon now spawns and Fnatic have River.
That's how
Roosters
you
are
should
pinged
think
out
about it.
unceremoniously in that bottom side. There was so much happening there. And they know he's in
If
that
you're a
position,
real
so
man
Fnatic
or woman,
just baiting Shifters, calling,
ask
taunting
them
in this
out.
mid lane, hoping they look for the
and
overextend.
don't be a
Forest
bitch
gets a connect.
about it.
Trimby looking for an engage. Nuke just got poked out though.
See,
Cross
Giggle
goes,
Shake
ball
gets
starts
it.
to fight. Roosters found out and he's so far away from the rest of Shifters and he just dies.
I would like to
back
get
in.
to know
Emperor's
you
walking
better.
over,
I
quick
think you're
stuff in from
interesting
Loffa. Interrupted
and
nicely from Trimby, but he'll
cute.
die for it.
Let's go on a date.
Double over
That's what you should
upset.
say.
And Shifters are just moving their heads all over
And
the
if they
place
say,
with one.
"Sorry, I don't think I like you that way," then you can say, "Oh, okay, let's just be friends."
Before Fnatic go back to base and set their sights on this
What about
Baron.
people that has on their partners?
But Rooster
Well,
is
that's a
over.
TikTok
Award, I don't
and
think
like
he
Instagram
realized this.
Shorts.
So
That's
Fnatic
a
pick him off.
that's an influencer thing.
You just
People
gotta
don't do
thank
that
your
in real
member
life. I
Heroes
hope
to be
people
that
don't do that in
frontline
real
Trimby.
life because
Basically
it's
saving
embarrassing if
what could
they
have been
do.
a disaster if that knockup had actually connected from Loska.
All right.
But still, there's that Baron.
Unless they're
And
harmless.
still got 3 members only on the map for Shifters.
Ricardo was attempting a steal, maybe still thinking about it, but on a ward he is now. Slow Baron is helping him out at 7,000, 6,005. Ricardo has to get in for the miracle steal, but Fnatic turn on him instead. The flick is there, deadly flash from afar.
Can't believe Fnatic turned this Vladi. I feel like Vladi solo turns this by getting
Turning it into a winnable fight. Rooster has an angle, and he has a
very
tunnel system
strong
as
picks.
well. The knockup interrupted. Seismic shove, another tunnel. Lost, but perfect.
Padak is
angle.
flanking.
Big flash, a shattering strike. There's Ishal's impact, and there's the impale. Ricardo giving up his life.
Oh,
for a double.
okay, I jinxed it. No, I jinxed it.
Give more of a dive. It's Rooster who's found Bloody.
I mean, I'm cheering for Shifters, so yes, I jinxed it, but
flashes away to save his own life. The curtain call back up. Vladdy found.
It's nice to know if your date is on Epstein list. What does that statement even mean, by the way?
They can get the push through. 4 members on the turret is giving a lot of resistances, which is slowing it down. But as they move towards the Nexus turrets, that could be it, Fnatic.
Oh, my prediction was right. But at what cost? Oh well, I'm cheering for Shifters, so at the right cost, I guess. But I'm also... yeah, I don't know.
Fnatic grouping on the Baron.
Okay, it's 3. Oh. Please be a quick game. Please don't be a 40-minute game.
Shifters find the fight. The wave is there. And they can immediately run through that top side.
That was crazy, yeah. Vladdy almost did a comeback. Solo.
Some great moments. Trimby had some good early game. But that Skarner impaled the end.
Honestly, I think the ability Rooster opened up so much of the map in this game, and is really kind of the
what type of people are trying to date? Maybe he's trying to date politicians in the United States of America. God bless America.
I don't know what happened. That game seemed like it's Fnatic's in the
God bless America.
They were turning for the fight as well. And Empross, he was so used to going by himself, I think maybe he's too far as well there, Dagda. That's one for the VOD books. That's one.
Okay, it's finally time for shit to game.
I mean, for Imperos, it makes sense, right? Give your life, buy space for Fnatic, and hope they can try and escape. But
it's fine, they're facing KC Blue. It's gonna be a fast game.
Managed to get the chase down.
And I can go to sleep.
Big smiles from Bukata.
By the way,
I mean, look, this is
tomorrow the game is one more after.
On the scorecard.
I'll be up till like 5 AM.
Like, it's a pretty sizable win against Fnatic now. That 4-3, they still have 1 in the lead, but definitely going to sting for Fnatic.
This is a huge win for Shifters that came out of left field.
Is it okay to do Epstein jokes, or is that like cancel? Cancel.
Right, let's start there. Exactly. So that game was a bit of a back and forth at one point. I think a lot of people thought that Fnatic was going to be able to take it away, and we're
asking for a friend
last week, but that wasn't the case. So can you talk us through? I would like to hear the comms.
Shut up, Chris.
When it comes to the moment
it's
of where
3:25 AM. I'm allowed to say unhinged things.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think it's a clear pattern in Shifters, right? We often take a lot of leads. We have sucking Drake.
You don't want to be the rebound guy.
Where we should close out the game, like the most important moment, we often fail it.
Yeah, don't be the rebound guy.
The comms, I'm not sure. I think. There's for sure pressure, right, because of the last week results and everything.
You're good.
I think it's just
I still don't know what you mean.
We have some struggle to, I think, all link together in communication to have a good plan. So I think that's the main issue, right?
What do you think, besides like the communication? You said that there is this pattern that you're struggling to close out games. What exactly is the reason behind that? Is it still communication?
I still think it's communication.
Okay.
I think communication is a big issue. Like we have 2 Korean, and to link everyone ID and to be all on the same page is really hard. I think, yeah, we just need to work on to make those things automatic. No need to voice, in the game to make it happen. So.
And how exactly are you?
I like how his English is like
make those changes.
A little bit broken,
like in training,
but
putting more like. I'm not sure, actually, I will not lie.
I don't know if it's because because of him or if it's because he makes it more simple. Because even when I was playing in Teams, I feel like you start speaking less.
Congratulations on your win, very much needed here.
Yeah.
We're going to be heading over to the
you start speaking even simpler English than normal. Because the entire point is to get out as few words as possible and just showcase your points.
I love seeing Nuke smile, especially after last week. And you know what I like? Eating my words, because we were trash.
I think I got
right before this game, and turns out they still
the more I play in Teams, the less the worse I spoke English. Honestly,
all they needed to do was get a gold lead, throw it, and then win.
Okay, I'm gonna go
play. How scared did you guys get about that? No, there's no way. There's no way they do it again. Come on.
I thought Fnatic was gonna win.
Yeah, I think the Shifter fans were scared. I think we were nervous when they started winning. We're like, wow, we just made a lot of really bold points about how they need to work on things, and they're just Bruce was just Goomba stomping in the side lane. Everything seems to have come together for this team. So I mean, credit to them. It was still messy. It was honestly, it was still sloppy. But this is a step in the right direction. And again, right now they're in the bracket of will they make playoffs? So a win is a win. Progress is progress. I think the optimism is justified.
I think, yeah, it's a confidence boost win more than anything, and just something that's going to help them moving forward. What I'm wondering, though, is did we see any glimpse of hope for them, given the expectations we had ahead of this game, Jack? What do you think about how they plan, maybe coming from the draft and the way they executed it?
Yeah, I think we saw a lot of hope, especially around Nuke. I have a little clip here on a little team fight, and I think just if we look at how Nuke played this team fight here on the Azir, you see a lot of good things that allow his team and set him up for success. So it starts off with Razork. You'll see him now looking to flash onto Nuke to get that flash W, which then Lospa would follow up and Nuke would just get one shot. But he flashes that incredibly fast and will just continue to pump out damage, dodges the K'Sante Q3 here as well, very nice, and just showcases a really high level of mechanics that allows his team to continue going forward and continue playing the team fight. And then he finds the angle onto Upset, dashes onto him. Now Upset is completely isolated, and he pretty much just solo carries the game for his team.
Obviously, they do throw after this, which undermines your point a little bit. But this is really what puts them in the driver's seat. And I think those confidence in those early game moments, we've seen them before. But it's nice to, again, see them so consistently, especially against a team like Fnatic. Adding on to that, again, the difference of Rooster being so far ahead and being able to be a side lane pressure point instead of a stack 5 and pray for the best sort of game plan is good. I didn't like the draft. I was really skeptical, but they really did make this Rek'Sai pick work, and it shows in the numbers.
I mean, that's the thing. We had some doubts, and you expressed them actually, Jack, whether or not the language barrier maybe could be an issue. So when you see Rooster like this playing on the side lane, being able to join team fights against Crappy at times, but still made it work with the Rek'Sai, he's the key player of the game here, and I do feel like it's deserved given the time that he doesn't quite shine the way we expect him to, but I think it was Vladdy at the beginning of the season who said Rooster really undervalued. One of the best top laners we have in the league, and that's what I saw here this game.
I think his macro this game was much better. I love that he was willing to side lane and willing to actually pressure the game on his own. That comes with some mistakes. You could see him getting caught out, but I think that's what shifters need to level up their game plan and finally take a win.
Are we hopeful for shifters?
Things are beginning to shift.
Things are gonna shift. I think,
battery low. Please, battery low. Please charge.
Shift in one direction or the other. Today it was towards a win. We'll see what the rest of
battery low. Please charge.
Now we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes. G2, KCB behind me. You see them. They're the next game.
Battery low. Please charge.
Upset. He's not hit with the fourth shot. It's Paddock who hits again the support. Curtain call.
Battery low. Please charge.
Level 6 yet, so he can't respond in kind. Fourth shot coming. No! Lospa just killed Upset.
Battery low. Please charge.
Vladdy, we saw that.
Oh. They're going on. Fight here.
No flash.
Help here. Look at the rail, guys. I can look. No, anyone? No flash.
Battery fully charged.
We can end, okay? Yeah, that's right. Don't put it start, yeah? No. Yes, we can end.
Hello? I What fuck? Yeah. Guys, by Lordry take the charge really fast. Yep. God. I was trying to unmute my mic. Oh, wait a second. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, I'm gonna test something. Okay. House Office. I do like it. It's very nice. The only annoying thing is that there's no bathroom on my floor. But it's fine because I get to move a bit. Have to walk the stairs. There's an elevator, but taking the elevator 2 stairs feels kinda lazy. The food is really good. Surprisingly, there's still one person in the office right now. But generally, it's pretty empty on the weekend, it seems like. I mean, I hope the game is not over 30 minutes. I've always been falling asleep after 4 AM or like around 4 AM. Tomorrow I'm getting lunch with a friend. Well, a friend. I'm getting lunch with Shadowcool and his friends before coming to the office. So that's nice. A little proper lunch. How close? It's like 10 minutes to walk. Late stream. No. 10 AM. I start streaming at 18 CT, 18 my time, and that's 10 AM Europe. Okay, I take responsibility, Moet. I don't know who that is. That's because you've not been here enough, clearly.
Hello and welcome back to LEC Versus. Betty is injured, so he has to sit down.
Yeah, Gravity won its battle yesterday, but it hasn't won the war. Okay.
You can all blame
I'm
me.
still here casting.
I'll tank it.
Me just yet. But yeah, we're getting ready for G2 versus KCB.
Do you think it's better if I'm like down here?
I mean, I would have. Yeah, it would have been nicer if you had. That's better. Thank you.
Okay, this is as far as I can do the splits, man.
Well, you're off camera now, so it's fine.
I can stand up again.
It's okay. You know, if you
it's a bit of an uphill struggle.
spread hate sometimes, you have to also take hate. You know, relationships are about giving and taking. I give insults and I mostly take compliments, but also some hate to even it out.
So I feel like that it feels as though G2 is kind of back in action, but again, from week to week, regular season G2, you can never really be too
Wow,
sure.
such negative self-talk, Miguel. You have to say, I will make it. Jag klarar det här. Jag kommer att lyckas. That's what you should say.
7 games on the blue side. Wow. Not a single game on any other side of
Halsissa, ja.
Oh,
that was the biggest Swedish accent Korean word I ever said. Oh, I'm disgusted. Halsissa, ja. That was easier. Fighting.
Hazel does have the opportunity to get himself his fabled Aphelios, if he so wishes, something that in the ERLs he was very
when Hinge fails you can try Grinder, like I said, don't worry.
Of course, one of his most prolific champions, mainly because of
Asir.
through the side lanes, but of course in the current meta,
Asir Gaming.
Wouldn't be surprised to see something
I think Caps is gonna 1v9.
From Camilo as response.
I've seen Camilo play Talia into Asir. It was not good.
We did see it a little bit last year from a couple teams as an answer into the Azir, just because it can match in terms of the mid lane matchup and also gives good poke, but it looks like we're not going to see that today. Talia Pantheon going to be that.
I'll respectfully decline. Just dating app Max and go on Bumble as well. And Tinder.
Makes it very easy to catch someone out. And Rabid Earth also really good into Azir when he's trying to use those.
Let's go Caps. Let's go Broken Blade. Let's go Hansama. Let's go Squandra Bro.
It's ugly head once again. Shinshao is going to be the lock for jungle. For G2, and they are looking towards the
no, seriously, I like Skum and Bro. They're solid players.
Enough of your shenanigans.
I just don't know them.
A second time.
I can imagine the conversation. Listen, Dylan, like, I've had 3 Cassante games so far this split. Maybe we can change it up.
Take a selfie right now, then.
It is, you know? You can do the same thing on a different champion.
Like, you can always take new pictures.
Not because I don't expect it from Skumon. In fact, that was the first thing that came.
Or maybe shower first. I don't know if you have showered.
Maybe he would lean more towards the Wukong, but it seems he wants a little bit more.
Yeah, true. We have a Labrovi bot. Skumon, I mean.
Champions like Rakan potentially rise in value here, especially with the Poppy already gone. But again, do you want
No, I meant I don't know if you have showered. Or maybe your hair is disgusting right now. Sorry, I'm not good with faces. They look kinda similar. Why do you ask Skumon Demon? Because someone redeemed it. Yeah, I'm tired, so I have to talk all the time.
Better the next ban here from G2 alongside the Caitlyn from KCB. You can see they're trying to pinch that AD carry pool a little bit. Get rid of some of the pushing ADs.
G2 already won. Capsicir is gonna whip. Have you seen this lol? That looks like a first message and
we've seen him play a couple of these carries up towards the top side, and basically this man's champion pull from the split will have been
How did I not get blocked?
They do choose to get rid of that.
I have YouTube redeem, so YouTube links don't get blocked.
They could pair up with a plethora of AD carries, but also gives you that extra lockdown for those backline threats. We did talk about support.
Yeah, very saucy. How is YouTube going? I have no idea. I mean, I think I have more than one viewer on YouTube, and it's mostly for the VODs right now, because I don't get Twitch VODs since I'm streaming from Korea.
That's my medical opinion.
Yes, actually, I don't think Driven's good here. I think it's just hovering. Look, his cheeky smile, he's just hovering to prank them. He's gonna go Astral.
Longer than that, mate. Because that was back in the
we saw some last year.
Did we?
I'm soloq.
Aphelios is okay as well.
Yeah, okay, that's
Instead, Aphelios and Alistair, a double A to round out G2's comp.
What will they pick? Nami? Nami?
Am I hallucinating?
Not sure what prime mission plays. Hello, Nutter.
Name.
Cool, now I can go back to Twitch. They will not go Blitzcrank.
Okay,
9th I feel is pretty.
Sure, 41 games on it. The last time he played it was
they will not.
24 spring playoffs.
Okay, Nautilus is just an ult bot then. He can't really do anything.
I guess there was a meta where it was just Jinx Aphelios, right? I'd be surprised if he didn't have that many Aphelios games. It's very, very valid. But yeah, excited to see that one. It will be his first Aphelios of the split so far as I can tell.
Yes, the last time we played it was 2024
Yeah, you
spring.
did just mention that. Yeah, that you did.
And there's the Nautilus.
Yeah, you're right. Labro is chewing gum. I can see it.
I mean, we've got very standard comps.
Yes.
Nothing to write home about. G2 have good scaling, good range, front to back, nothing crazy. KCB
Hashtag gum hater.
Power in the early game, but specifically their ability to play through the side lanes with Taliyah and Pantheon. They give that many more options.
Asking for myself. In that case, I'm married.
Catch those waves inside as we enter the mid.
It's really when you're looking at team fights later on as well. How do
and I'm pregnant.
KCB catch? Like you're going in with a Nautilus hook. Do you want to be on an Alistair? As it is going to shifting.
But if you sub, maybe it will change.
Maybe or an Aphelios, perhaps.
I think you have to think about it similar to what we saw from the SK game at the start of the day, which is Pantheon, Flash.
And ultimately, yeah. That's actually why I didn't join the team. I'm actually pregnant. With my 4th cat.
You've only got an Aphelios or a Zir left to deal damage. Sure. We're gonna win.
Thought we were getting. Oh.
Whether or not they can pull it off.
It worked. Thanks for the prime. I'm signing my divorce papers.
Had a bit of a slow start to the split, finding themselves at 3-3. But last week definitely felt like they were more in the driver's seat compared to what we saw from them compared to week 1.
Yeah, they went 1 and 2,
Let's
2 and 1.
Let's see.
On social media, they're talking about how they expect this week to be a 3-0. They have KCB today, Lost returns tomorrow, and then Vitality to round.
Why didn't you ask for 100 euros? Oh, because
and then Heretics and Fnatic on the horizon.
I'm not greedy.
Bouse molding overseeing Zion open.
I will never ask for that.
Like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
say somehow, and I know you're a Lost Returns hater, obviously.
Okay, not for
A ring from IKEA. I hope it's a lollipop ring. Okay, it's very aggressive flash. They want blood. KCB wants blood.
Coming out trumps on the top side, on the bot side, in fact.
Yeah, and you can see Labrov trying to get a base off. Hook.
Oh, great hook!
Oh, for 100 euros, I could buy like 40 matchas.
Yukino has to be contemplating a bot lane dive. Of course, G2 don't know that he's on the top side of the map right now, but they have to be fearful of that potential.
Can you get stuff sign with players that is a broadcast? You mean at the studio? Are they diving this?
He's still walking. He's still walking. The flash from Hansama perfectly timed. Hazel able to Valkyrie on the spot, but just gets.
Wow, they're so aggressive. It's fun to watch.
Under the tower. Hazel and Prime will be able to walk away, but it's a summonerless AD carry.
Okay, I've only been to the old studio, not the new one. But usually after games, players would do photos, and you could always queue to take pictures with them.
Stop it from getting underneath the tower, and that's going to force Hansama and Labrov to stick around.
And then you can, I mean, they usually say when you're taking pictures with teams to not ask for autograph, but if you bring a pen and paper or whatever and ask, players will not say no. They will sign it. So I think they mostly do that to not have too long queues that take too long. And sometimes not all players are in the pictures because I don't know, they don't want to. I don't know. Sometimes yes, some players are missing. So you shouldn't expect it. But I've only been to the studio twice, I think.
They'll get the next wave in as well. In the end, it's much ado about nothing, even with the root and with the cover of Skumond. Hazel able to hold the wave for now. Labrov should be able to pump.
Starbucks ones. Starbucks ones are like 1 year or more. It's a bit fewer. After every game? I think it was after every game. I'm not sure. Okay, 1 for 1. Wave is not that great for KC, it's rubbish. Or?
To turn that situation into a 1-for-1.
It's kinda fine.
It's a little bit awkward for him, but still, I think he's going to be pretty happy getting.
I think it's after every game because that way all the teams will do pictures.
And getting that hex flash out of Labrov and the
they got his flash out.
And then they will leave. So no team is gonna stay after their game.
That's really big for Hazel. Goes back, gets himself a tier on a longsword, Carl a double dagger on the side of Hansama and a 300 gold lead. KCB on that bot side. Meanwhile, on the top side, it's two tanks punching each other, guys. You've seen this one a million times before.
But also, no, Yukino with a small camp lead. He was
Prime is level 2. Little bro, you need some XP. Go bot lane.
Succeeding in that clear. Of course, Skumon did go for an earlier base.
I thought this top matchup was supposed to be Cassandra favored. Broken Blade is just the goats.
None other than Yukino himself.
Prime is level 2. Just covering for his jungler as he looks at the contest on these Razor Beaks.
Some would be tilted or overstimulated after games. Yeah, then they would not join to take pictures. I don't think they are required to join. But I mean, as a player, you know, it's always fun to make fans happy.
And so far, KCB, again, you think about early
-1 Hansama.
You think of G2, even if they are playing scaling compositions against a team like KCB, their first time for many of these players in the LEC, they would so far we're seeing KCB
SK game was good, and Fnatic game was good. The rest have been kind of boring.
In this 2v2. Prime does only have the boots. There's a Ruby Crystal on the
and this game so far has been exciting.
As well, running the unsealed spell
because of bot lane 2v2.
So doesn't have something like the aftershock or the phase rush to get out of a fight, but does have.
I've been coaching chat how to
mobile on the map generally. You can get
set up a dating profile.
A little bit more influence of
Oh.
Okay,
I'm expecting a mid lane gank within 5 minutes.
Wisely backs away. Meanwhile, Hansama stepping in. Flash hook's gonna land. Valkyrie in from Hazel as well. Hansama, red, white, wants to fight.
Okay.
Really, just wants to get underneath the tower. Doesn't have the Moonlight Vigil for the
And G2 comp are kinda mega scaling.
The roam from LeBron really costing Hansama there in the bot lane 2v2. He's already down.
They just want 2 items on AD mid.
Difference from this next wave, but he can't afford to stick around now. He's isolated. The threat of a dive is real.
Is Grinder only for men?
Very well. But Yukino is on the bot side
Or can you, or is it just gay? Like,
he is just gonna hand over
where do lesbians go?
An even bigger advantage being
Asking for a friend.
I mean, look at this Corki lead now. 700 gold lead between the two AD carries.
And the reason that dive was so effective, as you said, was Lebrov's roam. And it's
only for men. Can always trust chat to know the answer to these difficult questions.
Was never really in range. There was a possibility.
Surely Broken Blade doesn't die here.
Very unlikely, and because Lebrov shows,
oh my god, he has dodged everything.
Oh. Knowing there's no threat of a headbutt pulverize. There's no threat of me getting knocked back under that tower. Perhaps just a little bit of over eagerness. It's Shrek'd.
You never needed to look into it. The early excuse or something.
He needed to do something somewhere else.
I mean, the moral of the story is support has many layers.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh, great movie.
No, I saw so many people on Reddit flaming Broken Blade. That tilted me, by the way.
And I do blame
Reddit after G2 lose are always so sussy.
Again, this same conversation happens every week. And
it's full of doubters.
Enough's enough. We're just going to have to watch it all together here.
Yes. Or LEC viewing party. I'm going to do it after we get eliminated from Worlds this year.
Why are we on Reddit?
Right.
Why not? What's wrong with using Reddit? Okay, Skumond lane gank. Are we giving grubs? I guess they do lose. But Holly has no flash. Can we gank mid?
Did he see? Yeah, he definitely saw that because I see the pings coming down.
I've never been at like Fnatic Reddit. Wow. Haven't checked Fnatic Reddit.
Gonna get themselves the grubs. Yukino is spotted doing these, but he doesn't care. Skumon kind of snuck away and snuck back, but like it's cover. It doesn't really.
Internet in general is negative. People love complaining, and negative things get more clicks.
I mean, this is a risky ward play.
Oh, wait. No flash on him. That's a kill.
Food for worms. Hansama claims the kill. It was a good hook out of Prime, but he just couldn't escape in time.
I will say that's a little disappointing from the KCB bot
I mean,
lane.
considering KC kind of have to win early game,
and then they still try and contest the ward. I guess
G2 are hard winning by just being a little ahead.
I thought they saw the silhouette with the oracles.
Although they lost first Drake and grubs, so there's that.
Silhouetted by it, and they were just playing for it anyway. Camilo has no flash here. TP coming in as well. That's Lebrov joining the Fragrance. Starfall in, knocked back with the crescent guard well by Skumond.
The flash punish. Very nice.
Any damage really.
Okay, Skumond now making stuff happen on the map. Gets Hansama a kill, gets Caps a kill. You can see the gold starting to mount the way of G2.
I had a period where I was reading a lot of Reddit. I liked the stories you could read. But now all of them are bait. And sometimes people post them on Twitter as well, and it's so clearly fake. It hurts me. Twitter is unusable.
Small parts of items, or completed items, are still items in and of themselves.
Internet has gotten so bad, or like social media browsing has gotten so bad.
Component items.
They're still just components.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's also the way that the ones that really got shafted at the boots.
Monetization and AI
like we always talk about AD carries can now truly be full
has ruined for you pages and this type of things. Those type of content.
Whatever the new ninja tabis are called when you upgrade them in mid, they're incredibly powerful. Those shields you get, Swift March giving you 40%.
I feel like nowadays being just actually doing real content and being a real person is kinda... it doesn't sound like a lot, but it feels like it's rare.
Very hard for Camilo to actually trade in effectively. He's gone back to base. Meanwhile, Tau and Broken Blade are having a bit of fisticuffs in the top lane. A gentlemanly duel. Tau looking for the Q3 knockback and decides a minion deserves it more.
Dragon gonna be
I'm a real person.
by G2. Yukino is
Sometimes
in
I
the
wish I
area.
was
Tamir has
anonymous,
the
but it's
ulti.
too late for that.
Camilo being a level down. I wonder if they feel confident. That item differential might just be enough to
Prove
dissuade
it.
them.
Okay.
Looking for the head, but Dredgeline away. No
Would AI have a sausage? I don't think so.
Trying to make this a 4v3 in KCB's favor.
Oh, Jesus, stomp this. Oh, big ult.
The Emperor's Divide was buffered, but he got stunned on his way across and now is flashed into Hazel. Should be able to take him down, does get the 1-for-1. Caps.
Now G2 are just toying with them.
Guard in as well as Yukino dives into his enemy jungler. Lebrov off towards the top side, trying to get back into this fight. Prime too low to really do too much. Camilo across the wall, landing the threaded volleys, but they don't really have the damage. No first item on that Talia is costing them a ton. Dredgeline in, Prime.
Actually? Oh my god. I was flaming Camilo. You can't give him kills now. I look like an idiot.
As we get kills across the board. G2
No. Caps got stunned by Talia, I think, on his dash.
Double root comes down from Hansama.
He got stunned by something. Oh yeah, it was Pantheon W.
KCB's backline tries their best to escort Hazel to
G2 had too much fun, I think. They got too greedy here.
This skirmish looks bad for KCB because, as you were highlighting, Camilo just doesn't quite have the damage. Yukino is buying so much time, but the fight's taken so long that Camilo eventually, over time, is able to whittle these HP bars down.
Classic G2 to lose against KC Blue. Yes, but also don't lose against an academy team, please.
About 200 golds apiece. Skimon has the lead in the jungle, but
I will say, I think KC Blue are better than Los Ratons.
Camilo now finished his first item, that Archangel stacking up towards the Seraphs.
I think it would be classic G2 to lose against Los Ratons, but I don't think it's possible. There's no world where that happens.
Really being able to take him down rapidly enough to secure the kill. First items across the
yeah,
board.
KC Blue only one against Adler.
That top lane, Iceborne Gauntlet is what it is matched with. The AD carries have gone Triforce for the core.
Oh, G2 already lost against KC Blue.
Someone has gone for a Storm Razor first here on Aphelios.
Upgraded boots coming through for Caps after completing that quest. I imagine Camilo must be very close. He has been roaming a decent amount. Of course, you get significantly less.
What's the next objective? Herald.
Kills and the like will, of course, contribute to the completion of that quest, but a small advantage for Caps for the time being. Lebrov getting
oh, that's a lot of damage.
Damage coming through. I saw he was about 70% HP, and then Yukino just chucked it.
Camilo flash forward from Lebrov, the dive across the wall from Skuma on Lebrov. Well, he's very low.
That's messy.
He's taken out. Prime's gonna chase him.
I mean, sure, it's 3v2, but you're 10 HP. Oh no! Oh no, it's a disaster.
I mean, okay, KCB, a 1.2k gold lead already.
Got the boots with the fur, Betty.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. They are going low right now. And they're just punishing G2 over and over again. That's a quick kill on the bottom lane.
Man, I wanna play Talia now. I've seen 2 Talias just
that's an 850 gold lead on Hazel
truly
right
abuse
now.
their ults.
This bot lane is looking good for KCB. Question is, can they hold onto this lead? We look back at this, and it's Lebrov that gets chunked down. This is what surprised me, right? So he gets a bit of a chunk here. Of course, fully stacked on the passive.
Like, now can't they just leave and set up Herald? Herald is in 1 minute.
Gets the knockup. Sin goes in, immediately stuns himself. Good reactions there from Camilo to get the Unraveled Earth. Then the hook connects because of the ward. Hansama did not know that he was on vision. The collapse from Camilo's ulti. Really, Camilo was the star of that play. Bot lane and in the jungle.
Yukino looking for Caps up towards the top side as well. Grand entrance in. Caps again. You can put the soldiers down, but you're aired. KCB with this pick comp are constantly finding members of G2 isolated.
This is impressive stuff. They're not slowing down against
It's fine. G2 are outscaling.
what you need to have in a matchup like this.
KC Blue have not had clean games. This is not gonna be a clean game. It's not gonna be their first clean game.
1.2k goal lead. 4-1 and 2 scoreline. Impressive stuff from the KCB crew. They need to keep this momentum up. They're going to use the Herald. They can hopefully break.
We're not doubters here.
There's only a single plate left, and once that's gone, it really opens up the map.
Really does. KCB, this team sitting at the bottom of the table. Solo down there, 1 and 5. TP coming in from Caps as they look to Tau. Did go all out. Q3 gets the knockback. Prime is there to help him out as well. Tau will just be able to dash his way out.
Welcome to the stream.
KCB 1 and 5. Sole possession
Battery fully charged. Let's check what it says.
Battery fully charged.
No, now it's full, guys. Don't
Probably
worry.
4 or 5 wins to get into playoffs. You only have 5 games left, and one of them is against G2, which they were expected to lose coming into today. But so
So I can
far
sound
in
the
this game,
TP.
they've shown expectations
Silence
to the jam.
Slates.
TP's coming
Okay.
in. LeBron trying to get onto that backline again. Pops the unbreakable will, trying to avoid as much damage as possible.
They got Drake.
Joining in with a decimating smash.
Are they still gonna take this
Still
fight?
healthy for now. The Drake has gone over to G2. They'll dive onto the side.
Doesn't look like it.
Moonlight Vigil Infernum not going to do too much as Hansam is still on one item. Yukino still chasing.
Caps
forward.
is
KCB
out.
unable to find purchase on the fight. Caps is down in the bot lane pushing in, and Camilo has to answer.
Ultimately, a well-executed Dragon secure from G2. They used their tanks the way they're supposed to be used. As wolves, they prevented KCB from getting anywhere
I
near
can't
the
laugh at that.
objective.
Sorry.
Now Caps, he's going for a dive.
Goes in with the Emperor's Divide. Seismic Shove doesn't connect. Camilo still looking for the damage. Gumon's
Does
coming in.
Camilo shut down? Yes. Just dive.
And we'll jump onto
Nice.
Talia. Onto Talia. Lickety Split takes him out. Prime could chase Skewmond out, but doesn't really have the backup to do so.
Okay, Skewmond not going to let that early game go unanswered as he works with Caps to find a pick on the bot lane. Caps did do most of the work getting that flash out from Camilo, trading it for his own, but ultimately they get that shut down. KCB still holding on to the gold lead for now, but it's G2 with the advantage in Drakes. Baron going to be an option as we get closer to that 20-minute mark. But for now, it's KCB that
I
hold
feel
on to all
like
of their
there's a
advantages.
higher
It is now
chance
forward.
that
KCB, how are they gonna
KC
push
just
this
promotes
further? Really, they
Yukino
need to be
to the
utilising
main
that
roster
mid-pressure to start putting
than
the pressure
him
on
leaving
side.
the
They're gonna
org.
be playing for
But
bot
that's
lane,
just my
playing for top,
hunch.
securing another one of these
Because he's
towers
obviously
makes it
good
easier
enough to
get
play
access
LEC.
into the enemy jungle, and then start contesting. FlyQuest with a beautiful tweet. Keck W, we really lost to this. That you did, FlyQuest. That you did. Admittedly, internationally, I do believe the record is 1-1.
Yes.
With the MSI defeat.
I have no idea if he's better than Yike.
Victory for G2.
And
Probably not.
Tobias
Yike has more
is
experience.
greater than NA. That's how that works. FlyQuest much changed from their roster from last year, losing Inspired and Whippo over the off-season. I think they beat Shopify Rebellion though in their first series.
Yeah,
in the LCS.
Griffin,
But Yike is Swedish and the esports don't like Swedish people.
The Zoomers. It's always fun to.
But yeah, I mean, some banging games in the LCS tonight as well,
happy.
with Lion, new inspired roster, going up against C9. We'll see how they do. But right now we've got to get through G2 versus KCB, with KCB holding on to the gold lead. There's a lot of posturing around the bot side of the map, but remember, no Dragon for about 2.5 minutes. What KCB want is that bot tower. They want to open up the map more.
Yeah, but
and
CS
G2's
actually
not
has some
allowing it to happen. They
Swedish
are wave
orgs.
clearing. They're matching the pressure from KCB.
Nothing happening here.
Really well as well, just to avoid some of the extra damage coming out from
Oh,
G2.
because of this
Can
flash.
step forward while it happens as the rest of KCB begins to collapse around him. Broken Blade here.
Is that a solo kill?
From Tau as he chases BB
Oh, okay.
side of that third and Tophos. And now Tau will just dash away. BB almost falling there, but
The Swedish org in LPL. Yeah, that's kind of random.
0-0-0.
Yeah, but their damage per minute.
Nip is like the only org, no? Swedish org in esports. That's kinda successful.
No, it's a man with a large spear and a shield come to hand you your demise.
The perfectly average size spear, buddy.
Yep.
How can you think about it? Swedish people in either in esports or like content in league at least. They're never known for being Swedish. They're just individuals, kinda.
KCB's bot lane tower. but things
Like the
are
esport
looking
community
up.
in Sweden is just...
Earlier they were making G2 low.
We're not very
now KCB going
nationalistic
up,
here.
up.
It's golden for them as the teleport comes out from Tao. Flash from the
Sweden and Denmark, yeah, that's 2 countries.
Tao escapes the
That's like saying
of the Minotaur.
French and Spanish.
It was in response to Caps' TP, so a trade across the rift.
I think G2 kind of giving up on this next straight. You can see from the positioning, they're moving up towards the top side. They've
You
got
can't
two.
just
They're
combine
happy
2
enough in case
countries.
they want to
Doesn't work
try
that
and
way
take one of their
if you want to
own,
prove a
and then
point.
it's 2 apiece, and really that doesn't matter to them. They can just scale up towards these next items. Caps is at 2 items himself now with the Leandri's Nash's tooth, and Summer on his way to an Infinity.
Yeah, at least we have Reckless and Boss.
Hazel's at 2.5.
But that's what I mean. Reckless and Boss are known because they are extraordinary, not because they're Swedish.
Which I've never really understood why it is fiendish in and of itself. Maybe it just contains forbidden knowledge or something.
That it does, yeah.
Yeah, you've read it?
Yeah, a bunch of very naughty words in there.
Ah.
Rather fiendish.
In Welsh or English?
Both, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, an amalgamation of the two.
Just
there is a
together.
No. Okay, he's hovering topside, it's fine. We're fine. It looks really scary on mate for a second. But everyone's fogging.
Accents have
Hansama.
never been known to be very good. I'm here, maybe caught out. So Rob was looking for the Hex Flash across the wall. There's KCB doing the Drake and G2 not contesting it. We talked about that already. KCB unable to extend their gold lead by much more, and I think they'll want to try to do so. They do have good pick
You
tools,
see any
but
pro from the country
I
over their
still
place?
believe that as
I don't
the game goes
understand what
later,
you
it's gonna
mean.
be really hard to get through this
Do I see
Sion,
them
this
because of
Alistar, and this
their
Shinja.
place?
Well, so this is the thing. For G2, they're probably not concerned because while KCB do find themselves with a nice lead, the experience difference is what G2 is likely relying on. Because given the... It's a minor item advantage, I will admit, but with this item advantage, KTB need to be pressing G2.
Yeah.
They need to be putting that pressure down, forcing...
Or you're
G2 to
asking
fight
me.
so you know you are just objectively strong.
We just talked about Sweden not having
we know that we're going to scale
a very
really
strong
well. We've got this really nice
community in
We've got
esports.
Azir, Aphelios. If you let us get to 3 items,
But yeah, for sure I'm more prone to cheer for someone if they're from Sweden. Or Korea.
to just trade back and forth.
I'm very biased for all Korean players in LEC.
Covering for his mid laner as well.
Or,
Cautious
well,
of the fact that Pantheon could ult
mostly
at any moment.
Poby.
It's actually Kamilu that's forced out of the top lane because of nice position
Not all
from
of them,
Labrov,
mostly
threatening a
Poby.
dive. Now the towers have equalized. I say that, that's the first tower of the game for G2. I miscalculated. I thought they'd actually secured that bot one, but I apologize for that inaccuracy.
I mean, LEC has not imported the good LCK players.
Okay. So I might be older.
Poby
my
played
memory might be
Academy.
worse, but my eyesight still peak. Glasses reliant.
Whatever you need to get through the day, Very.
Observers highlighting for us how low that mid-tier 2 is. The earlier Herald doing some...
Name one Korean player in LEC that was very successful in
mainly just putting their attention in the
LPL or LCK. There's maybe there's one. I wouldn't know. 'Cause, yeah, I don't watch LCK either, but the ones I've seen. Oh yeah, Kanna. Kanna is one. Okay.
Is it a Baron angle?
I think it's a bangle.
They're thinking about it.
Putting pressure down here.
You got me there.
The Weaver's Wall to split G2's
I like
family
Kanna.
in 2, coming up in about a quarter of its cooldown. Dash away from Tao.
Come on, we can't lose Nash here, guys.
Onto the Sion. Not really the target you want, but he's already down to a 3rd HP.
Cap's gotta do work
As Labrov is on that front line, flash away
if
from
they
BB.
wanna win this fight.
The cow is gobbled up by KCB.
Ah.
On Summer, 10 seconds away from coming back up. 12,000 HP on the Baron as Caps and Skumon try and get in there. Caps still has the Emperor's Divide. BB's going to TP back in.
Oh.
Away from Caps as Prime has been landing these hooks.
Okay, they defended Nash. Okay, it's good, it's good.
Keeping that Baron aggroed.
Defending Nash is a win in itself. They're only 2k behind.
The reset means that G2 might just start it themselves. They've got an Aphelios fresh off the base that can just make a beeline towards the Baron. KCB need to react to this. They have some vision. They have to know this is happening.
They've got a ward just outside of the pit that will be
Where's
spotted.
Tali bussing?
Around towards it. TP behind now. As they look for that Talia flank, Yukino trying to get in. Broken Blade acting as the bounce to teleport in from Tao. Second TP coming in.
Oh, they're so late.
G2 trying to get out, but the hook's
Oh my god, no.
Moonlight
Yes. No, yes, I don't know if I should back or not. Osama is fine. Okay. See, we're not outers here.
KCB, it was perfect until it all collapsed around you. And Caps will top off the collapse with an Emperor's Divide.
Okay.
Will take the kill.
Now we can relax.
For G2.
So KCB did so
Yeah, Can is the only import as well that I can think of that makes sense. He's very experienced, he has results. Strong laner. Wait.
Is a little isolated and it's a bit awkward for him to get involved, but the fight has basically already been won.
But when you look at other imports, they're just maybe it's because no, surely it's not expensive to take a rookie from IRL. There's no way that's expensive.
Sad for KCB because they were genuinely so close. They got
And it should make more sense to take someone from your region because of culture differences and those type of things. Language.
You created this perfect opportunity for a fresh Aphelios to just walk up and melt that objective.
Cringe.
Did he just steal the blue?
He headbutted him away and then smited the blue. I mean, he'll be happy, he denies the blue from the enemy team, but if you're Yukino...
Look, regular season doesn't matter, they just have to make it to playoffs and then they can lock in. Although, oh, this is what I got to say. Oh, building good habits is very important and we should look to play very clean games, even if the enemy team is not that good. But we're not coaches here. If you wanna live a bit on the edge, you can do that.
3 minutes ago, it was nothing.
I'm a little surprised that G2 committed.
I would rather die than be a coach. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind being a manager. I think it suits me, but being a coach, no.
Now at Soul Point. I wonder if G2 is even going to need that.
Taking care of players, young players, making them listen to me, forcing them to listen to me. Oh. Ugh. Even worse if they're older than me.
KCB will have to see if they can find another pick. We saw it earlier in the enemy bot side.
And all boys, young teenage boys, ew.
Onto the Aphelios Hansama, they one-shot him, and then they can use numbers advantage to actually win out on a fight. If they can find
I don't like watching
like
pro play enough to be an analyst or strategic coach.
Because one of the reasons G2 are clumping up the way they are is to avoid the Grand Starfall. To avoid the follow-up with the Weaver's Wall and having one player separated.
If it's a fanboy, you mean teammates? Well, I'm professional. I can't risk my teammates.
The vision they had on the bottom side jungle is
don't check my don't check my vlogs.
Or dissipated by LeBron putting wards on the rest of the map. And Sunsummer is at 3.5 items, matching Hazel in the mid lane. It's a match as well with 3 apiece. Skewmond has an extra item. Or a bit of an extra item over Skewmond, over Yukino in fact.
There's no objective up, nothing's gonna happen for a while, I suspect.
I mean, I don't see them getting through many locks.
I mean, you can see how...
Actually, you also want top turrets at this point.
The gold is a really great representation of how KCB had about a 1.3k gold lead that largely stayed the same.
Yeah.
But the second G2 get a small advantage, they go from a 1.4k gold deficit to a 5k gold lead. And this is kind of how you use that momentum to your advantage.
Did help that they killed all 5 members of the enemy team
absolutely.
and had a Baron buff,
you know, like, it definitely helps.
You know, swings around
does
us.
contribute, absolutely. But I mean, they
why
also
not? It's a tank shredder. Enemies short range. They're going to you.
The outer towers in mid and bot hadn't been taken yet either, so they used that Baron to...
I would have preferred Astral, but...
And you picked up 4 towers. So that does in fact contribute quite...
It depends on the player. I think it's player preference.
It really does. When will it trickle down to the minions is my question. You know, G2 minions should be...
Yeah, when I'm home from Korea, I would consider doing it again, if there's interest.
You're trying to have a quick economy lesson here.
No, I'm talking about future mechanics in League.
Oh,
the higher your gold lead is, the more gold your minions give the enemy.
Ooh.
It sounds like a Swift play mechanic if I've ever heard one.
would be, yeah, that sounds about right. Now, LeBron has to be very careful here because there's a Talia.
Shot back onto him. Unbreakable Wall coming up. He's already down to a third HP. Hazel
LeBron is fine.
Wall's going to knock LeBron back, but has the rest of his team to help him out. And LeBron does use the ultimate, but it's exchanged for Camillus.
Now,
Padlin, how are you supposed to cheat the recall? And
however, it's not. Yes, exactly. Also, Caps, scary Emperor. That is an Emperor that does.
and trade on your level up timers.
Absolutely.
No, this is the last game for me. It's for EM.
Some of the vision that they just put down is being cleared out. Top has been pushed in.
Okay, Nash's final response. Let's get a team fight.
I'm not familiar with that language.
G2 can't lose a team fight. They have outscaled and they have all sums.
Oh, there you go. Fun fact of the day.
Also a magic card that led to a rules change.
Oh.
Yeah. We're not going to get into that right now.
They're taking this way very high.
Fascinated about the fact that stomach making a sound specifically has a name.
It's medicine. Everything has a name.
Fair enough.
Most of it's just 3 Latin and Greek words shoved together to
that makes sense.
Conglomerate into something.
Yukino is trying to flank, and unfortunately the minions are ruining that plan of his.
I mean, he's succeeding
Yeah,
in
no.
flanking.
G2 legit have to break their legs to lose this game.
Spotted, off you go.
From this
You
point.
can try, but the wave clear from Hazel is still enough to stop them from securing any access to the base.
I do like what Camillu's doing. Like, he's like G2 in.
Even if I turned off names, just looking at the champions.
It can be very easy in this sort of game state to actually just lose out on a ton of gold, and you can see G2 investing so much time in the mid lane that bot wave has crashed, top wave is going to crash.
No. That's an Aphelios with Ghost and Flash.
They absolutely are.
And
Shield
Bow.
now, just start off the Baron in order to try and force the TP out from Broken Blade and immediately disengage. The only problem with doing something like that is that, number one, Dragon spawns in 10 seconds.
They're not taking any risks, they're not even pushing outsides. This is not the G2 I know.
The fight over the mid wave has begun.
So just engage here, just go Camilla, what the hell?
Onslaught straight away lands onto the Valkyrie away Hazel, who flashes away from the head, but Pogba's Moonlight Vigil coming out as well. Crescendo from Hans.
Okay, now to the snowballs. Hansama can do whatever he wants.
Already they've lost one, and now G2 can just collapse.
Penta.
He's
gonna Penta.
And he's had enough.
He's gonna Penta.
Triple for Hans.
Let's give him it. Give him the Penta.
Yukino will fall for the Quadra. Hazel not going to give his enemy AD carry the joy of a Penta. Instead, he'll go towards the bot side, but G2 are marching out of mid.
We've already seen 2 Penta kills.
No, he's a recall, you can defend this. Your team is spawning. That was sarcasm, but he's recalling anyway, so maybe we'll try.
Respawned, and he will be back here trying to defend Hans Summer. The Calibrum hits Jumon diving in as they go for Prime, who tries to flash away, but he will live to fight another day. Hazel,
it was like an unofficial Penta, but it was a respawn, so it doesn't really count. Wow! Wow!
Definitely a slow start to the game for
yeah,
G2, as we
no,
expected.
they could not lose that. That draft day, it was impossible to lose.
An aggressive early game. They mounted some very nice early advantages. They punished the bot lane of G2 very, very well. And that play around the Baron was looking so promising. They just couldn't quite close things out. The experience difference really being the thing that ultimately allowed G2 to get the victory here today. But you're seeing more and more impressive stuff. Prime, I mean, some fantastic.
Did we stream 10 hours? I think we did.
I think KCB continue to impress and go from strength to strength.
We streamed
still haven't been able to pick up that
6.5 hour last stream. I think.
Are your 3 options.
I mean, as you mentioned,
we streamed even longer now.
4 and 3, joining a couple other teams as that pack gets closer.
I think we streamed like 11 hours or something.
Unfortunately, yet to find that second win that they so desperately need if they want to stand a chance.
Yeah, well, tomorrow is the same, by the way, but worse. Tomorrow I'm streaming 1 more game than I did today. And I'm not sure when I'll start the stream. I mean, I will start the stream at 10 AM. I'm gonna try to be consistent. I want to be consistent with my start timers, and I will always be here playing at 10 a.m. So,
teams lower in the standings for teams to be close.
are you going to take a break or stream through it all?
Means you can
I don't really have a
make your
reason
way
to take a
into
break.
those
Like, what am I gonna
playoffs.
do in my
Hopefully
break?
Cesco is, sitting,
I'm
standing,
gonna be
something.
here anyways. Might as well be here on stream.
We are sitting because
'Kay.
that's the kind of discussion we want to have sitting down.
Thank you for the
Skill,
day,
Bravo,
everyone.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm
Thank you
leaving,
for
so
winning
maybe I
this
can
game.
get
What the hell was this?
I mean, I don't know, I'm
um,
not really sure yet. I mean, first of all, I really do think
5
that they played pretty well.
They
so
did.
props to them.
hours, 6
But
hours.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, like the game felt
Maybe I should.
really hard.
Maybe I should
I
not
mean,
go to.
I think I might
No,
go
I
into
wanna eat
sleep,
a
but,
proper lunch. Let's
there will be a lot of stuff
wake
to
up
review,
early
and
for the
I
lunch.
guess that's the most important thing here.
Can we get a preview into the idea why?
Okay, I'll sleep 6 hours if I
don't
live
want you to
right now.
drag any one person, but
Good
you
night.
gotta give us a preview.
I mean, I think we can like feel
Join
behind
my
on bot lane,
Discord,
and I
please,
think we were
especially
able
if you're
to
up
get
late
results from it, through
or
bot,
early.
which made the game really hard. And
If you're
honestly,
up
I
at
think
3
our
a.m.,
draft,
join my Discord.
is like a bit rough in terms of like early
Okay,
game, which
goodbye.
makes sense. But I think we made it harder
I will
for
wait
ourselves.
for 5
So
seconds
Yeah.
because of
it's not
delay.
that easy.
You have a lot of skating champions, and